and we should be starting streaming. That should be it. Alrighty. Chat, let me know if the volumes are out there, if you can't hear anybody, or if you can hear people a bit too much. Give me a holler. Let's see if this loads up. Chat, let me know if the... I think we should be good. Alrighty. So I cobbled together a little bit of a little template thing, so that should be coming through fair enough. Let me hope that plays through. Is it good? The dashboard's not updating for me, so let me go to my own channel and find out if I can do the thing. Okay, it should be showing up here. Let me go to... Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty decent for a job I kind of slapped together fairly quickly. I think that's pretty awesome. Alrighty. So, everyone, hello. Thank you for stopping on by. I'll give a moment while we banter a bit, but joining me today, I have some good guys, some friends of mine, some acquaintances, and I won't tell you which. And maybe we'll have some others stopping by too. But I've got myself, I have Fun Fact, I have Dolphin, I've got Appabend, and I've got Mauler. And if you like them particularly, you can visit the links in the descriptions to get more of them. Coming across fine. Everyone, how's everyone doing? How are you guys doing?
Excellent. A little bit drunk though.
I'm doing well.
It probably helps that you're a little bit drunk. And if not, you might want to be drunk by the end of this. But I just thought I'd drag some guys in and we could go ahead and take a look at some videos, because I've been getting a lot of attention from some people the last few days, and I didn't want to make a whole video on it, because it's a lot of stuff, and when you start adding up the 10 minutes and the 12 minutes and the 2 minutes here and the 5 minutes there and the 44 minutes there, it starts to get a little bit long-winded. So I figured we'd just get on a stream, have a chat, talk about it. I know, especially from Appabend and Mauler's perspective, content creators, it'll be something that maybe you can relate to with what we're going through. I'm trying to get Fratanga in here. I want him because he was one of the guys originally that Retro had said was a fraud and viewbotting and stuff. So I really kind of hope he makes it.
He briefly joined.
Did he?
Yeah, he briefly joined.
Well,
I was going to say, definitely saw someone.
Does that show up here? Yeah, it's cropped pretty well. Can I add people? No, it's alright. It's alright. Well, Mauler, what are you up to in terms of videos? When's that next video coming up?
Well, I mean, I was planning on doing another Star Wars one, right? And I was telling friends about how
what's left? Have you milked that camel dry or whatever the expression is?
I gotta be. Everyone wants me to tackle Force Awakens, so I was like, all right, I'll do it. And I'm working on a script where it's going to be, arguably original instead of repeating everything everyone else says. And, the rages are more fun as opposed to critical, but I'll throw it in there. But the thing is, I watched Black Panther and it was awful.
It was really bad.
Really?
Was Black Panther bad?
I mean, the plot was horrible.
Racist.
Yeah,
you're just not melanated enough. Okay.
Whoa! Steam. Your stream apparently got cut off. What's going on?
Huh?
Oh yeah, everyone's. Is your stream down?
It might pop off and back up because it says live on the dashboard. So.
It's back.
It didn't go off for me.
It pops off. It goes off and it's back. But was it really not good? Was it? Was it bad?
I really wanted. I'm a Marvel fanboy. You'll find out with my Dishonored Wolf stream. I defend the shit out of Marvel, but so I went in like, oh sweet, I'm gonna get some more info about what's gonna lead up to Infinity War, and I was like, Black Panther, yeah, he was a badass in Civil War. I'm ready, man. And then I was just like, what the fuck was that? And oof, no, I'm basically thinking like, do I make a video on Black Panther? Like that's, I don't know, but I'm already thinking about a script, and there's so many jokes I can use, as well as just there's so much stupid in the film. I was like, I could do it, but it's risky because like. Does anyone want to see me rip into Black Panther?
I already have chat saying that that Black Panther's alt-right. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. It's weird.
No, it is.
Dude, the fucking politics of that film is retarded. It's not retarded as in it doesn't work whatsoever. It's just like, what the hell? They're promoting like, isolationism and just anti-immigration hardcore. It's like,
It is
okay.
very strange. I haven't seen the movie yet. I read a little bit.
I have.
Watched the video. Appleman, what do you think about it?
I think it's good.
You do?
I mean,
Maybe, although here's the thing, maybe because I am not as much of a Marvel fanboy, so I would love to hear the perspective of somebody who read the comics, because I haven't read the comics, and as just somebody who loves Marvel in general, I enjoyed it.
I would say I'm an MCU fanboy rather than the comics. I haven't read any of the comics.
I haven't either.
Oh. All right.
Well, going in, it's probably best to say if you walk into the movie without having read comics, because most people don't read comics, I'm imagining. So it's a much more niche market than the movies are. But it's strange when I heard about Black Panther stuff because of the whole isolationist aspect, especially because it's always pushed as you're racist if you're isolationist. And then it gets flipped, and it's very, very strange kind of combination.
They are made out to be the bad guys in the film. Like, ultimately, they're like, let's not be isolationists anymore.
That's interesting.
So,
it's okay when Black Panther does it.
The villain is actually wanting to fight those evil oppressors of the blacks, brothers and sisters around the world, which is interesting.
There's a bit more awkward element of the film, but no, I'm strictly coming from a position of just the writing in the film frustrated me when I thought about it. When you just sort of sit back and go, it's fine. For example, the origin of Black Panther's powers, I couldn't believe that's what it was. Like, I don't know if we care about spoilers. Do we care about spoilers?
Let's hold off because it did just come out. So
yeah, no, that's totally fine. It's just like in the vague way. There are so many ways to punch holes in the fact that that's his origin of powers. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, let's just say that nobody's stopping anyone to actually get it, because let's just say that without spoiling anything.
It's like, we gotta stop. We can't say anymore.
All right then. Well,
as a straight white man, I wasn't legally allowed to see the movie.
Dude, there was no black people when I went to see it in the cinema. I was so disappointed in my country. I was like, come on.
Let me go check the Rotten Tomatoes on it.
It's 97 as far as I checked.
Okay.
What about the people score, the non-critic one?
Okay, so 97% from critics, fresh, and 75% of audience liked it. So 3 out of 4 people. So we'll see what that does over time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely
you know what's the most interesting on the negative reviews? Around 3 or 4 of them are from SJWs.
Huh. Oh, are they like complaining about the sort of politics of the film, or?
They said that there was this one review, the one first negative review, everybody so criticizing it. It's like, oh my god, this guy is racist. The first paragraph is literally him complaining about how Trump's America, about this movie is like, is very significant to Trump's America, and that it stands for something more. And then he just like disappointed that, well, Black Panther didn't actually punch people more. And I was like,
dude, Finna woke.
Yeah, what do you call it? Bleedingcool.com wrote an article with the title "Trump's America Spoils Black Panther's 100% Rotten Tomato Score." But then, like, the negative scores were by like, it was
like 2 Australians and an Irishman or something.
Yeah, none of them were American.
Dark Zaid just said, "Is it true what Saga said about the M'Baku hooting like a monkey at the CIA agent?"
Yes.
It's very true. Very true. And
yes,
I was
true.
awkward as hell in the cinema watching it.
Wow. So if like
Okay.
So
just try talking. Try talking right now. And by the time you talk, I always go look at that.
I already have a reputation to fight that I didn't even earn.
Also, you got
it was kind of like that.
Druid just gave you another 500.
Dang, Rex, there's another.
Oh shit! Balls McDunder Mifflin.
He was the one that did it last time.
Drew to the Wolf gave fucking $500 last time. Holy shit! I'm just gonna stop making videos, guys, because Drew to the Wolf.
My god!
Every week or so, I'm just gonna have a stream, and Drew to the Wolf is gonna shoot me $500, and he's gonna say nothing. It'll just be the empty echo of. It'll just be the sound of money, just dot silence. Drew to the Wolf, send me like an email or something, dude. Like, you're insane. I need you to. Here's one thing. You were talking earlier about Dr. Disrespect, how he had came back after his band hiatus, whatever it was, and people were throwing like 5Gs and shit at him. I have no idea how he handles it, because the guy sends me $500 and I've never met, and he doesn't say anything. And he doesn't say anything, just here's $500. And I don't even know what to. I mean, what do you do? Like, what could you possibly
redistribute the wealth?
No, I don't. Just because I don't know what to do doesn't mean I don't know what not to do.
You gotta do the socialism, okay?
You gotta do what doesn't work, okay?
Make your own Black Panther preview stream thing.
What do you mean?
Rags,
they told me you were the
can't-
Bernie of YouTube.
You can't attack the people you hate. You gotta protect the people you love, man. Come on.
I gotta make that space money. Thank you, Drew. Well, seriously, like, give me an email or something.
Nothing.
Let me know. I wanna do things to you.
Speaking of that, I really want to get some prequel memes.
Yeah, Rags, considering I've made my entire audience from Star Wars, do you think it's wise to go after Black Panther or not?
Listen, I know it's cliched, but you have to follow your heart.
I mean, it's what I want to do.
Then do it. Then do it. Because, look, Black Panther has been politicized on purpose, intentionally.
That's the thing. I want to make a review that doesn't actually mention it, but it's so hard with Black Panther because they fucking shove that in your face at certain points.
You made a video. You made 3 videos about Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and you got accused of being like a Jew. And you got called. You were making fun of feminists and Asians for 5 hours.
Yeah, for 5 hours.
Eventually, like you already kind of know what's. I mean, I definitely am. These videos that we're about to go over in a second are proof of that. But you're getting sort of that too. I don't know how much Appaben gets it, but once you get out there and start making content, people just throw the craziest things your way. There's no stopping it.
Well, I mean, I talk about what, like the comparison of Holdo and Snape in Harry Potter, blah, blah, and then people come back from that with right-wing gamer. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
no.
Okay.
So let me go through the super chats and then we'll go ahead and start this. I was hoping some people will jump in, but 5, I think we're a critical people. I don't even know. Emin RTV gave $5. Hey Rags, I appreciate what you do, and I also appreciate you opening my mind to a more conservative viewpoint, although my family hates me for that now. Don't worry, if my conservative family found out about my dick-sucking atheism, they probably wouldn't be too fond of it either. So, thanks very much. PSP Blows 99, favorite Bad Dragon toy? Not before the sponsorship. Jack Reese 360 gave $5. Hello, Jack. Rags, Bad Doggo, why you start a chat before I have to go to work? I'm sorry, I know, I'm sorry. Everyone's got places to be. I got to start sometime, but it'll be up after the channel, and I can talk to you later about it. Dark Zaid, $5 Australian. Is it true what Sargon said? The M'Baku hooting like a monkey at the CIA agent.
Yes.
Oh, and hello, Apple.
110% yes.
Ooh, boy, that must be rough. Of course, Druid of the Wolf with $500. Druid, give me a holler, boy.
Dot.
Yeah, no, that's all he says. He says nothing. It's that weird mistake. And I went to his channel to see if he had like a discussion tab or something. No, there's nothing. He's just Druid
man
of
of
the
few
Wolf.
words.
He's a man of many dollars and few words.
It's going to turn out to be a long
Well, you know what, Druid? You have earned my sub. I will click sub like that.
Yeah, boy. Dark Zayd,
That's how it's done.
$5 more Australian. I'd like to ask these window lickers how old the Black Panther character is, because the way they talk, I'd swear he only came into being for Civil War.
No, I
What do you
agree.
mean? Do you mean like he talks
How old
childishly,
the way they talk?
Ellipses.
Is it just is it bad writing, or do they just kind of speak in an immature sort of way?
Maybe he's talking about how like they don't really talk things through. They're pretty fucking aggressive in the film and just get to the, very vague and confusing point instead of anything else.
There you go.
I'm not
Then
sure.
again, the kingdom is built in very primitive monarchy sorts of systems, so I guess being aggressive is going to be in your favor.
I can't believe that when they're the most advanced technological culture in history. I feel like that's a massive contradiction.
Like I challenged the king to a trial by combat. Let me hop out of my
Yeah, it literally
spaceship.
works like Roman Empress.
Rags, have you been reading my script?
No, I just know what it is when I see it. It's hard. What else would you call it except for a medieval tribal trial by combat?
Game of Thrones with like Star Wars technology.
The
It's
gods will
how-
decide who is the winner and who isn't. Fratanga sent me a message. Just a second. Let me check. Let me finish this. John Reese, $5. I'm qualifying for my concealed carry tomorrow. Wish me luck. Good luck. It's
Hey, good luck, man.
Ooh.
You couldn't. It's easy. It's easy.
you
Darkseid, two
All
more
right.
Australian dollars. They bleeding cool reviewers and lefties and such. I wouldn't believe it. I would not believe it at all. Let me do something here. One thing I could block that for a second. Where is he? I'm almost out of work. Okay, Faptanga's on Fratanga. His Discord name's Faptanga, so bear with me. So he'll be here in just a little bit. So that'll be cool. I want to make sure that's there before I pop it up. So this video was one that Infinite Retro put out, I believe it was about 8-10 hours or so ago. And this is his... Let me actually take a look here. I subbed to him because I got to get updates because it's amazing.
I wonder how he'd react to that, man. You're like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I'm one of his 321 subs. So let me see. It was 3 weeks ago. He made a video about the Twitter ban. Then I responded to it, and since I responded to it, it's about 4-ish days ago. He's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos directly about me, and then he has pulled 2 more videos about PC. He made a video called PS4 is better than the PC. It's low quality bait. And then he made a video called From a PC Guy to the Console Community, I Am Sorry. Because consoles are a community now, I guess. But
I think he might be your biggest fan.
he might be.
a lot
I
of
know I'm a
videos.
fan of
He's put
him.
more time into you than most people that watch your videos.
He has.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Like, he should be here commenting with you. You can tell his dream is to just hang out with you, Rags. That's all it is.
Yeah, so he's put out about 10-ish videos either about me or trying to get my attention in the last 4 days. And
I think he's like Helga from Hey Arnold, and he was like at the face
Yeah.
hateful at first,
Yeah.
but in the background is like
he's got like a
"Alright,
picture of me
please."
that he pulls out
Oh,
and
God.
holds to his breast.
Are we sure we want to be saying this? This is leading to a creepy place.
Oh well.
Puts it on his body pillow and sleeps with it.
Rags X Infinite Retro RP coming soon.
RP coming soon. Someone was asking me for one earlier today. And I was like, I'm gonna have to call it there, my dude. So sorry, man.
Oh,
I know. It's just it's kind of strange to me.
You should have just sent him with "Miss Me" with that gay shit.
Yeah. He was like, I wanna do things like no, this is okay. Let's keep our relationship completely professional, our acquaintanceship professional. So let's go ahead and start this video. This is the one he did today. This one is called Hiding Behind a Camera is Fucking Cowardice. Have some balls.
He's still going with the camera thing
He's
instead.
still going with the camera thing, and I hate it because it's the most superficial nonsense ever, and I wish people wouldn't. It's silly. Appabend knows what I'm talking about. The whole avatar thing. You know, when you see it, when people say Appabend, I think of the cartoon. I think of the faces. I think of the glasses and the hat and everything. You know, it's something you can attach yourself to. But I'm sure we'll both have a chance to talk about it.
If somebody legit was using an avatar because they were scared to show their face, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, what if they were even? What if they were? What if they were terrified of people finding their face? And especially in an age where people try to find out where you live and work and call your fucking boss and shit. Ugh.
because the best argument from that is that so you hide the camera, hide behind that avatar. Oh, you're a pussy. Like it literally stops right there.
Basically,
Yeah,
it's like, I disagree. Yeah. Also, remember, he's in Australia, so he's hiding behind a planet. I don't know. Let me know
It's a
how the
strong
volume is.
defensive force. I love his intro.
So while I was in the
Intro.
bath, I was having a scream.
Let me turn the volume up a bit. That's about as high as it'll go. We'll see if that works.
Scrub of my. While I was in the bath, I was having a scrub of my.
Oh Jesus, I think Infinite Retro is the one who has to turn his volume up.
He might be. What?
Does he come with subtitles, or am I gonna have to decipher this?
Well,
I'm sure he has
does
the fan base
Does that
to
work
translate
in
for
the? Does that work in the watch?
Infinite Retro is the one who has to turn his
I
volume
don't
up.
think so.
He might.
I'll bust
be.
out my decoder ring. I'll be alright.
He's in Australia, so I'm
See if that
hearing.
works.
I hear myself through
Well, I was
something.
in the bath. And
Now I'm hearing. Oh, it's Appabend. I think it's coming through you.
Oh, sorry. I was playing it in the back. I was checking the audio.
Playing in the back with audio. Let's
Terrible
give this
shooter.
a.
I have a
let's
sound
give this
mixer,
shout
sorry.
out, yeah. Oh, and also, guys, the reason that I'm not doing live chats with Infinite Retro or Cyrus Martin is because they're disingenuous pieces of shit, and I have no interest in speaking to them because they do not come from a place of good faith. So.
Oh man, I already have a popcorn for that.
Oh man, oof. I'm not gonna fucking talk to these people. They're a waste of time, but they're great bad examples. And
I mean, what would you say is his core problem with you? Or is it just he's a troll? Yeah, like his singular main problem.
I'm not particularly certain. It's I don't know exactly where it came from. At least with Cyrus Martin, you know where it started. And he just wouldn't let go, and he passively has this disingenuous sort of, oh, I want to let it go, and then he keeps making comments and keeps it going, and while at the same time saying, oh, I want this end, do I want the drama end, while he types out his comments and things like that. And, you know, as for Retro, though, I just don't know. I don't know why he has such a hate boner for me. I don't know why he's such a Helga.
I'm left to assume that he's just like, well, I may as well do this. It's more publicity than anything else I'm going to do.
I guess.
Pretty much. Same goes for Cyrus. I mean, you look, he's been putting videos on that channel for like 3 years, and the only things he gets like more than 1,000 views on were really just generic trash.
Yeah, I mean, he works very hard on his channel. Clearly, he puts a lot of effort and work into his channel, but he does a lot of older console stuff, retro stuff. He talks about game news a little bit, some tech. You know, he's one of those channels. He has a wide variety of stuff, but he...
Gotta give him props for just bumping up the production value in there.
Well, yeah, he doesn't just sit... Well,
everything.
I mean, he does sit in front of a webcam, as it turns out, and just records in one take, but at least he definitely puts more effort into it. There we go.
It occurred to me that people in the 20-something age group on YouTube that especially do the sort of critiquing type quality of videos that we all know are my favorite.
Oh, speaking of 20, Rags, when was your like 20 what birthday?
I'm 3 1/4 years old, actually. I will have you know.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was a few days ago. I was gonna do like a stream and everything, but I fell into a booby trap and I got distracted and shit, so that's alright. But let me know, chat, if the volume is okay, if the volume works out. He's Aussie. He is Aussie. And that's a thing. So is like Fringy. Both Fringy and Top Hats are as well.
Anybody feel like there's a shit ton of Australians in proportion to how big their country is on the internet?
They're like Jews.
They're everywhere.
They're like Jews. There's not that many of them, but they're very
just doesn't make sense, man.
They're very accomplished. Rags.
Well, this one is less accomplished, but sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, the volume is perfect for me. Excellent. Good. Also, he's already gone with the age thing. By the way, we're not even half a minute in, and he's already pulled the age card. Does he know your
age?
20-something. The 20-something.
What about him?
He's
so he's the
30-something?
20-something.
I don't know, maybe. He's done the whole millennial thing, so...
Well, we already went over that. Everyone here is a millennial.
Basically, pretty much.
So who cares?
Millennial is such a huge... It's such a huge kind of range that it's
millennial.
Pretty... I mean, for us, the huge range is silly, but, you know, looking back, it you know, as history progresses, the scalable.
Some philosopher's written some kind of fallacy about it. It's got to be.
It's like Godwin's Law, but for millennials.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of Godwin's Law, he does compare me to Hitler, sort of.
Oh, that's great. I'd like to know, like, how does that not just backfire on him? Like, isn't it kind of like, you know, you joke on like people being old on the internet, like freaking, like, shouldn't he be like raising kids instead of making videos on YouTube, you know, commentary channels? Like,
isn't that like the leafy thing to do as well?
That does come up, actually, the whole backfiring thing when he says something, and it's like he has no self-awareness at all. So he'll say something, and it'll just be like, you know, the obvious response is to point out that it doesn't make any sense. So.
You could easily
I don't really remember his age, but if I recall correctly during the last stream that you guys have, he is definitely older than Friggy. I'm not sure.
I believe that. I believe that. Yeah.
Who should be on YouTube, the young or the old? It's like, I don't know, both.
Yeah, both. It's like basically all the people that I subscribe to are older than me. Everyone from Sargon to Ian from Forgotten Weapons, like everyone's older than me. I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, everyone's older than me. I can certainly feel that.
Yeah. You're one of the younger. You're one of the young, the youngins.
In 2 days, I'm about to turn 20 in 2 days. So.
Yeah, boy, you can't.
Nice.
What's drinking in Indonesia? Can you drink yet, or is it 21?
No, not yet. I can't even get credit cards yet.
You can't.
So,
Oh, good. Never get
you just
credit.
Say,
good.
what's drinking in Indonesia? It's like,
What's
it's this whole
drinking? It's like,
thing.
how do you weirdos do it? Do you like use the mouth, or is it some weird?
It's suitable.
To be fair, not having a credit card is don't. Credit cards are evil, so don't feel too bad.
All right.
Yeah.
They all do this one particular thing, and that is they.
Oh my God,
hide
Jesus Christ!
behind
Infinite
the
Retro,
camera.
bump the volume up. I
Or
can't
somebody said-
listen.
You can't hear.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's on full, and he's like,
Here, maybe I can maybe I could play with the mixer. Let me turn that up. Turn discard down a bit. Turn it up. Turn discard down a bit. Okay, let's try that.
Scrub of my stuff, and it occurred to me that people in the 20-something age group on YouTube that especially do the sort of critiquing type quality of videos that we all know are my favorite.
You're
They
doing
do
one.
one particular thing, and that is they hide behind the camera. Of course, somebody said something like that. How could you hide behind the camera, Retro? It's like, it's very easy. There's the front of the camera.
I don't get how you benefit from hiding anyway. What does it do for you?
I mean, Retro is still hiding. I mean, in a way. Look, here's the thing. So, Appamend, why did you decide to have an icon? Why did you decide to use an icon?
Because scripted videos are easier, and I couldn't really be bothered recording in live and doing multiple takes, and editing the audio is much easier than doing it live and just doing it and everything. It's a lot easier, basically.
Exactly. When you are recording a video and you're using an image, you're basically just using the image for however long you need until it shifts to another image, and you just put the audio on top of it, and if you fuck up the audio, you can just end it and start again, and the image is the same. It doesn't do that little shift. There's no editing breaks. It's nice and clean looking.
Yeah, that's.
It is instantly recognizable. You build a brand image around it. You know, it's something that's yours, and it's nice to look at. It's interesting to watch and look at. A lot of people tell me that they like the dog. They like it. They think it's cool. I got some new poses and everything that are in this video I'm ready to post for tomorrow or the next day, just whenever I feel like the timing's good. It looks interesting. It's something that stands out. There's a guy I hang out with in Cabier's server with just sound effects. Roxier is a streamer, and he actually popped up in our Discord chat earlier. But he has like that puppet that follows his face. It's like a face rig sort of animation match that it does. Yeah. And he said once he started using that, his view count went up because people saw that in the list and like, hey, that's interesting. That's new. Like that's unique. Sense. That's different.
Mine's simple. I just want to show you other shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
My face. I got to show you this other thing.
Yeah, I think it might come down to, I mean, you know, in a natural person's brain, it comes down to like what you want to use as your, you know, your background for your video. Like some people use gameplay, some people, you know, like him use, you know, just his face in the webcam. But I mean, he has a little icon there. It's just he chooses for the filler for his videos to be him talking. It's like, yeah. I don't see why he would use that as ammo.
Yeah,
per se.
And don't make fun of millennials when you've got the anime avatar of yourself. That maybe not.
I'd like a ring on every finger. I don't even know.
Yeah, he's got. I never noticed it before. He's got a lot of bling. He's got a bracelet on, and he's got rings on all his fingers. So he's got quite a.
He just came out of Black Panther. Want to wear the vibranium rings?
Those are.
I still can't get over his 8 rings. By the way, is he the fucking Mandarin?
I don't know. It's funny. But here's the thing. Is just what we're doing right here. It's like we're just focusing on stupid, superficial nonsense, and this is exactly why. He's already referred to the millennial thing, and he always brings it up. And this is why. This is why. This is exactly why. because
Yeah,
there's
you should
so
have a
much to go
disclaimer.
through.
There won't be any good arguments here. Guys,
Yeah,
okay?
disclaimer.
It's like, oh, thanks, thank you, thanks.
This is not going to be a debate per se.
There's the behind the camera, which would be this. Look at that. Isn't that?
I mean,
fucking
Did you
It's like
actually
improving
take that
quality.
literally?
Right,
My
anyway.
God.
Yeah, but-
My God.
3D bitches.
So,
Anyway,
a
so,
poll for everybody. What is
2D
videos
is better than
improve
3D.
If
Screw you.
he was to go behind the camera.
I don't know,
I-
man.
I wasn't expecting such a literal behind the camera.
Yeah, like I don't think he gets the. See, I already thought he didn't get it because behind the camera usually means when you're online and you're using, like YouTube or some type of platform to get your
Yep,
message
but
across.
I think he was doing it as a joke.
Which is weird.
Yeah,
I think
I
he was
thought it
doing it
was
as a
a
joke.
joke.
But then again.
But then again, behind the camera means in front of the camera in a weird sort of way.
Wait, Rags, does he think that you point a camera at your monitor to record your game? I wonder if that
I don't.
he
I
thinks you're
hope not.
physically behind the
Dude,
camera.
depending on how seriously you take this, he's calling directors cowards, Like,
Yeah.
that's all of us are doing. We make our content. We consider it good enough to be something that could rival a show, right? Like, we're making a show.
I
So
wonder if
we're
he
directing
considers
it.
I mean, hey, you've
Sargon
gotta-
hiding behind the camera.
Yeah, that's another one. Dude,
Yeah,
there's so many. There are so many people who do it.
Yeah.
But on the second channel, he does face cams all the time. So
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change my tone. I wouldn't say anything different if you were standing in front of me. I mean, I don't get the whole. And this thing. He's in Australia. I'm in the United States. We're on different sides of the planet. We can't really get any further apart physically. What do you
Yeah,
want me to
don't-
do? What do you want me to do? Do you want me every time I want to say something to you? Do you want me to fly down there and show up at your house like a
What
real
difference
man?
does it make,
Yeah, I try to. One of the reasons that people use icons is obviously so that you'll not focus on things that are, not focus on the fact you only have tank tops to wear or that you got all these rings on your fingers and make you look like some weird mafia boss wannabe. It's like, so people
Question I
don't
will
focus
never
on
have
things.
answered.
I don't know. It's like he has more fans in his room than he does on his channel.
You gotta. Well, you've used it now. I want to use that in a video, dude. That's like one of my favorite.
I
jokes.
might. I just might. It's good.
Thing is, you can't do it when he's got it all dark and shit. 'cause
Yeah,
of-
in one of the first videos he did, he had like 5-6 fans, like fans spinning in his room. It's like it's hot in Australia. I don't blame him there. So there you go.
hide behind.
Oh, by the way, there's a little bit of a thing that I have to give props to Infinite Retro. He did listen to one criticism from your previous video, from the long video that you did.
Yeah.
He bumped the camera slightly up.
A little bit. He did just a little bit. I was wondering why, if he was going on about webcams and how important they were, why his face wasn't centered and why half of his head was always cut off at the top. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's again, it doesn't really matter. I'm just curious about it. He said, Australia and America aren't as far away as you think. Fuck, I don't memorize the exact opposite point of the earth from Arkansas. Excuse me.
I think the point stands that you're not right next to each
Yes,
other.
the point stands that there's only the biggest ocean and the planet between us.
It's almost like if
Also
you were
most
in a
of my own
bar
country.
and you were talking, from behind the stage with a puppet out front, and he's like, "You don't put yourself out front because someone could throw something at you," or some shit like that. It would be way more relatable than whether or not Rags' face is on his videos. Doesn't actually make a difference as to whether or not fucking Infinite Retro can do anything about it.
Yeah, it doesn't actually make me physically closer to him. I don't know. And Sergeant Pepper's asking how many videos Richard's done on me. About 12, if you count the direct responses to me and the ones that are based off of the things I've done.
Oh my God.
So
In other
about-
words,
about
not
a dozen.
enough. He needs
About
more.
a dozen. I want more. I hope
Everyone
it's 2 dozen.
strengthens his position.
Yeah.
Hey, bitches. Anyway,
Mm.
so they all hide behind. They're all behinds too, I suppose, but they all hide behind the camera.
What?
But what's interesting?
We're all behinds. We're all butts.
All right. Go on.
We're
What's
butts,
interesting?
we're butts.
Out of curiosity, though, do
hide
all of
behind
us
the
here
camera.
use an avatar instead of our faces?
I actually use
Yes.
both.
Yeah, Apaben uses both. I use an avatar. I think Muller, you use. I mean,
I
don't
You
do.
showed your
use
face
any-
previously in your very old videos, right, Rex?
Yeah. That's the only images he has of ones like 2.5
It's
years
the same
ago.
for me. My face is
I
in my
just
old
need to
one,
ask
so
him if
it's
he wants a
because-
new one. So I should just ask him, hey, you want a new one to use, like one that's current? Because I don't look anything like that anymore.
Yeah, it's like if you really want to see my face, I mean, I
Yeah,
can
it's
pull it
like,
out for you.
it's like I look pretty good right now. I mean,
Make it a Patreon goal. There you go.
yeah, Patreon goal. nudes except with clothes. So
nudes, but only my face.
Yeah.
Well, see, I hate to admit it here, but I actually am a horse. Like, that's just a selfie of me.
People see your icon, but they've got no fucking idea that it's...
Oh yeah. They just think, oh yeah, it's just
he's a little whore. He's a little thing.
Yeah, I am that 2D horse.
Yeah, there you go.
Hide behind, they're all behinds too, I suppose, but they all hide behind their camera. But what's interesting is that the people they go after, more often than not, are younger, have the balls to actually put their face on camera.
I see.
I got you there.
All right.
I'm
All right.
caught.
Go on.
Yeah, that's so fair. I mean, yeah.
Have no qualm, no fear to get their face on camera, and fucking hats off to them. Because I tell you what, and I've said this before, it's very easy to go after people and shit all over them and stuff like that from the safety of anonymity, right?
What?
All right.
It makes you anonymous to not use your face, as if everyone fucking recognizes everyone on the internet. You go,
So-
oh, that's Jim. That's Jim. from down the
So
street."
I guess, but when you make a response video to somebody, what you need to do is you need to put out all your personal information in the video, where you live, picture of yourself, preferably a driver's license. Put out all the stuff ahead of time. Put that out there.
Otherwise, you're a coward.
Otherwise,
Just
you're
go
a
ahead
coward.
and dox yourself.
Yeah, dox yourself every time you respond, because if you don't, you're not a man.
No,
I mean,
no.
if
Every
you
video
want to,
has to include something else about you personally, whether it be your address, your social security number, your driver's license. Something has to be in each video to show that it's really you, man to man, with the person.
And this is the thing, he said that like kids more often than not use their faces. Like, yeah, because they haven't learned yet.
yeah,
that
because they're
you
dumb.
can do other shit.
Yeah, I mean, shit is it's basically to the point where it might not surprise the I've got a screenshot actually, but someone sent me a message of him, Infinite Retro on Discord, saying that he doesn't believe I'm bisexual, and he wants proof.
Ooh.
What? Does he actually want like pictures of you?
I don't know. I guess he wants like pictures of me going at it with another
What
guy.
Damn,
Is
he
it
really
based-
is your number one fan.
Oh, I know. This is
why
all
does it
one
matter though?
elaborate plot to get my nudes, I suppose.
Like, why does it change one of your arguments if?
No, but it's a strange thing to doubt. Of all the
Yeah,
things.
I'm saying like from his perspective, what is he hoping to find out? Like, if he goes, say for example, he catches a conversation
Wants
with
to
you
see my
privately, and you
dude.
go, I'm actually straight, haha.
Yeah.
Is he gonna go? You see?
See, this validates everything that I've been saying. The whole time I knew. But it's a strange thing to doubt. Of all the things that I've said and claimed, because I can't realistically provide proof of stuff like that, He's like he wants me
you
to.
can, Rags. You choose not to.
Well, he said things like prove that I don't buy subs. It's like how do I? Do you want me to
Rags,
provide
while
a
you're at it,
receipt?
you prove there's no God. Just you'll be handy.
No, how do I provide you a receipt for money that I didn't spend for a purchase I didn't make? I don't know what burden. What would it take? Ugh.
So you're saying you're wrong?
I'm saying that I'm just a big dirty liar. I'm just a big liar.
But when you put your face on camera, people can see everything. Okay, they can
Yeah,
see
they can.
your eyes, your facial features, tells, and how you move your body when you talk. And I think it's very
Your
interesting.
bling rings.
Yeah, your bling rings. Your
Did you guys hear about the Hearthstone player that got into trouble because it was potentially someone else playing the game while they put a girl on camera?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they do that all the time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, it's
Ah.
just funny because there's so many instances where it's manipulative, like the guy in the wheelchair who got turned out, he wasn't in a wheelchair at all.
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah,
shit and I was like, oh,
we have had
fuck
that.
At least with a fucking avatar, nobody's gonna be like, wait, are you actually an alien? Like, no, I'm not.
Provide proof that you're an alien. Provide proof you're not. But honestly,
the burden of proof is on him, right? He
yeah.
has to prove you're not a dog. Okay.
It's like, who cares about their tells or their expressions? I would prefer to talk to an avatar so that none of that gets in my way and distracts me.
That's the
I
weird
would-
part, dude. Some people find looking at a person kind of off-putting. It's like, I guess they don't matter.
Yeah.
Those people just don't matter.
I want to talk to a picture and so I could focus on what they have to say. That helps me. It helps me focus on these non-superficial things.
Yeah, if I talk to Infinite Retro directly, I would look at his rings more so than his face.
It's more
Yeah,
interesting.
same. I would be so distracted. I want to know what each one is called.
9 rings for the mortal men doomed to die.
Where do you put the other one?
You'll never see it coming.
No
So
thumb
you
rings,
see
man.
that, especially when people start getting heated and going back and forth with discussions, the certain tells that their body emits without them even realizing it. And these people hide.
You guys ever seen Lie to Me? The show Lie to Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the
I
little
know,
micro emotions that they're like, he's lying because his eye twitched. Like, okay, I guess. I don't know what you hope to gain from seeing my expressions. I would be smiling a lot, though. I promise you that.
Behind that, they are so terrified of actually confronting a situation. And the sad part is,
From the safety of the other side of the planet, yeah. But
The
okay.
sad reality for me is like, oh,
The sad part. Go on.
about all of these people is that they don't do anything. They don't use their position for any actual positive good.
I
Mm.
see.
This is one of the
Wait,
things
why
he
is-
says.
Why
Yeah.
does this matter in relation to not showing your face?
So, what was the first super chat that I got? Very interesting. I can't play in this, of course. What was the first super chat I
So
got? Hey,
it's
Rags.
okay if you hide your face if you do something positive with it.
As
Okay,
long as you do
Batman.
something positive. Yeah, as long as you do
Well, I
something
suppose it
positive.
covers him
You know.
because there has to be a bunch of non-Avatar related content creators that he can't criticize, like people who are just flawless. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's got to be, you know.
He can't actually make any criticism about anything that's justifiable or interesting or on point. So he wants to have something that he can trot out, I guess, to make fun of. But
Like,
I mean,
there are times where it's okay. There are
yeah,
times.
sometimes, yeah, it's not an ad hominem if I destroy your position and then mock your appearance. Right, that's just cherry on top. But what was my first super chat? Hey Rags, I appreciate what you do, and I also appreciate you opening my mind to a more conservative viewpoint. I feel like it's important for that guy. I get
Yeah, but
I've got.
He's clearly a paid shill.
I paid him to pay. You're right. I paid him to pay me the money back. Is what I
Paid him
did.
double. That's how it works.
He's a paid shill who
Rags, you taught me to
gets
shoot
a
first
refund.
in DayZ.
Huh?
Oh, I said you taught me to shoot first in DayZ, huh?
Well, here's the thing. I get emails all the time from people. Thanks for opening up my mind to this new idea. Thanks for even if it's like, thanks for getting me into PC gaming. I'm really loving gaming now. This is way better than my console ever was, and I'm having a blast with my friends on PC. Or thanks for showing me how to make this good argument. Thanks for putting out this idea that I support. I didn't think there were people like me. Even when like the furry drama started, I got a bunch of message from people in the furry community saying, thank you so much, I really support you. I just can't like say a lot of this stuff out loud because there's some crazy ass people in this community who like go after us and harass us and stuff. So to you, Retro, maybe nothing that you do matters, but I don't have such a nihilistic approach to everything. I mean,
I'm sure, like, you wouldn't even make that criticism of him, right? Because it's so easy to have one person say that your content's worthwhile, and then that's it.
Yeah. I
So-
provide, even if it isn't useful, it's entertainment for hundreds of thousands of people, so
Yeah.
there you go. Oh, well.
One thing I find interesting about that, because he said, well, you should use your avatar and behind anonymity for something positive. And by something positive, I mean something that I would like you to do.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, he made a video, he's making a video about someone on the internet that he's never met using a picture of a dog instead of a live webcam recording. I mean, that's what this video is about. How important of content do you want? I don't know.
because they think it's funny and they don't give a shit who they step on. But I would love to see. I was taught a dude.
I don't like this. This whole he said that a few times. I step on other people to get to my. I mean, that's a very reductionist sort of view to take a look at it. Stepping on somebody. In order
Yeah.
it's obvious.
Yeah, we're gonna need specifics for that one, Mr. Retro.
Yeah, all critics step upon the media that they criticize.
I stepped on Ryan
let me
Johnson.
tell you the kinds of things that you step on. Skyrim mods, DayZ, 7 Days Later, EA, Evil Within 2, PUBG.
Yeah, I step
yeah.
on anything that you base your content off of. You're stepping on.
You stepped on Destiny too, man. How could you?
Oh, how couldn't I?
We're gonna need receipts for all the things you stepped on, just to prove that.
Yeah,
You stepped on them.
these are receipts. Prove that you stepped on them, and prove what you didn't step on. Show me your feet. I want to see into your soul. There's a foot pun for you.
Also, what he's doing to you does not count as stepping on you.
No, this is different because I'm a bigger channel,
Completely
so it's okay.
different.
Although considering all the things that you have stepped on, Rags, I really, really afraid to smell your shoes. You need a lot of washing.
I bathe regularly.
He bought new shoes.
Not too regularly, but regularly.
Do dogs wear shoes?
They got booties.
They walk funny when they do.
Yeah.
They can.
That's adorable.
Doesn't mean they do.
They
Oh,
can.
yeah.
Very complicated.
Yeah.
There's a whole book on it.
I won't put his name out there.
Dog shoes. The Fellowship of the Barn.
Oh my
You'll know what
god.
I'm talking about. Starts with D, but it's not a dong. He was bringing up the fact of, like, what's the positive impact that these people do? Oh, but they're debunking console lies. Who gives a fuck? I mean, seriously.
I'll tell 284,000 people.
Dude, were you guys around for the fucking PS3 versus 360 days? Oof.
Sort of, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not really,
That
but
was
sort of.
that was angry. I had friends who stopped talking to each other over that shit.
Oh man, it's so toxic.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And remember,
Because the competition is very intense back then.
Well,
the
people
PS2
are
and 360, they're both
tribalists.
they're equally good. At least in terms of the consoles, so nothing beats the PC. But
yeah,
in terms
I
of
had a
like
360 back in the day. I mean, that's what I started on pretty much in terms
Yeah,
of
same.
a console that I owned.
Dude,
And you know,
PS2 online, I spent too much time on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just a way to. It's just tribalist nonsense, silly stuff. And
Yeah.
I've never made a.
PS2, Xbox, and GameCube also had a war, and it's even worse because you have three now.
But like the whole, people do or do not care, or what you should or should not care about. It sounds like the same shit when they say like, why'd you spend so much time ripping into The Last Jedi? Do you care about anything? It's like
I care about The
care
Last
about-
Jedi.
care about
I don't.
media.
it's-
Media's fun. I get entertainment from it.
Yeah, and I've never made a video. If somebody says they prefer consoles, I mean, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's totally
if they
fine.
say I prefer consoles because it has the largest game library, I'm like,
All right.
No. Like,
Yeah, that crosses from subjective to objective. doesn't
yeah,
it?
like that's the point. You're
Yeah.
saying. Like I every once in a while I get linked to video. Hey, respond to this person, and they're like, I prefer consoles for such and such. You're like, okay. I mean, there's nothing for me to really do here. Like Rags attacks people because they play on consoles. Like, do I really? Is that really the reason why I do it?
I mean,
Have
you
watched
just said,
my
right? Like, and it's the
content?
same for me. You came from console gaming, I'm assuming, before PC.
Yes, most people do. In fact, most
Yeah,
people
because
do.
Yeah, a
I
lot
couldn't
of
afford a
them.
PC, so I played console, and I understand consoles. Good shit. It's just that PC's better. I don't know.
Somebody
too
said
rough.
in the chat, Rags should have just used Face Rig and on his webcam, and I said, "Here's my face, bitch."
Well, I actually have a puppet that K-Beer and Just Own Effects did. So I don't know how
Alright.
it works. So I'm gonna ask them how maybe that works, and I might try that out later. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. But I've got
That'd be
one,
pretty awesome.
so that would be really cool.
We,
But this
we
whole
should just be happy that Rags doesn't upload face cam videos. The world would run out of lube. Just saying.
Yeah,
see,
because
that's what
honestly,
that bad dragon
rags, right?
sponsors
If you were like a fat dude or like an ugly dude, he would just be picking on that
Yeah.
instead of the fact that you don't use your face.
And the thing is, he uses a picture of my face, thinking it'll make me upset, and I just keep getting compliments for it. So
Well, I mean, like I said, man, you look pretty good for the average internet user, I think.
I look fine,
Even I'm not even gonna say no homo. I'm not saying that.
Not even gonna say it. Well, all right, I'll take that. I'll accept it. This stream was worth it. It was all worth it.
You can spend the rest of your days doing that shit and it won't change a thing. Okay? It's literally like weeds. You
What?
push one out and 10 come back in its place. It is
Is that a
never
thing
gonna-
wings
It's
do?
console wars will never gonna end. Yeah.
Well,
Did he say wings or weeds?
I thought he said wings at first.
Yeah.
Referring to like the
Oh.
opinions and things. But
Did he say weeds?
He
Yeah,
said weeds.
I think he meant weeds.
You pull
I
a
don't know
weed
if
and then
that
10 take its place.
So, I was so
10 weeds.
confused.
Because
You rip
there's
a wing out and 10 will come
because
back.
everything
like,
I do,
what?
everything I do is pointless.
Infinite
There's
Retro
no
can't
reason.
do analogies.
Here's the thing, even if it was just pure entertainment, it's entertainment for hundreds of thousands of people, millions and millions and millions of views, and like that. I'm happy when other people get entertainment from my work. I like the spotlight. I like when people laugh at my jokes and things like that. And I don't know. I think it's coming from the place of somebody maybe who's never had an audience. I mean, I know he had that one big Titan channel with 5,500 subs or whatever. that he referenced, but that I guess he got rid of.
Fundamental
for
of like humanity is we like to talk to each other, right? So if you have the audience, you have people to talk to.
Yeah, and by the way, Jago, no, I don't smoke weed, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's like it's coming from the position of somebody I think who just doesn't know what it's like to have an audience, who doesn't get messages every day from people saying thanks for the content. I really appreciate what you do. I enjoy it. I laugh at it. You changed my mind on something. You help me see things in a new perspective. I mean, maybe you should speak for yourself, Retro, because you're not. I mean, you're only convincing people of how not to be.
I know you said you don't want to debate him for the whole dishonesty thing, but like he surely couldn't last more than like 1 minute on any point.
He couldn't. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's obvious. It's self-evident that this isn't about me winning or losing. It's just I don't want to talk to him. He's such a disingenuous kind of guy. He doesn't come into this from a position of good faith. Notice he's never responded to the whole fair use thing that I brought up. About how fuck fair use, he said. It was like, well, like all your videos basically are fair use, and you're responding to me and using clips of my stuff, and that's fair use. And I was like,
that seems like I feel like that's common with people who are on the losing side. Like, I made the series like 10,000 points against H-Bomber guy. He picked one that he said was sarcastic, and so I'm sitting there like, okay, so what about the other 99,000?
Yeah. Like, what about everything else? It's like, good job, you got the one sarcastic one. I don't know, man. I don't know, and that's why I don't want to talk to Cyrus either. They're both disingenuous people,
Right. Somebody asked in the chat. When you are completely honest with yourself, I purely out of curiosity wants to know: do these kinds of people make you upset? Do they get under your skin?
Sometimes they do, but not for the reasons you might expect. It's because I want them to understand, but they're too stupid to, and that's what frustrates me. It's like I want to explain to them these extremely simple concepts, but they're too arrogant.
Being malicious though, like do you think they're stupid or they're just doing it on purpose?
I think these two are doing it for malicious reasons, based on how they've said in the past that they've had with me. I mean, look at Retro. He just come out and says, "Yeah, Rags was fired from his job." Just outright, He just came out and said, Rags got fired from his job. Just out of the blue. It's like that's not the. I mean, that's just. Someone...
I remember being like, "Hey Rags, were you fired from your job?" Like, is that a thing that happened? You're like, no. It's like, oh,
no.
Okay,
Yeah, someone in his server asked me. It's like, no, that's just something Retro made up to try and attack my character. He's trying to, I guess, saying I can't keep a job or something. I don't know.
Do you think he reconciles that by being like, yeah, well, I did it in service of trying to take down a monster, so it's okay?
Anybody, you can morally justify anything, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's what makes him dangerous. Well, he's not dangerous because he doesn't have an audience, but, people who would have an audience would be dangerous.
I guess, yeah.
There is always going to be something or someone that needs debunking, and after a while...
Yeah. People are always going to be wrong on the internet, and I have to do something about it. So there, yeah. It's something I enjoy doing it. I enjoy arguing with people, taking points, and making a living off of it. I can't defeat every single bad idea that's ever existed and ever will exist. I guess I should just give the fuck up. Right? I should just give up. There's always going to be someone else who's wrong. I should just give up. It's an oddly defeatist attitude.
Alt-right Rags.
Just do a 24/7 stream of just every single video that ever hits YouTube.
Astral's asking me, do I hook with Faunus from RWBY?
Ruby, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Right, continue.
Fucking cares, right?
284,000
people.
It's not
like somehow somebody lying about an Xbox or a PlayStation or something is suddenly gonna dramatically change my living conditions. All right, I just don't care.
Well, it'll change it'll change what they play video games on, and then they come and they send personal emails to me and they thank me for helping them make that decision and how much fun and experience, and enjoyment they're getting from it.
Yeah, it might not.
Okay, for the record, Rags' last video about PC gaming and console gaming was 5 months ago.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask about that. Like, why is he focusing on that so much?
I don't know. I don't really even consider myself a PC console channel anymore. I started out that way, but eventually you're just like, I've heard all the reasons, and they're all bad, and they don't really ever change much over time. It just doesn't.
You move on
like,
to other things.
honestly, dude, I don't know how it is for everybody else here, but like, I didn't go to PC because I was just like, that's just what you do. I had a friend tell me how good it is, show me how good it is, and I was like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, eventually I had to listen to people. It was, I mean, like I said, Blackbuster Critic was my inspiration to start a YouTube channel, and he was a big PC guy, and he's one of those big driving components that got me interested in it. Man, I wish he'd come back. I really wish he'd come back, because with all this loot box nonsense and AAA garbage, we need Blackbuster Critic more than ever. Oh wait, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm racist. I've been told. I can't. I'm sorry. Stay away. Stay off my YouTube.
Wait, no. Did you like Black Panther? That'll determine it.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I should.
You're white. Good luck getting in.
I don't know.
Me right there.
I don't know if my white money is worth it. This is the thing.
If you pay your white money for a black film, then you're not racist.
I don't want to colonialize the movie theater. When that's a black safe space, you see.
They're not begging money from you, Rex. They're actually begging money from Marvel. They're asking Marvel to literally redistribute the wealth.
Oh, well, that's okay. All right. We're all crisis solved.
Another lesson on how we should be operating from the capitalists at Disney.
Yeah, but remember, guys, capitalism is bad. Think of the animals and the children.
But the 20-something crowd with the Batman juice, and they're all about the fucking politics.
What's Batman juice?
I've never heard of it.
I don't know. Yeah, you know, Rex, I think you should just play the video on, because the one by Cyrus is pretty freaking long.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's awful. But
which I know some of them are, and that's okay. That they're all into the politics, and it's cool. But drive me fucking crazy with the amount of like mental aids that you have to deal with some people.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Like, yeah, I can.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Like, who's doing anything with the pseudo-intellectualism? Like, is anything...
Hey, I first off, that's a lot of...
Damn those rings, man.
All right, first off, pause game on point. But just because... I mean, I just don't... Yeah, some people are interested in politics. And they're young.
Some interest... People could be interested in cabbage. Like, I don't... Yo, this point.
Vegan Gains is like, he's a cabbage, you know?
He has 3 bracelets on his right hand. Damn.
Look, it's not enough.
Damn,
bracelets.
this dude is.
For every video he makes on Rags,
classy.
he gains a bracelet.
He's. It's true. He's eventually gonna be this like a knight in plate armor.
He's wearing chainmail.
But the I forgot. This is fucking retarded.
I never freeze.
Yeah, pseudo-intellectualism. It can be real intellectualism just on mundane topics.
No, whoever declares it as pseudo, it becomes pseudo. That's how it works.
I would consider Infinite Retro the litmus test for what is and isn't intellectualism, so that makes sense, right?
That's a good one.
Actually being done. Are you guys going to go study in university, college, that sort of thing, to then put yourself in a position to be able to increase your...
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, it's like, go to college? It's like, why aren't you going to college? It's like,
What does that have to do with making videos?
Yeah, it's like I did 1 year of college and I was like, this isn't for me. So I got a job and then I started doing this hobby and here I am now. Hooray! Yay!
Scope and actually help and make change, right? Now,
yes, Freaky, you can join definitely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let me. Can you add him to the call?
Oh wait, maybe Discord has a limit of 5 calls.
Yeah, I've had more than 5 people. You should just be able to click join.
Yeah,
there we go.
Fringy.
Hello.
Fringy, you're Australian. You've got some strange countrymen.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no one.
But Red, are you? We haven't talked in a little bit, but have you been kind of like following the little drama thing going on?
Well, I noticed that this guy posted like 10 videos in one day.
Yeah.
He seems a little bit...
Damn!
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was a lot. He seems to have kind of lost the plot entirely. Like, honestly, I'm not sure what's going on.
Man. He's just passionate.
Yeah,
but the issue is that he doesn't like think before he speaks, so he keeps contradicting himself and nothing makes sense.
That's a little bit of an issue. But he's done 12 videos, kind of either about 10 directly about me, and 2 that are kind of like insinuating me or trying to bait me. So he's done about 12 videos on me. In the last 4 days,
Right.
he's done about 10 or so.
Okay, that's not right. Like,
A few days ago,
That is not right.
he uploaded 4 within
What's
2
that?
hours a few days
Aren't
ago.
most of them like 2 minutes as well?
Yeah, just make one video.
Are they? Hold on, let me,
Well, yeah,
let
it's
me
all
take
just
a look.
it's all a bunch of like clips of me where he tries to make me. He takes me out of context, but it makes me look better anyway.
Nice.
What one might call a backfire.
Yeah.
In the last 4 days, he's done 12, and 10 of them are about rags, I think.
Yeah, and two of them are bait. They're like PC bait. Like PS4 is better than PC, and I'm sorry.
And apparently, he also criticized Bullet Barry for his like rather good video on depression. I don't
Yeah,
see
I
what
heard
was
about
wrong
that.
with that.
Yeah, I heard
That was a
about
good
it.
video.
I heard it was quite good. Fratanga was saying it was a pretty good video.
It was,
It's
yeah.
like- it's like self BTFO. All this.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go with that.
Rags put in his video, what have you done, Retro? Well, I've done a lot. But one of the things I was really proud of was the fact that I was part of other YouTubers' campaign in this country to get Mortal Kombat unbanned. When I found out Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit! Well.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck.
Okay.
That's actually
Okay.
that's not what happened. Just for reference, like it was that we got the R rating and then Mortal Kombat became available. It wasn't that like people campaigned for Mortal Kombat not to be banned. It was that a new rating was implemented, and therefore it was no longer a banned game.
How does
I
the
don't see
rating
how
system work in Australia?
I think what he
the
meant
way
as
that it worked-
campaign was. I think what he meant was campaign is that he just made a couple of videos criticizing it.
Well, the way that our ratings work is we have G, PG, M, MA, and R. So R is basically equivalent to mature. MA is also sort of roughly equivalent to that. But like R is for really violent stuff like God of War or The Last of Us. M is sort of like teen, and then PG is basically like kids, you know, like 10 plus or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a AO here, and that's like
Oh,
porn
it's
games.
so rare. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I can't remember the last AO game.
Yeah, you can't.
That
I
is
think
deaf
San
in terms of
Andreas got the
distribution.
rating, that's why you couldn't sell it on store shelves.
But even in Australia, though, there's a lot of games that, like, if there's any drug use that enhances the player, then that's not allowed. If there's any sort
So
of
Far Cry is
sexual-
not allowed.
Well, Far Cry, I think, gets away with it because they changed the names. It's like, if you can use heroin and it gives you a buff, then it's not about
But if you
What
use
about Max
malaria,
Payne 3?
painkillers. Oh yeah, painkillers. No,
Yeah.
that was here. It seems to be a weirdly applied one, but I know
I
the
would
main one that
imagine.
they're really touchy on is the sexual stuff. So, Hotline Miami 2's never been released here because there was a
Damn.
Oh man.
I think there was a scene in it where there was a rape that occurred or something. Well, something like that. So it's never been released. And Saints Row 4 got banned temporarily because you could shove a dildo up people's asses and shoot them into the into the sky.
it's so weird because you could
Yeah.
show absolute destruction and mayhem and gore and violence on an unprecedented level, but dear God,
Don't you dare show a titty.
Don't imply sexual assaults. You know, don't show a breast. You can't do that.
You know what's strange about the Saints Row 4 thing is that when Saints Row 4 was banned in Australia, GTA 5 on the other hand was promoted everywhere.
Yeah, GTA 5 never got into any trouble here.
Yeah, I don't
How
know
about The
how
Witcher
the
3?
laws are applied. Yeah,
No, Witcher 3 is alright. Most games come out here. It's very rarely that
It's-
games actually get banned.
Is
Now,
it like a
did you guys-
political thing that's they pick and choose which game?
They're a little bit just out of touch. I think that's
Yeah.
the main thing. They're fairly out of touch.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get Blitz, the football game?
No.
I don't know.
PS2, probably.
Yeah, PS2 game. Yeah.
Not sure.
Because you could like pump steroids for a
Oh,
while and make your guys
sure
like,
we didn't,
extremely
man. I'm
fast and powerful.
sure we
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it worse in Australia or Germany? Because I got a German friend who gets a bunch of
Germany's
Nazi-
really bad. Germany's
Yeah,
really
they
quite
don't have-
tight on it.
You can't. I had to gift a game to one of my German friends, Brothers in Arms. You
Oh.
can't buy that in Germany.
Yeah,
A game
there's
about Americans shooting Nazis.
they're
You're not
really
allowed to buy
touchy
it.
about that in Germany because I think there's some sort of just universal law that any media that has like swastikas or any Nazi symbols in it, that's just not allowed at all. Like
I didn't-
totally
Wolfenstein.
not allowed. No, they
Obviously
changed
Wolfenstein.
they changed their stuff. So like for Call of Duty
what happened
World
for my
War
friend
II,
was he bought the British version of Wolfenstein for my German friend, and not allowed. It's just like,
wow, that's crazy. It's fucking crazy. You know, it's like, I guess, you know, we have to be more authoritarian in what content you consume. The state has to decide what content you can consume because we don't want.
Oh yeah.
I can see why Germany's kind of touchy on it because they're obviously very ashamed.
Yeah, but you gotta. But no one. Yeah, it was like you're like, guys, no one blames you for that shit. Like everyone's dead. No. It's like you're just.
There's some strict laws about that though.
Yeah,
right? Like,
oh yeah, freaking on, Jesus
you
Christ.
You can get arrested for doing the Roman salute in public over there. It's like you don't have free speech in Germany, places like that. But we'll actually touch on free speech. I think Retro goes into that a little bit. I skimmed
his perspective on his
carry on.
I skimmed through this earlier, but yeah, the reason I paused it was because he talks about, you know, something that he was proud of, and that was at the top of the list, I guess. Is like last year I saved someone's life in a restaurant by performing the Heimlich maneuver, and it's probably the proudest moment of my life. It's up to the top, you know, something like that. So whatever. Because earlier he talked about, you know, what are you doing with your life? And then he's like, I got a game unbanned in my country. What are you doing with your life? Why aren't you going to fucking college? I was like, I don't know.
No offense to college, but like from my experience, it's not an achievement to go there.
Yeah.
When I got banned, I went fucking crazy. In spectacular style, I had a ball doing it. And it was awesome, but I was also ringing the local council.
Probably.
I was also ringing the parliament.
There's an ad harm, you can't do that.
Good for you, good for you, good for you.
Of our government. And talking to whoever, whenever, about this issue and bringing up the arguments about why they're using the movie
He pestered Parliament about Mortal Kombat. Are you kidding me?
No, dude, no. I'm the one wasting my life. I'm the one wasting my life.
Come on.
I love the idea that Parliament are like, oh, this fucking Aussie guy wants more.
It's like, just give him the fucking game already. He's like, he's called 12 times today.
They send him a mail back, like, can you just pirate it?
Yeah. It's like, listen, we'll look the other way. Just stop calling us, please.
Ed Boon told us that it was okay. Just leave us alone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, it's
like, here's a certificate. If you get a knock on the door, just show him this. It'll be fine.
Medium, different or activity. And I would continue to do my videos to create the awareness. I wouldn't just do one or two and then just stop, right? I kept
We know you don't make one or two and stop.
I'm willing to bet that he would judge people for that, for like moving on from a topic instead of just hammering it home endlessly.
Zero self-awareness.
Well, yes, that's true, but also like we got to try and entertain people if we're trying to make content. You can't do the same thing over and over and over, even if, like, I'm not an activist. So what are you asking?
Even if you're,
I just want to, every single time he put an argument, it's like, oh, I am actually doing something productive to society. I was like, well, good for you, Infinite Retro. Good for you for doing something productive to society. You're still wrong in accusing Rags of buying subs.
Yeah,
how is that freaking relevant?
It doesn't make you any more right, you know? It's like you helped to get a game available in a country.
If you entertain and inform society, is that not helpful to society?
Even if it was just pure entertainment, you know? Is like, are actors wasting their lives? You know, are comedians
I think that falls short of what your work is. I think it's almost an insult to say it's strictly entertaining. You got some informative
I think so too.
So.
Even if,
that's sort of the aim, isn't it?
And so it's like, well, you're as important to some people. You're more important to some people than some people would look at. Like, I don't watch TV, but I'd watch your videos.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a worthless argument. Just trying to be like, this content is more important than yours. It's like, come on, like at this point, what are we even arguing about?
Why aren't you making videos on cancer research, you monster?
That's
it goes further and further and further.
You have 284,000 subs. Why aren't you teaching people about how woke Black Panther is? Fuck.
Where's that water well in Africa in your name, dude?
Fringy, have you seen Black Panther?
I did, yes. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. It's I mean, I don't think it's some groundbreaking in terms of any of the stuff that happens in the film, like the way that it's structured or the way that it's written. It's all normal, but I don't think
very Marvel.
Because I wanted to get
exactly.
You know, a POC, you know, opinion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because I didn't want to colonialize the reviews.
There are a few cringy bits where like
Oh, thank God you.
where Martin Freeman's character was like called a colonizer. It's like, oh, come
Don't
on.
forget the white boy comment, dude. The fucking tech girl calls him a white boy.
that.
But yeah, like it's
dialogue.
I like the way that it approached because one of the central themes of the story is like whether or not Wakanda should be an isolationist country or whether it should actually sort of expand its influence to help other people. And I think that's an interesting thing. I think that's for a superhero.
No spoilers,
for a superhero
by the way. No
movie.
spoilers, by the way.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not. That's
Alright,
just sort of one of the
make sure.
themes of the story. But yeah, it's I enjoyed it, but people like crying and giving a round of applause, like what? I mean,
Is that what
they're acting
happened?
like it's the well, apparently people said on Twitter that their whole theater did a round of applause. It's like, come on, you're making it sound like it's the Shawshank Redemption. It's a superhero movie about a guy in a cat suit. Chill out.
Andy Dufresne.
Somebody, a bunch of people, black people on the theaters as well, just like putting their hands and fists up in the sky. I was like, Ironic revolution.
No, that's not just black people. It's all the guilty whites too.
Black Panther.
Like,
I'm
Man.
sorry.
you don't have to
guys.
believe me on this one. Like, I'm just saying, I 100% confirm this actually happened. The people in front of me waited after the credits, like I always do with Marvel films. I feel like you may as well.
Yeah, I did.
Um,
I did.
Yeah, I was hoping to see Winter Soldier and Captain America do something. And to remain spoiler-free, you kind of see something. But it was a little bit nothing. You kind of don't really get much to work with.
Yeah,
And
something.
the people in front of
then
me...
again,
I know what you mean. Little
he
something,
just
little,
recovered.
Little something, little nothing.
Yeah,
you know?
the
Well-
people in front of me said, I waited 2 hours for this shit.
Well, yeah,
that's not
that's
very
kind
woke
of
of them.
Well, I guess it's kind of a surprise because the next one's Infinity War, and like Thor Ragnarok's post-credit scene was more relevant to that than this one, even though this is the lead-in.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, man. A lot of people will complain if you put like plot points in the fucking stingers, but like to me, I'm like, that's what I want.
It's not about
Yeah,
plot, it's
I'd
about
rather have
form.
something that's relevant than nothing at all.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, who was this black bald guy again?
Black Panther.
Wait,
No,
what?
who was this bald guy that I'm looking at me? He's kind of scary.
Regs, your pause game is on point. Just, you haven't caught him in a flattering. Just
It's not
picture.
I'll be back
possible.
in a second.
It's not
sorry.
possible, which just
Is
proves
it
my
possible?
point and how silly it is. You know, I was like, I don't care. I would rather be talking to that stupid anime thing picture.
Also, did you know Blade and Hancock? Did they get wiped from people's memories?
Yeah,
when,
that's what I was saying. Was
Yeah.
like, this is the first black superhero movies, like Blade, Hancock.
And the thing is, I thought Blade was really good. I loved Blade.
yeah,
one.
Blade was a cool little
Yeah,
movie.
Blade was great.
Even the sequels were like dumb, silly, but good, you know, in their own way.
Well, the
The
third,
third one
one's
was
ridiculous.
dumb. The second was good.
But even you had shows like Static Shock and stuff. It's like, where's my Static
Well,
Shock
people,
movie?
dude, crazily enough, I completely forgot about this. People were like, isn't Catwoman Halle Berry? That's a black superhero. It's like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was just
It
a really
is.
shit fucking movie.
It was really bad, but it still happened.
You guys remember
Oh,
the?
by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I want you guys to listen to this. Here's a.
All right, we need to have ourselves a conversation for tonight's midnight release for Black Panther. Ain't nobody talking while I'm talking, so shut the fuck up. I'm the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the chiseled Adonis. And first and foremost, I gotta get something off my chest. There are 3 different kinds of individuals I do not want to see at the midnight release or ever at this movie premiere, period. Okay, number 1, you Marvel Comics superhero movie virgins ain't never seen a movies before, don't know that Wakanda's not a real place. You think the movie's based on a true story. You going out to different hardware stores. Talk about I'm looking for the vibranium. You dumbass, do not show up to the movie. Number 2, the pro-blacks. We don't need you here. Where were you at when Blade came out? Obstructing people's view. Talk about pro-black. Singing all these extra Negro spirituals when you inside the movie theaters. Talk about wade in the water. Malcolm and Martin fought for this. No, you dummy. Where were you at when Blade came out? I remember going to see Blade in the theaters. I looked over, they had a reserved section for the pro-blacks who was sitting in there. Just keep sweat, because nobody showed up. Now, all of a sudden, now you gotta have your fist in the air for Black Panther. Do not pull up. Number 3, the people who gonna show up in goofy ass dashikis and dooku's on their head. No! Do not pull up dressed like you going to an African wedding. That's not what the movie's about. Do not pull up that ass. I ain't dealing with that shit. You don't know nothing about Marvel. All of a sudden now you the biggest fan. Fuck up out out of here. Where was the support for Luke Cage? Where was the support for Blade? Do not pull up. I'm showing up with the Timbs on my feet, the wife beater on my chest, the do-rag on my head with the fitted above it, because I'm going to have my triple blade powers showed up and ready for every single one of y'all. Dead ass, I ain't playing with that shit. You're acting like ISIS of the movie theaters. ISIS of the Marvel comics. Do not come to the movie theater. Dead ass, I'm not playing. We need to start the Robert E. Lee challenge. You pull up and stop me from enjoying the movie. You getting lynched on site.
That's fucking amazing. Who is that? Who is that?
Oh my god, link that,
I
please.
retweeted it. I retweeted a video in my Twitter.
Oh,
Check it out.
okay. Yeah, let me go check that out.
It's so true though, because like a friend of mine's a huge fan of Marvel, and when I told him about all the sort of black culture stuff surrounding Black Panther, he was like, "Oh,
I'm like
I
crying.
just want to watch a Marvel film though."
Oh, I just saw something on Twitter that's making me cringe.
Yeah,
It's
you
related to the movie.
You can post it in the group thing here.
Oh no, it's just a tweet. Actually, I don't know if I should read it because it kind of spoil the movie if I explain what was
yeah.
Do you want to post it then so we can judge?
I like the guy, so I kind of don't want to. No, don't worry about it.
Oh, is it a silly? Did he do a bad?
Well, it's just related to the villain. And I think anybody who sees the movie could see the pitfalls there.
Oh, at least PM me. I'm going to be criticizing that film soon.
All right.
Yeah. What's the link to what you played? Or who is that? Who did that?
I already retweeted it on my Twitter. So
yeah, check Apperben's Twitter. His Twitter's in the description. Check there. Ooh, that was funny.
Molly, you're gonna spend like 5 hours criticizing Black Panther?
Oh shit! You know who I am.
Yes, I watched. It was a great video. Your Star Wars one. It was like the most comprehensive breakdown of the film that I've seen.
No, Fringy, it was too long.
Well,
did you like when I spent 5 hours talking about Asians and feminism? That's what I did.
Oh, that's probably what some people said the video was about, didn't they?
Oh, what a Jew.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of amazing, like how quick people are to defend such a flawed film. Like even if you enjoy it, it's really like not good at all.
And that's the thing. I want to make it clear. It's like enjoy as much as you want. I had fun the first time I watched it, but then I was like, oh fuck, it's terrible.
Well, it's kind of like it's the same. Like the way that I sort of look at the prequels. I like the prequels, but I know that they're not really that good. I mean, I think Revenge of the Sith is all right, but
they've ascended.
I can watch The
memehood.
Phantom Menace and enjoy it while still knowing that it's not really a good film.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's totally fine.
No one can take away your enjoyment.
The Last Jedi, I enjoyed it much better than The Force Awakens, but it's still bad.
It's still really broken. It's so broken.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm not
Halo
doing 5 hours on
Star
Black
Wars.
Panther. I don't want to kill myself in terms of like pissing off an entire demographic. I'll just stick with a quick video probably.
He kept doing it as well. Some of the Aussie guys. And
wait, who's this guy again?
This is nobody.
This is I Hate Rags. This is
I Hate Rags, basically.
Some of the Aussie guys. And we got a lot of coverage and a lot of support. And at one point, from ringing Canberra so much, they actually started to remember me. Good, because that's how it fucking should be.
Someone
sent by something,
yeah.
Right, sitting there crying and bitching about this or that or whatever. You know, don't actually do it.
You're crying and bitching about a video game being released in your country. See, this is what I think about. There's no self-awareness. It's like, why are you crying and bitching on the internet?
The layers are always good when, say, for example, it's like, Molly, you spend so long criticizing, you just crying about a film, and I'm like, you're crying about me crying about a film.
Yeah, it's like we can go do this all day.
Anything. Okay, you just I'll debunk this video. Yeah, there. See, I've done something. What have you done? Right?
Debunked the video.
I debunked the video.
Death. Okay, so debunking some lie isn't going to stop the fact that the people that support the person you're debunking, do you really think they're going to just suddenly wake up and go, oh, okay, all right?
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, some of them do. Yeah, 284,000 people didn't come out of nowhere.
This is very odd for someone, like, it would be like, you guys have probably heard of Dark Matter 2525, right? The guy who does animations like on those 80s videos. Like, There's no way that there weren't a large number of people who watched those videos and were like, oh, wow, I should probably start thinking about this a bit more. It's not like you're instantly changing people's minds, but like, what the... I don't get this, dude.
I know. He assumes he's never won over anybody in an argument, I suppose. I'm guessing, because that's the attitude of somebody who's never won over anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, my favorite part of this entire thing, I'm sorry, just a little bit of interrupt. My favorite part of that entire thing was when that black guy ranted about Black Panther. Infinite Retro's mouth is hanging mouth wide open. It's almost like he was astonished on the things that he said.
There's a lot of people who are astonished at things being said right now, I'll tell you that.
I mean, it seemed kind of negative. It was in relation to Black Panther. He must be a racist.
Yeah, it's like, haven't you ever had your mind changed by anything? Like, ever? He's like...
I mean, people outright say that.
I'm confused. Isn't that the point of him making videos against you, to change people's minds?
I guess.
Yeah, like, otherwise he's just I mean, if that's how the world worked, then what's the point of debating anything? It's just like, well, we're not going to change our minds, so we're just talking at each other.
Yeah, I couldn't stand still watching people say that Last Jedi was good. What am I?
I'm not a bad person. But think of all the things I've changed my mind in, be they political, social, philosophical, it's like all those things that I've changed my mind on.
If your opinions haven't changed ever, like if your opinions haven't changed ever throughout your life, then your mind is fat.
Yeah, and
that's what I would say.
And let's be frank, you didn't change your own mind on everything. It's like you had the seed planted in your head by someone else, or someone else told a good argument, and you were just
There's no shame in that, honestly.
Yeah,
that's right.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's coming from the point of view of someone who has never convinced anybody of anything ever. He assumes nobody else can do it.
It's not. I got all the fucking drags followers coming over to my channel, calling everything from a fucking train wreck to a shitstorm and all sorts of stuff, saying that I'm taking things out of context. Because...
Okay, if everyone's telling you you're taking things out of context, maybe... Not maybe. I'm not saying by virtue of them saying it. I'm saying maybe there might be some validity there. At least consider that maybe if everybody's telling you you're doing something, you might be doing something. You know, just think about it. Also, you took a popular YouTuber and you lied about him and made fun of him in a terrible way. What did you think would happen?
There's always this very weird logic among these people that if you attack a larger YouTuber, then that you'll always receive a negative reception, but that's not even true. There are times when a larger YouTuber has done something really wrong to most people, and if they get talked about, then they still get throttled, even though their own fans, even though they outnumber or whatever they mean, in terms of the two channels. You know, people aren't that tribal. If somebody's done something wrong, they're usually going to call them on it.
Yeah. Look at H3's early career. Mostly they just punched up.
Yeah.
Well, when you start off, you don't have a choice. I mean, when I started off, everybody was bigger than me. And then I got more and more popular, and then all of a sudden it became immoral to do the exact same thing.
What happens when you punch at the exact same subscriber amount?
Well, that's the only moral thing to do. I guess it's weird. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. In another video, you know, he doesn't like that I put sources in my description because that's the kind of these are my enemies. And when I don't do it, it's just because I'm being selfish and I want to make myself look good and I don't really care. When I do it, I'm a bad person and I try to send hate people's way. It doesn't matter what you do, it's wrong. If you attack people who are above you, if you criticize them, you're just doing it for the views and the exposure. And if you criticize people who are smaller than you, well, that means that you're punching down and you're being cruel and awful and a terrible person.
But why is it always called an attack? Why is it not just criticizing someone?
Because that would imply that they can't be victims.
Ow! My ears. Sorry, I had the.
Oh, hi, Fratanga.
Hey, we're live. Hey. Just letting you know before you tell everybody about.
Why is your circle off axis?
That is true. No, that's because Fratanga's fault. That's not my fault.
Are we talking about infinite retard?
Talking about your... Well, yes, we are. I wouldn't put it in those words.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Infinite. What's a better word?
How about
A
retard?
disability man.
Infinitely redundant. Huh?
That's that works. That works.
You
I
can just
wanted
use his
to.
genuine
Yeah.
name. I don't think anyone thinks it comes with a line of respect in any way.
What do we got here? Let's see. Oh, we got Hoppy, everybody's favorite weeb. We got good old Fringy.
Mm-hmm.
We got Dolphin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We got Mauler. Wait,
Hey.
are you the guy that did those Star Wars videos?
That would be me.
Like no, I'm just a
Oh,
big
no.
fan. I just really like the guy's
Oh,
stuff.
Fucking
I
love
heard,
those videos.
I heard from you that you don't necessarily agree with like Joseph Anderson's method of reviewing video games. I was interested in hearing about that.
He's fucked himself with Soma. I can't take him seriously after that. Soma's one of my favorite games of all time. It's an incredible
Soma's a
game.
borderline masterpiece video game.
And he fucked it, and I don't respect him after doing that.
I love Joseph
Who
Anderson.
fucked what video game? Who fucked what video game?
Have you heard of Joseph Anderson, the guy who does those long form reviews on?
I've heard of
video
him.
games?
I think I've seen one.
No.
I think I've
He
watched
did,
one
he
of
did
his
a video.
videos.
He did a video on Super Mario Odyssey where he said that it wasn't as good as people said it was.
Yeah.
And that was about
Alright.
2 hours. That was about 2 hours long. And I think
Alright.
the principal complaint in that one was that it was all filler content, and it was
Yeah, a lot of people said
repetitive.
that he doesn't understand the concept of collectibles, which collectathons, which I was like,
Well, that's the type of game that it is. So it's kind of
Yeah.
unfair to say that it's a bad game for
That's like
doing
this-
what
this-
it intended to be.
This racing game has some pacing issues. It's like okay.
So, okay, so I did watch the entirety of that video.
I did too. Yeah.
And the thing is, I had some cousins come over around Christmas time, and they had a Switch, and
Oh,
I got to
family.
put about to put in about maybe 26 hours into Mario Odyssey, and I think it's great. It's definitely a great game. But in terms of
Damn, 26 hours. I didn't expect that long.
yeah, but the amount of I don't know how to put it. I think his criticisms are very fair for the most part. I think they're fair.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison to other collective thons, if we can even call this, I don't consider this one a collective thon per se. But in comparison to how others do it, they structure it in a way where the collectibles have some sort of challenge behind them to get to, and Mario Odyssey does have that. But I think those that are those moments, they're hardly there. But I don't think that robs the
I don't necessarily agree, because there's a lot of structured content in Mario Odyssey. Like when you play it through your first time, that's all structured content.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fair amount of side content as well, and using the movement abilities to sort of get around. I mean, moving around in and of itself is fairly fun.
yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
pissed off a lot of
He's-
people with this video, didn't he?
Yeah,
He did. He did.
I think of all the Mario games out there, this is the most diverse moveset I've seen Mario have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's a video out there that it's called Mario Odyssey.
Friggy, what did you say that
Awards.
Mario was? Collect a fong? Collect a
I would
fong?
play. I'd play that. I'd play that.
I said,
Where am I getting? Where am I getting them from?
But I gotta say, in terms of the platforming, I still think it's definitely a downgrade from Mario Galaxy, which I think had some of the best platforming of any 3D.
Yes,
platformer.
but they are different games though, because
Yeah, they are,
Mario
yeah.
Galaxy is very structured. This is kind of the thing I noticed when I was playing Crash Bandicoot again. Like there's sort of a difference, an inherent difference between like sort of linear platform focused stuff and exploration sort of games.
Yeah,
Well,
he-
I mean-
I just linked a video.
Wow.
It's called Mario Odyssey rewards you for skilled play and experimentation, and it just shows like some of the little, just off the track. You wouldn't expect that you could even.
honest,
Yeah. I
I'm
did
someone
watch.
who played
yeah.
Mario Odyssey, by the way. I haven't touched it at all. And from his video, because I did watch it, I keep up with him because I don't know, some kind of weird obsession. He's kind of
Retro.
he made me think genuinely. I was like, ooh, Mario Odyssey looks to be a kind of a weak Mario game, right?
I think.
And like I don't
it's
necessarily
not
trust
weak.
him, but still.
It's not weak, but I think for him to say that the game is no masterpiece, I don't think that's something that triggers me personally, because it
No,
didn't rob
no,
my
it doesn't
enjoyment of
really.
the game.
It's not.
I mean, I
Breath
watched
of the Wild
video
is a
on it.
masterpiece as well.
No, that's right. I mean,
So-
I enjoyed the video anyway. I mean, even though I didn't agree with everything, I was like, yeah, I can
I
see
mean, if he said, you know, it's no masterpiece to Soma, that would be fine. But he like blatantly in his video just has bad information. And the Soma series I made, it was huge and has references to everything, right? But I also criticize him. I'm like, he's wrong here, he's wrong here.
Those
Also, I
Soma
called him a
videos were
faggot
pretty
at one
impressive.
point, and that got me in a lot of trouble.
Classic.
But
Classic.
I shared it got shared on Reddit, and a bunch of people were very upset with me. He's basically a god in the R gaming subreddit. And once they found out I criticized him, they were like, "This Mola guy can fuck off." I was like, "Oh."
Well, that's
to be honest,
my
I think Matthew Matosis is better than him.
I like
Matthew
Matthew
Matosis is
Matosis
great,
a
man.
lot.
So-
He's great. He's really
So-
It's the difference. It's the difference between putting some real passion, effort, and work into. Because I feel like Joe Svanson skipped over Soma, like he has with a couple of games, and a lot of people feel that way about him.
but at the same time, he like plays so much of these games. He 100%ed Mario Odyssey. I haven't done that.
I'll give him
no
that.
way
I'll give him that. But Soma, I'm pretty
Not
sure.
bad.
Well,
I don't
I'm
think-
actually.
But
I'm
Soma's a
bigger-
lot of it's just based off on paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's worth looking into other people's perspectives and being like, "Oh, fuck!"
Yeah.
For example, right, guys, near the end of Soma, there's this choice whether or not you kill the AI to
Oh
remain
yeah,
vague.
yeah.
And Joseph didn't know that that was a choice. He thought it was you only have one thing to do and you do it. And watching his video, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like, you're supposed to
point of the
choose
game.
Okay,
Yeah, you could've-
so between us, I think.
Between
think,
us and all the fucking people watching, yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. That's right. Yeah. Anyway, I
Come back
think
to Infinite Retro, is it?
a game analyst that I prefer is and you guys might not know him, but it's Noah Caldwell, and I can see why he isn't as popular as those guys because in terms of quality of his videos, the audio isn't great. He doesn't really do any actual editing. He doesn't actually edit like his audio mistakes, you know.
Right.
That's what I told
He
people
does
to
it.
get
He
a
does
mic.
it all. Yeah, he does it all in one shot, you know. And I even left a comment like, "Hey, your videos are really great. You do really good analysis. This is what I recommend you do." But he basically does something similar to Joseph, and he does like these long videos, and they definitely have structure, but they're just not edited. And
By
they,
Mr. LNG.
yeah, they're not
right. Okay.
I feel bad because I've criticized Noah in my videos as well.
really.
There's
yeah. I thought his
there's
Outlast
this
video was really bad.
Well,
There's this other guy that I found though recently called White Light. He's pretty good. He did a really good retrospective on the Crisis series. There are a lot of good up and coming like long form review, and that makes me really happy because
I'm thinking about getting into that game here.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
thinking about starting that.
I think you already
What,
did,
doing
Rags.
that?
Kind of.
I mean, I do like when it comes to this talking about games. Normally, it's just I've played the game. Here are my thoughts on it. It's pretty casual sort of thing. They're not scripted.
yeah, that's
Bullet-
right. You
bullet
didn't have
points.
to break your balls talking about Destiny 2, writing a freaking like 20-page long review on that game.
Nope.
why won't you guys get into Warframe?
I don't know. I'm
I
just
did.
not interested in that sort of game, to be honest. I think I just wouldn't enjoy these games.
Yeah, I'm the
the
same.
new update was fun.
I did. I played it. It was okay. I enjoyed it for what it is,
Because
but
you're playing that,
it's been a while since last time I played it. So
Mhm.
I
Did
played
anybody
it,
enjoy? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Played a little bit of that Vermintide 2 closed beta, and it is an NDA, but
Guilty or not.
Really?
Are we off topic, or are you okay with this?
oh fuck it, shit!
Oh,
I don't
perfectly
give a- I don't
fine.
give a fuck.
Perfectly
Wait,
fine.
I haven't gone to throw a few jabs at Infinite Retro yet.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we've got time.
All right.
We've got
Oh, yeah,
got
yeah,
time.
we're here
He
all
hasn't gotten into free speech yet.
go on.
Like, Rags, are you paying attention
You know,
to chat? Sort of, yes.
There's a point in one of his videos that I criticized where I can't even say criticize. I kinda
Oh,
just made fun of him.
which point was that?
The point was he was telling us, saying to the viewers in the video that the reason he thinks he's triggered us is because he's pointed out that we bought subs and we're getting angry because a part of that is true. And the way he compared it is like, if you're a pedophile and someone says you're a pedophile, it's going to trigger a little part of you. But if you're not a pedophile, you wouldn't react to that.
Oh, what?
I'm like,
And here's the thing.
I'm like,
Here's the thing. His people in his
Hey,
Discord,
infinite retard! You're a fucking retard.
like his crowd calls me a pedophile. Like legitimately, like I've got like screenshots people send me of his buddy guys. I think it was like a guy in his Discord, like Jack Williams or something.
He's buddies with Cyrus.
Who was legit? Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. But man, it's like honest, like absolutely, like Rags. I knew something was going up because they were talking about in my YouTube banner. I have a dildo, right? I have a little picture of a dildo, right? And
all right,
that's
waiting for how this connects to children.
That's
go ahead.
Yeah, I know it's sexual content. It's he's compared it to Infinite Retro's compared it to pornography, and children can see it. Right, an underage person can see this artistic rendition of a dildo, which means that I'm a pedophile.
Wow, that is
he's reaching.
I've ever seen.
He's reaching very much.
I mean, this is basically sunsets are beautiful, therefore God. It's kind of a thing. Oh, yeah. So I was like, well,
that makes sense. Though. That's totally.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how to explain how silly it is. You just don't even know where do I start? Where do we go? It's like okay. So
it's clear what you have
first
to do.
of all, no.
You're like, okay, yeah. First off, no. First off, no. But let's be frank. Let's follow this to its logical conclusion. Let's even start here. Is an artist rendering of a dildo, though? Is that bad? Is that the worst thing that kids get? Is that going to be the worst thing this kid sees today on YouTube anyway? With all the blood and gore and explosion and guts and violence and the video games and stuff that are easily accessible. And look, if a kid
I think most kids under 10 have played Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, and let's be frank. If a kid's on the internet, he's seen naked chicks and stuff. I mean,
I would hope so. Otherwise, he's missing out.
You're just gonna have to upload. There's no way around it.
He's got hands. He can treat himself for many years.
For all the kids who are on Twitch watching the booby streamers, like that's the best you can get. It's like, no, guys.
No, listen.
There's a whole other
world
place
out there.
It's like, by the way, that's the thing. You can't possibly hold someone accountable for something like that because it's something that a content creator has no control of. It's like saying you're responsible for your audience. There's no possible way that you have any control over that. It's impossible. I mean, the example that I've used is John Lennon responsible for his own murder?
Well, okay, wait.
Well,
so here's
when
an
it comes,
question then. Sorry. You've got the disclaimer at the beginning of your videos. I bring him up only as an example, okay? But Keemstar, his perspective is that you don't tell your fans anything because they're their own humans and they're going to do what they do. You're not responsible for them whatsoever. Do you think that there is a line then that you should put the disclaimer at the very least?
I don't think that putting a disclaimer is even necessary.
Someone complained to me exactly with this argument, and she basically said, "Well, you have tons and tons of people who are who loves your videos, and they're going to come out and like bully other people." And I said, "Okay, fine. I'm going to make one video." I said, "Hey guys, stop bullying others." And then do you think that's going to stop the bullying at all? Just like magically stop the bullying?
I would say that like if you outright tell people to do something, then you're responsible for it.
Yeah,
like,
you shouldn't incite
to a degree. Like if you tell
yeah.
somebody, hey, go to this guy's channel and leave him a bunch of dislikes and abuse them, then yes, you are responsible for that.
Absolutely.
But if you just like it's the internet, you can't do much beyond either saying nothing or outright telling people, hey, don't do that. And if they do it, then what can you do? That's it. So, it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
But like Rags, the concept of you putting out a full video saying, I condemn anyone who hunts down anyone will probably have at least a difference on at least one person. So do you think it's worth it?
Well, that's the thing. I openly say to people, is like, if you go out, don't do this. It's not something I approve of. I don't like it. It's like you're not making me proud when you do this. You're doing the opposite. It makes me look bad too. So
it's also totally counterproductive. It's totally counterproductive. Like you need to argue and debate stuff, not threaten people. It's just dumb. It's dumb.
Well, I mean, Rags, don't you know he's the better man because he's taking responsibility for what he did against you. So he's the better man.
I don't know.
He's the better man. He took responsibility. You didn't. You faggot.
But look, when it comes to it, every person has free will. Philosophical debates aside, of course, but everyone's got free will. They decide what they want to do, and I don't have control over people. I don't have mind powers to decide what they do. I put those messages in my videos because I mean them, and I mean there is a natural byproduct of having an audience. I mean, if you follow this to whatever conclusion he wants, what it means is that no one's allowed to have an audience. or that having an
gets
audience
confusing as
is
well, 'cause
or
it's
shirts,
the
or
whole
shirts.
the whole punching high, punching low thing. Like you're protected for the most part by your audience. He's not. You could he could argue like I don't need to put a disclaimer because fucking hell, you're gonna have way more support even if you were wrong and he was right.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like that could change one day. So you gotta.
Yeah, and
it's like a whole.
They
thing.
can still defend themselves. I can't silence them. I mean, I don't attack their channels. I don't try to flag them, do anything. And I've told people 1,000 times over and over that don't do that.
Rex. Just a little bit of interruption here. Somebody on the chat named Brett. He's happy. He has a birthday right now. Happy birthday! And I love that one guy said no one cares, and then like 10 and 11 of them said happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks much. But
Happy birthday, dude.
He's a little late. This is my post-Valentine's Day post.
That's how evil Rax's audiences are.
I know. It's like my audience is good. They seem to be pretty nice people. There's some.
Not mine. Mine is cancerous.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's
Mine hates Star Wars. That's the conclusion.
Yeah, it's like mine really doesn't like Star Wars.
And there's only one explanation for that. There's only one explanation for why they hate Star Wars.
They hate women.
They're all right-leaning. Is that?
They hate women's and
Asians and Asian women's especially.
I watched what was that guy Quinton or something? Quinton
reviews.
Right.
Quinton reviews.
That was such a bad review though. It was like he said it was basically as long as you ignore that the plot doesn't work, that it's a great film.
Dude, you're understating it. He said if you ignore the problems with the plot, if you ignore the problems with the characters, and if you ignore how it breaks the law, the film is good.
He literally what did he say? He said that the lore was just fan stuff.
Well, come on. One thing Quentin did is he strawmanned at the very beginning of the video saying it's a meme to hate this movie. I'm like,
yeah, that's such a crappy argument. That's
the I hate everything
I asked him for a
argument.
debate, by the way. I asked him for a debate, and he said no because I think there's a difference between objective and subjective.
Oh, all right.
And he said he doesn't want to get caught up arguing to me why he finds jokes funny, and I was like, that's not. I don't.
Yeah.
I
mean,
the thing is that there is such a thing as objective filmmaking. I mean, if everything's out of focus and I can't see what's going on, or it's too dark and I can't see anything, that's bad filmmaking.
No, that's a feature. That's a feature.
No.
Yeah, like Black Panther. It's literally too dark.
Well, I mean, it's you talk about You talk about things like editing, where you can have continuity errors in the editing.
Yes, that's right.
Stuff that can be pointed to like that. Like you can't say it's subjectively out of order. Like,
oh yeah, I sent him that comment. I sent him about editing and just characters being inconsistent, and he didn't send anything back. Curiously.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and even when it comes to writing, there is objectively bad writing. Like if the characters don't act consistently, like in ways that you would expect, or they say things that they wouldn't say, or they contradict themselves, that's the flaw in the writing.
Dude, Finn selectively knowing about the tracker, that's just bad writing.
Yeah,
that's
it's interesting
just
that just one stormtrooper knows about, like, he cleaned on the Starkiller base, and he also somehow knows about the big destroyer that was never mentioned in the last film.
His job was to clean the most important machines in the entire war armada. That was his job.
Dude, on both the Supremacy and the Starkiller base.
Really quick, G&A on the chat says, what did I Hate Everything do wrong? His blind spot is Star Wars, and he's letting you know.
He's also a Destiny guy. He likes Destiny.
Well, that's the hypocrisy.
No. He hated both Destinies.
Because the Destiny 2, he didn't like at all. His Destiny 2 video was really good, but then the reasons why he didn't like Destiny 2, when they get flipped for why he loves Star Wars so much, doesn't make any sense. I mean, Star Wars is his blind spot. It's his
It is strange because, like, he's really good on most films. Like, basically every film but this one. It's weird. Weird.
Okay, dude, here's the thing. I disagree. I disagree with Quentin. I disagree with Quentin being good at movie reviews, and I disagree with I Hate Everything being good at movie reviews. I think they're good at making fun of bad movies, but when it comes to criticizing, when it comes to criticizing, better movies, I think they just don't. I think they watch so many bad movies, and that's where they spend the most of their time.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that.
Really?
What do you think is good at it? What content creators think are good at it?
YMS is really good at reviews.
I thought Wayne's video on Star Wars was terrible.
Yeah, I used to think
I haven't seen his.
Yeah, I used to think Doug Walker until I actually watched his videos where he's not in character and he's bad at it. Like he's not actually great at reviewing movies.
He's what himself. I consider the old and dead god.
He's not. He's not. His old reviews are good because his comedy is very self-contained. Right now, he's making references after references after references.
Well, if you want to,
it's kind of sickening.
One of the perfect examples of comedians who are self-aware is Red Letter Media. I mean, like their video.
Okay, we got to stop because all we're doing is saying who we like and who we don't like.
I like me, and there you go. Let me do super chats real quick because I've been watching Discord and everything while we've been talking about this. So let me go ahead and roll over that, and we could carry in. I'm glad you were able to come in for Tanga. Is it for Tanga or for Tonga?
It doesn't matter. White people say fritanga. Hispanics say fritanga. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
there you go.
Hey man, pass me the fritangas, you know.
Suck my popsicle stick.
Suck my popsicle stick.
No, the stream's not over. We're just reading super chat midway through.
Yeah, it's like the stream's not over. We're just fucking around. Hey, that's what we're doing. Let me scroll up to where it was. Let me see.
It was briefly after the $500.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Drew the Wolf. Yeah, man. Drew the Wolf dropped 500 big ones like a boss, dude.
He's a nice guy. We should have him on more.
Okay, yeah. TG Dragon, $5. Your fans are all fags, fetishists, and furries. How do you feel about this? Heart, still happy to have you back, doggo. You know what? I'm okay with it. Bring on the fags, fetishists, and furries. I don't know how furries is.
Send nudes.
You didn't even have to say furries there. I mean, let's be honest here. Ah!
Yeah.
John Reese, $5. I'm qualifying for my concealed carry tomorrow. Wish me luck. We did see that earlier.
Oh, really?
So, Dark Zaid, $2 Australian. They bleeding cool reviewers and lefties and such. Kenway, 2059, $5. What's your opinion on YouTube's tweet about the whole support black creators thing? Okay. All right. So imagine the fucking shitstorm if they would have said support white creators.
Oh man.
Man.
Yeah, that was,
okay, wait. So in Black Panther at one point they referred to Everett Ross as a white boy, and I was like, imagine they said black boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or just no. Imagine if they just said boy.
Yeah, that'd be even worse probably.
I mean,
equality's not a thing. Stop
man.
pretending like it is.
It just blatantly be able to say, yeah, just subscribe to people because they're black, their skin color, not their content, not their ability to make good reviews or entertaining.
If we all just
stuff.
go deep enough, if we all can just make a deep voice, then we can all pretend like we're black people.
Yeah, just look at Video Game Donkey. It worked out for him.
You
Do
think
not watch your videos because you are black.
You think YouTube would gather channels that they think are great and be like, hey, sub to these guys because they're good and they just so happen to be black, whatever. But no, they're just blatantly, they're just so blunt.
Well, I would prefer it if they just didn't do anything like that at all and just promoted channels that make good content regardless of those factors. I apologize for being such a radical, suggesting that
race traitor, Uncle Tom.
Don't you dare suggest the rational thing to do, Fringy.
That sounds like wrong thing.
I miss Patty Politics.
I don't watch your videos, Fringy, because you're black.
He's green, you racist. He's green.
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Yes, that's right. I am green, bitch.
Yeah.
Green.
And I'm not actually that white in real life.
But
I'm not pointing
way,
fingers at anybody.
By the way, have you guys checked out your analytics yet? Because I already checked mine, and I was actually quite shocked that the demographics of my viewers are 25% female.
Really?
Oh, mine is probably nothing like that.
Yeah, dude, mine's like 10% female.
It's the accent.
Yeah, it's usually 10%. I was like 25%. I was like, holy fucking shit! Where did I get these chicks?
That's really strange. That's a lot. Man,
I've never looked at my analytics.
Good for you, man. Good for you. High five.
Right.
Good for you.
I've never checked my analytics.
Anyway, I haven't either. I don't really care. Admiral Dashi.
The womans don't like my channel.
Yeah, that's all right.
They don't like Star Wars apparently.
Yeah, your chicks aren't into Star Wars. It's fine. Admiral Dashi, $2. Worst year of the dog ever. Rags not on Twitter. I know.
Oh yeah, it's Year of the Dog.
Yeah.
What happened with that? Actually, I just
got flagged by a bunch of people, and Twitter suspended my account. They wouldn't say why.
Year of the dog, everybody.
They wouldn't point to anything that I did. They're just like, yeah, hateful
Dude,
content.
That revisionist history, Infinite Retro flagged your horrid fucking behavior and got you booted righteously. That's what actually
What's funny
happened.
too is that a lot of the people take the tweet where I say nigger out of context, right? And Infinite Retro is one of those guys who did that, right? And because he has no idea that I'm actually responding to a racist and I'm being egalitarian about it. And that's what got me banned from Twitter, baby. I wasn't joking when I tell people I'm too egalitarian for Twitter. Also, YouTube, as the case may be. But
so a literal Nazi, like an actual Nazi. I'd say more he's like a troll. But
Retro called me a shitheel Nazi, so there's that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but an actual Nazi reported me for saying retard, and apparently that was enough for Twitter to lock me out of my account for 24 hours.
What?
Yeah, I mean that's.
Can I read it to you? I'll read it to you real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
You guys don't know how to speak right on Twitter.
I know. Anyway, it was bullshit, and I couldn't figure out what it was about. And I didn't even bother to message them back. I just waited it out, and that was it. That was.
It's fine. I mean, I'm upset for the audience who can't follow me there because people are sad and they're asking me where I went. And I'm like, well, you get people like Retro and stuff, and they flag me because they want to be in control of the content that you consume. They're authoritarians at heart. That's the kind of people that they are.
Well, fuck's sake, I can't find that.
They think they're right, though. We assume.
We're wrong.
Yeah.
We're wrong.
Yeah, well.
We're wrong no matter what.
We're the bad people. We're the bad people. I was like, I'm not getting anyone taken off of platforms and shit. I'm not calling people's bosses. I'm trying to get people fired. Okay, I know I'm the bad person.
I'm surprised that anybody can really justify that one, like trying to get people fired. I want to make sure that you can't pay your rent. I want to make sure that you can't pay for your groceries.
It's a moral position they take, and if you take the moral position of you're doing the right thing and you're fighting against these evil bad people, you can justify anything.
It's the same logic as killing them. It's like, yeah, they're bad people. I'm killing them.
Yeah, I'm making the world better. I was like, they had to suffer because the world needs to be a better place.
The best way to make things, the best way to fight murder is to murder. Just kill it.
If you murder the bad people can't murder people.
But yeah, remember that freedom of speech, don't give me that excuse. If you have freedom of speech, I have the right to find your address and put it on the internet, Adam Sessler.
Adam Sessler. He blocked me on Twitter. I asked him about that. He blocked me on Twitter.
I used to like him before I saw that. Now I don't.
Oh my god.
That's pretty indefensible shit.
Oh, the doxing argument's been going on for ages as well, isn't it? Like, what counts as doxing these days? And
doxing
that
is
whole
any
thing.
information that you don't want.
Well, what about the one with Sargon that I saw about how he said I got this information from what was it, the something farms place, and then it's like, but what if someone?
Oh yeah, it was Coach Red Bill's information about.
Yeah, what if someone doxes your information on publicly and then someone else uses it? It's like, oh, that's okay. It's like that seems fucked, doesn't it?
I think Coach Red Pill was the one who made that. Was he not the one who doxed himself? That was like his point. He did it.
As far as I've heard, Coach Red Pill got coverage on a news outlet, and that news outlet gave his real name out.
Yeah, I'm not less about that situation, more about the concept. So someone doxes you publicly, and then someone else uses that information as a dox, and they're like, it doesn't count, it's public.
Well, and this goes back into the whole, this goes back into the using an icon thing. Is like, what's wrong with wanting to stay anonymous?
It's the internet.
It's the internet. It's not real life, but
well, you do wonder, you're like, why the fuck are you obsessed with finding out who I am instead of just talking?
I have to find out who this person is and where they live and
that does seem to be an important factor. Like, people need to know what you are to take your argument seriously.
Yeah, it's like,
not just that, but I mean, knowing what you look like, what gender you are. That seems to be an important one too.
By the way, I found that Twitter thing. So it says, we've temporarily limited some of your account features. What happened? We have determined that this account violated Twitter's rules specifically for violating our rules against hateful conduct. You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. And the tweet I tweeted was, I was responding to a guy who was telling me that I need to micromanage my Discord, and I tweeted back to him saying, or I retweeted saying, a Discord server that's too big for me to micromanage. Bravo, retard. And
that was enough to get you banned from Twitter?
Meanwhile, Tariq Nasheed and all of these, white-hating people and fucking ISIS accounts and child porn accounts and shit like that. It was like, no problem. Like he said the word retard. We have to make sure he can't use our platform for 24 hours. It's like fuck.
Well, the thing is that this guy who had this happen to me. Well, he's actually a ethno-state / white nationalist / literal Nazi. I don't know. I think he's a troll account, really, what he is. But he just, you know who he is, Rags? I think it's Sierra Erie. Right?
I don't care about these stupid people. Like really, it's like every time I hear these names, it's like just the fact that you said his name, it just gives him this big hate boner because you publicly said his name and now he knows that he's
too many to keep
getting
track
to you
of
guys.
anyway.
There are too many.
It's like I don't know why you even say these people's names. They're like, sad, pathetic people who follow their betters on the internet and try to prod them in whatever way they can. I was like, don't even give them attention or acknowledgement.
I get a big boner hearing
in any event, moving on with the super chats. Cad P Gamer, hello again. He's in the stream. We talked to him a bit. PHP 125. I don't know what PHP is. I have to find out. PHP money. Let's see what's that.
That's Philippines, I think.
Philippines. Oh, Filipino. All right. That's fantastic. Filipino. What do they use? I don't know, but thanks for the 125 of them. Thank you. A bit of a shame that you didn't have a dildo as a stream thumbnail. Either way, this is going to be rich. Thank you very much. I messaged him on Discord quite a bit. PSP Blows 99. Whoa. $2. Retro has a hate boner for you, Rags. It's like, your name is PSP Blows, to be fair. But I agree. He does have a hate boner for me, yeah.
What is the ratio right now? How long is the stream versus how long we've got through this video? Just like
we're 1 hour 55 minutes for 6 minutes of retro.
I said it like
who's the real content creators here?
Look. This is why people pull that like the copyright thing. Like, you used my video. It's like, dude. It's like we've been going for almost 2 hours. We've got over 6 minutes of your garbage rant.
Yeah, hopefully the exposure will make up for it.
Like, how uninteresting can you be that people can't even make fun of you? Like,
I know that's right. So we can't even focus on him. Anyway,
go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, so I was saying there's a point in one of his videos where he accuses me, you, Fringy, and even Barry, and he's like that we can't sit down and have a civil discussion with people about, you know, differentiating opinions. And I remember,
has he not seen my Twitter feed? But then I even called him out. I was like, if I'm correct, when you got on a stream with those guys, you couldn't be civil for 5 fucking minutes.
You slandered us. You just made a video out of the blue slandering us all. I don't give a shit about you. I don't want to have a civil conversation with you. I don't want to talk to you. You're not coming from a place of good faith.
Okay.
I think one of the goals here, we need to ask ourselves what kind of goal that we have to set up here. Do we really want to convince Infinite Retro, or we're just want to make fun of him?
You can't convince a guy like this. The dude's fucking
I think
nuts.
if he was to be convinced, it would have happened by now.
This dude's he's crazy. He's just, I don't know what his problem is.
I don't think it makes sense for him to be convinced, because this is a potential exposure line, you know? May as well keep it going.
He's too invested in his position.
So it's not convinced and makes fun of it. So let's continue.
Yeah.
I think it's one of these situations where somebody's too, like, inculcated in a specific opinion, so they're just never going to change their mind. It's too late. They've already said too much, so they can't.
It's all over, boys.
Within the last 4 days, he's uploaded videos against Rags just
like
nonstop.
10, like 10 of them, yeah. Anyway, Marful Bark, $5. I love you, your doggo, and the naughty thoughts I get when watching your vids. Do you allow people to buy art with your doggo? I'd fap to lewd Rags. Go for it, man. Go for it. Give the people what they want, I say. I take the libertarian approach to Rule 34. Go for it. I can't stop you anyway. Go for it. Sir Bon Voyage, $10 Canadian. I wouldn't mind hanging out with you, Rags, but supposedly you don't like Steam friend requests. Well, I get so many. I mean, I can't keep up with everybody.
Rags.
And there is a maximum too. Like, you only have so many friends.
I think 200.
I said that to one of my fucking people on YouTube once, and they were like, "You're not that famous." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, it's not that it's not like the limit's an issue, because it's such a big number anyway. There's no way you play with that many.
Yeah, people. I got expunged mine. Mine is just full of people that I said yes to out of when I was smaller, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. It's just it just can't. Anyway, he's like, "Do you mind hanging out with random fans?" Well, that's what this Discord will be for. So, details incoming as I get back into the swing of things, because it's soft launching right now, and I've got unpublished Patreon rewards and tiers for that. that I haven't made public yet. So, I mean, I can
stuff.
definitely see why.
Speaking of large content creators, I also want to talk about.
Dick.
There was that time. I think who was that said that was it Sargon or was it PewDiePie? I forgot. But basically, they said that sometimes they have this way too much subscribers to the point where they forgot that they had it. Like the things that they do, basically just they may just make videos on the internet. They forgot that they had lots of subscribers. So when people they don't go outside to the mindset that they are famous or something.
I think Sargon said that.
Well, it's people take.
Do you mean like you forget your influence or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, a lot of the times you don't even really think about it. I'm still
really
kind of.
about it.
I'm still in that.
Well,
kind
you don't.
Of
You
period.
never accepted that. You never said that. You never
it's
said,
like,
"Oh, okay, I speak for this many people now."
It's hard to kind of wrap your mind around the stuff. People send you all these messages about how moving your videos are and how it's changed them, and you're like, man, I had no idea. Like I just made a video. I just can't. It's weird. And you
It's
don't really.
gay.
It is gay. It's gay.
Totally
it's gay
gay.
as fuck. Stop telling me that you like my shit. You're encouraging me.
All right.
Stop giving me money.
I'll
That's
never
only
stop.
faggots
No,
do
don't stop that. Don't stop that. Wolf and Coyote, $20. That's a name I recognize. Thanks for the continued support. I appreciate that, Wolf. Long time no stream. It is the internet. Everyone will hate and love you. That's true. Some people just have it out for you.
Joshua doesn't love you.
Days, right?
He doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he's the Helga is probably a good
Whoa!
analogy to
Where
do.
was this video posted? Was it in Valentine's Day?
Good point.
Oh.
You should have gotten flowers.
This one wasn't, but I know he had Valentine. He posted on my birthday and on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So that's very very interesting. Joseph Jones, $5. Are you going to discuss the cryptocurrency situation, graphics card prices, and such? Much love, Rags. Keep fighting the good fight.
I want to buy a new graphics card and I can't.
No, just
I
get
bought
it.
mine last year. I'm so happy.
Okay, listen. I don't know much about cryptocurrency or the GPU market right now to really offer my insight. But what I would say, based on what I've seen and based on my personal experience, is that go and buy a used one from someone who lives around you.
Yes.
Because you can get it
What if
really
you don't
cheap.
live near anyone because you're a horrible recluse?
Then go kill yourself. So
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll
If-
see you guys later.
if-
Never.
If a man kills himself in the middle of the woods and no one's around to hear it, does he still get a graphics card? The answer is no.
Well, no, he might because Logan Paul might find him.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking shit.
Speaking of Logan Paul memes,
Damn it! I have no alcohol left.
Get some.
You see, I can't even kill myself these days without propelling some faggot YouTubers.
just let me die in
I was
peace.
actually. I was gonna ask, by the way, because you said about the whole you have people who like you and don't like you. Is there any channel on YouTube that could actually get away with having 0 people disagree with them? Like, what could you even say?
Angry Joe. His friends don't disagree with him ever.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, but his fans do, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
his fans
his fans
gave him
do.
a lot
His
of
fans
shit
do.
recently.
It's difficult to make that sort of thing.
I mean,
It's pretty much impossible, right?
you have to go for the most softball shit.
Yeah, but even
ever.
then, somebody would criticize you for going
Yeah,
for
'cause-
something too softball.
Yeah, that's. I think that's
Yeah.
Boogie dealt with this
Please.
recently, right? Like
Yes,
Boogie
it
says.
Yeah,
that
but I think Boogie also said that Black Panther was diverse, and people gave him flack for that.
he said it was diverse
Really?
in the Marvel universe.
95% black is very diverse.
He shouldn't have said that. That was a dumbass move.
Yeah.
If anything,
Yeah.
he's saying it's nice to have a Marvel movie that's all black instead of what we usually get. But to me, that's just wow.
Yeah, it's like, I don't
Okay.
care.
But to me,
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's-
I don't know why that's so
fucking
important. I just said I like the movie. I just like
Would
the
you-
movie.
Yeah,
Like,
Boogie-
seriously.
Boogie.
Would he have said the same
Boogie,
thing
for the
if we had
record,
an
for the record.
all-white movie?
For the record, Who Killed Captain Alex is 100% diverse, so you are wrong on there.
Yes, 100%.
What's happening?
That was a great movie.
And when you have a movie like that, a lot of people think that I like having an all-white cast for some reason. Like they assume that I like an all-white cast. I'm just
by
like,
the
that's
way.
just how it is around here.
Well, Falcon and War Machine already exist. I know they don't have their own movie.
and-
no,
but-
don't
and
talk
there was-
about Blade and fucking.
And there's Cyborg
Oh, yeah,
as well.
well, I'm talking
Cyborg
about-
in Justice League.
Yeah, but I'm talking about within the MCU. We already have.
Oh
Flash.
yeah, we already have. I mean, War Machine's been around since the very beginning, basically.
Yeah, Iron Man 2.
He doesn't count.
Yeah.
He's not in Wakanda. Okay.
He doesn't have his own country. It doesn't count.
I also saw
okay.
somebody say that Black Panther was African American.
God.
I'm like, sorry, what? Like, did we watch the same movie?
Wakandan American.
Oh, by the way, this is from the. Remember that ranting black guy last time where Fritanga wasn't in there, but it was that guy ranting about the Black Panther. This is from the opposite direction.
All the time. So we sitting here looking at this dope ass Black Panther poster, and the conclusion that we have come to is that this is what white people get to feel all the time. All the time. All the time. Since the beginning of cinema. All the time. You get to feel empowered like this and represented.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
It was I can't show the video, but it was a Twitter video of a bunch of black guys hugging the Black Panther poster.
It's not even that good of
Okay.
a poster. It's the
to
same as all the
clarify,
other
like-
posters.
No,
Blade is one of my like earliest fucking I respect and think this hero is badass kind of look up to people. The fact that he's black didn't even faze me when I was a kid.
No, I know. I
people
mean,
just
it's
assume
like
that we're fucking a bunch of racists.
Yeah, just ignored
and
it.
like
just
I mean,
racist
my favorite comic book character is Daredevil. He's a blind man who kicks the shit out of ninjas. I'm not blind and I'm not white. And yet
why
that
don't
never affected
makes me-
me.
why don't
Makes
all
me feel
the
bad that my favorite's Iron Man. I'm like, oh, is that too generic?
why don't all these when you got a character like Daredevil, is like that's a character that blind people can look to and feel empowered, right?
Well,
So,
I
I don't
like
know-
Daredevil because he's defined by disability. That's
he would've
way
been better
more
if he
unique
was
to
black,
me.
though.
Oh,
So there was this tweet-
I don't believe it. I'm just making fun of black people, but that flew under the radar. So they're blind.
There was this
black
tweet by
male.
IndieWire, and their tweet was Rotten Tomatoes will block anyone who tries to sabotage Black Panther.
How could they
fans
prove
score.
that? How can they prove that?
He's like, we
I
do
welcome
not
them to
condone-
try. I welcome them to try.
Yeah, good job.
Both sabotage the ratings and try to block them.
After
man.
what you
They're-
did to the last
They are
Jedi.
their own arbiters. They will tell you who's doing it. They don't need justification.
Anyway,
They'll just
let
be
me
that person.
let's continue these super chats real quick. Vladimir Dragonov.
Yep.
Thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance? Haven't played it yet. I got a copy. Haven't played it yet. Vermintide 2 the beta is gonna fuck with that shit. So don't. I'll get to it eventually.
Need to put that on the wish list though.
Matthew Curie, $5. The girl I'm currently flirting with is a dirty console peasant, and I can't convince her to come to the glorious PC Master Race. Love you, Rags.
Fuck her in 60
Lever.
FPS.
Well, there is a book that will outline all the details of what you should do for women like that, and it is called the Quran. Dark Zaid, $2 Australian. Are booby traps gay? If you're a woman, they are. Eon M, $5. Hey Rags, happy birthday. Sorry I can't donate as much as I did in your boogie stream. Do not at all be sorry about that. I appreciate anything you could send. But he says, love ya, but in a non-gay, no balls touching sort of way. Which sort of takes away from it, but I can appreciate the sentiment.
Right, can I just clarify? Did you actually just say that Daredevil was a hero blind people can look to?
Look, that was a while. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
I caught it. I didn't know if anyone else caught it.
That wasn't even me, by the way. That's someone from my Discord who's listening to this. They were like,
Fun
"Did you say
fact.
that?"
Fun fact did, and that was like, okay, well, that's all right. It's the delivery. I suppose. Daniel Mosquita sent $10. Retro kisses his picture of Rags. #OpenRP. Skrios sent $20. Pie is a wonderful fruit. Is that a joke about our Discord? Anyway, but
Yeah, it is.
pie is a wonderful. I don't even know what that means, but I know
Yeah,
what
it's a
$20
combination of
means.
circles.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pie is a wonderful fruit. Thanks very much for the $20. What does that mean? Pie is a wonderful fruit. I don't know.
This means a cute twink. I don't know.
Maybe that was the point of it, to make you like think about it for so long. It's like, mission accomplished.
He got his time out of it.
I'm
I
contemplating.
suppose. Christopher Horde sent $2 and then $5, or $7 total. He says he wants to see your face for more fat material, which is possible, and I don't blame him. And he says, I switched to PC. It dramatically changed my life. I disagree with this troll. Thanks for all the content, Rags. I got a 1080 Ti and never looked back. Yeah, man, 1080 Ti is me business.
It's a great card.
Oh, yeah. Hal, £5. Not joking. A quote from Black Panther is, I never freeze. I giggled.
Yes.
I didn't mind that line. I didn't mind
Yeah,
that.
that was good.
It's not that I never freeze. I haven't frozen yet.
I don't
In the
get-
future, I mean, fingers crossed.
Well,
I did look at it as if I did look at it as if it's a black criminal sort of reference.
Was it?
Like, you know how
I
Black
didn't even
Panther-
think
hang
of
on,
that.
it was?
That didn't even
I
come
didn't
to
think
mind.
of that way.
Neither do
No,
I.
like genuinely now. How is it a reference to black criminals? Like what?
It's
how?
not. I don't think it is.
Because the police told black criminals to freeze, and
That's-
then better said that
that's
never
the
freeze.
connection?
Was it? I didn't even. No, that doesn't. No,
I
don't
didn't
think
even
so.
notice that.
No,
Somebody
I
pointed it
don't
out on
think so.
Twitter. It's like I
don't
didn't
think
even
so.
notice that.
Dynamite.
That
I
seems
don't
like
think
a
that's
bit
what
of a
that was
stretch.
saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, that was a stretch. That's why I said. I was like, I didn't even know
I don't know.
that.
Why would you even go for that when there's way more blatant shit in the film?
White
I don't
boy.
know.
Hey,
Alright.
white boy, I healed you.
Zigar sent $5 Canadian from Zigar. I'm almost 18, and I never realized before I started watching your videos that there are people who exist that are as stupid as JTech or Retro. And it seems silly to say, but a lot of the times, like, yeah, these people are real. Like, there's actually
Remember-
people out there like this.
You know what's funny? JTech keeps constantly tweeting to me pictures of Monster Hunter on the Vita, and I'm like, you're streaming that.
You know,
Wait, what?
it's coming to PC.
Yeah, I know, but one of his tweets is like, Monster Hunter World is on the PS Vita, not the 3DS. I'm like, no, it's not on the PS Vita. You're streaming it to the Vita.
You're
you
streaming it
fucking
to your
idiot.
Vita.
God damn it.
Dumbass. Oh my
Lancer, $2 Australian. Fringy sounds like Winston McCall. Legit A+ stream.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either, but...
Is he Australian? That would answer that.
What was the name of the person?
Winston McCall. MCCALL.
He sounds white.
Wait, are we talking about the
I have no idea.
Australian
I have no idea what that
singer-songwriter? That would be
I thought it was the Overwatch character.
Winston. Yeah. Oh, that's so fucking racist. Why would you even think that? Piece of shit.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Gorillas are just not something we can mention. You know, that's just off topic.
B. Bobson7 gave $5. Thank you for supplying me with material for gay chicken rags. Oh, okay. It is much appreciated. Also, Black Diamond or Petzel. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
I don't know either those are.
So much has to be explained to me today.
I don't understand. Let me
Like
go
a
real quick.
Steam reference? Like
Pet-
a I don't
Petzel.
know.
Petzel is a company, a manufacturer of climbing gear, caving gear, work at height equipment, and headlamps based in Crolles, France. I don't understand you. Thank you for the money, but if they're based in France, I guess I like Black Diamond better. So there you go. Leo Moon, $5. In my theater, people did stand and give applause twice. So
Really?
maybe
Okay.
were they
Alright.
that happy when it was over? Okay, that's weird. All right, Brendan.
No,
Zimmer?
in my
Yeah.
theaters though, it was a different story. People stand and they literally ran out of the exit because just to immediately find the toilet.
I don't know. I just sort of walked out like, yeah, I enjoyed that. I've
Yeah.
never clapped a movie. I have never applauded a movie.
Yeah, that's
ever.
I mean,
that's
I know
Yeah,
I'm
I never
Briti-
did too.
I know I'm British, but like I'm from a place where people just stay the fuck silent in cinemas. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
surprised
Me
by
too.
how quiet people are in the cinema. It makes me happy because
Yeah.
I still
Yes,
I
yes.
still love going to the cinema. And I like it
don't.
when people shut up.
Who's Fratanga finally speaking up?
Yeah, yeah. The kids like the kids even shut up in my place.
Yeah, I had
That's
kids in
pretty
my
interesting.
theater as well, and they were quiet, and I was like, oh, thank
I-
you.
All right,
Yeah.
let me get through these. We're
Yeah.
Brendan
Thanks for
Zibber.
the
Brendan Zibber, $20. My computer broke recently, and now I'm stuck in a console hell with a ton of boring games like Fallout 4. Wish I could spend. Wish I could spare more money, but I'm broke as fuck. I
Tell him to
understand.
get Hollow Knight. Tell him to get Hollow Knight.
Fratanga says get Hollow Knight.
Soma.
Mahler says get Soma, and I say get Soma. It's a fucking masterpiece game. Get Soma immediately. Thanks for the $20. I hope your computer gets better. Fuck, mine wasn't working for a while, and it was awful. Nico Boy Official, $2. Can I join your next dog pile? Email me.
This is a dog pile indeed.
Yeah, Turin, $5. Hey, I'm already supporting you on Patreon, and thanks very much. But I thought I'd send a little extra and say happy birthday. What's your thoughts on the new Merc Hunter? I'd have to see. That's Dirty Bomb. So I'd have to see. He looks like he's really interesting. So I gotta get my hands on with him because while the abilities are interesting, the details of how useful they turn out to be, we'll see. I'm already saving up credits to get him once he comes out, so we will take a look. But they're doing a lot of work with Dirty Bomb. That's really, really good. They're really pushing content out. Leo Moon, $2. How's your Discord coming? Swell. Barrett X, $2. Please watch Resort Boyne. It's my favorite anime. Boeing?
It's hentai.
King of the Hill's my favorite.
Of course, Appleman knows exactly what it is. Yeah, it's hentai. Yeah.
Black Panther's my favorite anime.
PSP Blows 99 again. $2. Made name when I was Nintendo fanboy. Oh, fair enough. That's the thing. Advanced in $20.
It's sort of DS versus PSP then, isn't it?
Yeah.
The DS is better, hands down.
I like both.
I love my 3DS so much. I love my 3DS. I don't play it much because I have a
the PSV was quite impressive actually in terms of what it could do. It's
how about the PSP Go? How about that marvelous?
Oh, that was a bit of a mess, wasn't it?
What about the Ouya?
What about the Game Boy Advanced Micro? Huh?
What?
No?
I remember that one. I remember that.
Remember that one? It was the first backlit. Not first backlit Game Boy Advance, but it was basically it looked just like the Game Boy Advance.
Extremely.
It was about the size. It was about the size of. Damn, I can't
it's
even.
Like you know what this Game Boy needs to be smaller.
It was literally your palm.
Damn, that is tiny.
Yeah, it's about the size of your palm, and you can change the faceplates out too. Mine came with like the regular black one, like an ocean, like underwater blue, and then like a pink flower petal with a ladybug.
But I mean, that's nifty, I guess. But the thing is, why would you want a screen that small?
Yeah, the SP was definitely the best one.
Oh yeah, the flip one. Yeah. Oh hell
yeah, the SP was great.
Why is this the topic?
Because
old video game consoles were great.
Yeah, man.
They were.
Like the Game Boy Advance, where the buttons were on the side and the screen was in the middle. And
besides, what you're talking about is not old video game consoles, just so you know.
Handheld gaming is bomb.
Hands up.
Vanston, $20. Buy something pretty. Thanks very much, Vanston, for the $20. I shall buy something pretty, as a matter of fact. I was just the thing in mind. Coachman gave $2. Test Alliance, Best Alliance, Dreadit is recruiting. Test Alliance, Best Alliance, Dreadit is recruiting. I don't know what Dreadit is, but it sounds awful. Dakota Garrison, $15. Love you, Rags. All the homo. Thanks very much, Dakota. I appreciate the $15. Vodka, $9.69. I'm doing this because I'm 7 shots in. Is the bubble green? I hate green. Skype me, though. I'll show you what a man in uniform can do. Oh boy. I don't know about the green bubbles, but... Caleb Dawson, $5 Australian. He simply dabs. I'll take it. I'll accept it.
No one simply dabs. Come on.
He simply dabs. Brendan Zimmer, $5. I guess I'm getting Soma. Thanks for a suggestion, guys. Well, if you're gonna keep telling us, if you're gonna keep paying us for giving you good suggestions, we can keep going. We can do that. Well, that's no problem with me.
Get ahead in time. Get ahead in time.
Get
Super Metroid Prime. Go with those two.
Oh yeah, Metroid Prime 2. I really liked. That's the one I really played the most. PSP Blows 99, even more, $2. Oh God, please let me talk to you about those. Like no, we have to go on. We have to press forward. I
forgot Infinite Retro was in this video.
Yeah.
He's so forgettable.
Is he the dog one? Which one's that one?
Is he the dog? No. Is he the dolphin? Or is he the green one?
No, he looks like the guy. Oh. He looks like the he would be the voice to the guy whoever says care packages in, that guy right there. Or
looks like he beats his life.
He's the same guy who has 2 Rolex on his hands for some reason.
Yeah, and he's got all the rings on his fingers, but he doesn't wear a shirt throughout his videos.
Hey, look, we were talking about all these black superheroes, and nobody mentioned Pootie Tang.
Shit.
Nobody mentioned Static Shock.
I did.
Nobody mentioned
Storm. Yeah, Storm was so wasted in the X-Men.
Nobody said Mace Windu. Mace Windu.
What about
black superhero?
Black Jedi are like superheroes, I guess.
In the name of the Confederate, you are under arrest.
In the name of the Senate, boy.
In the name of the Confederate States of America.
In the name of Palpatine.
God, I forgot the line. It's been such a long time.
Oh, he's just an unmemorable character.
I need to post prequel memes. I'm sorry.
Prequel memes. Anyway, let's get through retro here, and then bullshit with Cyrus as long as we possibly can.
These people never do, right? These people
not Cyrus.
And make it so that we seem
I forgot we're watching a video.
Yeah, it's like we came here for a reason. He's so uninteresting. Yeah. We're talking about fucking prequel memes.
This poor guy just wants to get his opinion across.
That's a really good meme though. Qui-Gon Jinn. That's really good. Okay, let's go. Okay, all right. We gotta focus. This is very serious.
Focus.
This is serious shit. We're doing okay.
Focusing is overrated.
We gotta focus on some.
We haven't even got to the free speech part yet.
Yeah, we haven't got.
Use the Force.
All right.
You don't see that because they need to support their fan, right? Or the person they're a fan of, and it's so sad that people can't be objective enough. I've always said this. I don't like. Actually, well, put it this way. There's trouble to be had with both haters.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little distracted by his rings. It's almost like he's wearing a brass knuckles. Want to punch someone.
Close
I'm
your
sorry.
eyes. Close your eyes. Close your.
All right.
They provide him power. You must allow it.
Here, I can hide it. I can hide him behind the green screen. Is what I could do. So now no one will be able to see the rings. Now it's just blinding, screaming Zonker Green. Now let's look at his face. Let's do it.
And the people that absolutely love every single thing that you do. I like being challenged.
I can't help it if I'm that awesome.
You like being challenged.
I like being told.
Rags, you have
wrong.
fans.
Like
Let me explain why that's bad.
Yeah, let me explain why you're shit. It's like people point out, I like little mistakes every once in a while. That's fair enough.
Shadow of Fate, more like
I'm
shadow
wrong.
behind our channels.
And not wrong through an arrogant way, thinking that they're actually better. Through proper discussion.
Oh no, I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you.
It's a mean thing. You can't say that.
Yeah, it's like if I'm basing everything, if I'm basing you by your behavior and how you conduct yourself, yeah, I'm absolutely better than you, without a doubt. It's not even close.
Which I've been having with a bunch of people that I've met recently, which has been fantastic, like utterly fantastic.
Oh, he doesn't mean that for a fucking second. all these comments, they've been great. We've been having great chats in the comment sections on YouTube.
Meanwhile, he deleted the last video.
Dude, he wiped his Discord.
Oh, yeah.
His general chat, he wiped his general chat on Discord, too.
Yeah, he
loves
wiped
that
his
discussion.
channel. Like, he used to have, like, I don't know, he had a shit ton of videos, and then he just deleted all of them.
Yeah, he loves the conversation. He loves the talk.
There are a few people who just delete a whole bunch of stuff, I've noticed. Like, they just a few months later, it's just gone.
And it depends on why, but it's like, I can't help but wonder why.
I mean, does anybody feel like they could be in trouble with their Discord comments if you remove the context? Because there's one or two things I may have said that I'd be like, oh, you have to include the other bits. Academics, please respond.
Because all people get heated in the moment. And that's the difference between me, right? And if people want to hear what I did, it wasn't. Actually,
if all people get heated, then that's not the difference between you and everyone else, you idiot. Anyway, the thing is, you want to save your passion for when it really counts. You know, don't waste it. If you're always yelling at things, then your anger loses its potency and people don't listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
True.
Well, I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't. But said person, like we were arguing about the whole freedom of speech thing.
All
And that
right.
what I've always been trying to get at was disturbing the peace, but I never had that nugget of information.
What does that even mean? Disturbing the peace is such an ambiguous phrase. It can mean
like,
go on.
Yeah,
it's like when he said bok choid. I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, or Batman juice. Is like I don't. It's like, if
Batman
Fringy,
juice.
help us out.
Yeah,
I could tell you where it sends my head with that one, as opposed to what it actually means. But, yeah.
Crikey, Fringy, help us.
It's like, let's slide. Robin, it's time to slide down my bat pole.
And no
I'm actually interested in what he said about disrupting the peace, because
well, yeah, it's such an ambiguous, open sort of phrase, you know?
They never brought it up either. They'd always said, well, everyone has the right to freedom of speech. They can say whatever they want. They can stand.
That's not what freedom of speech means. And no one is.
Also,
no one says that.
Isn't he against that? That's what he said, right?
Yeah, he said not everyone has the right to freedom of speech. I mean, no one is telling him. There can't be people who still think freedom of speech means you can say anything you want. It's never been the case. And
well, you can, but there's repercussions. Isn't that the point?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't, make
well,
credible threats.
I guess there's certainly a spirit of free speech, though.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. It's the spirit of free speech.
Like, the consequences shouldn't really be, like, trying to ruin your life. You know? Unless you've said something particularly heinous.
The example everyone runs to is the shouting fire in a cinema or something. It's like, woo.
Yeah, but you're endangering people, though. That's different.
Yeah.
Like,
so there's a line.
Well, I guess the line would be, like, if you're actually putting people in danger through your words.
Yeah, you can't incite people to violence, So
yeah, that's right.
I really hate that putting a shouting fire in the theater sorts of what do you call it? I think it's called an analogy. Shouting fire in a crowded theater sort of thing. Because I actually, the first time I heard it, I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're in a theater and you're playing as someone who shout fire at a theater, like, there's a lot of context missing in that sense. That's why I just think it's a really
Well,
poor
I mean,
analogy to
if
use.
you're doing it to troll people, like
If you're
like
doing
a
it
Logan Paul
maliciously,
stunt,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if there is an actual
it's-
fire and you're yelling
It's the same
fire,
as saying
then
I've
you're
got a
fine.
bomb
You know?
on an airplane. Like
Yeah.
if you say, because really embarrassingly, I actually asked a friend what the Unabomber was while we were in an airport because someone I saw a reference to it and he was like, "Don't fucking ask me that here." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I got in
Okay.
trouble. I got in trouble once in an airport because I saw a friend of mine I hadn't seen in a long time, and so I said, "Hi, Jack."
Oh,
Yeah, so
Well,
point being, you draw the line somewhere, and then if you make a rule, if you say something like, okay, when it incites violence, then people like him go, yeah, well, when you say fucking X, Y, and Z about whatever, you're inciting violence.
Yeah, when I
so
make
get
a
to shut you
response
down.
video on the internet, I'm inciting violence.
Yeah.
It's like that sort of thing. I'm
fucking
disturbing the
problem.
peace, and when you talk about disturbing the peace, a lot of that has to do with how people just react to it. You know?
Remember, none of this.
was
None.
this-
Yeah. He, however, doesn't have to obey these rules, guys. He doesn't have to obey any of these rules he's setting. on us.
Yes.
In there and fucking pick at a dead soldier's funeral. Now me, I brought up the
You have the right to
example
pick
of,
at a
well,
dead
say, what
soldier's
if your
funeral?
child is fucking in the ground and these dickheads over here? And they're like, oh, I don't care.
What is the child in the ground thing for? I think he's like referencing someone, but I don't know what it is.
I have no idea. His metaphors are terrible.
I guess.
It's an old Australian metaphor.
Wait, those
okay?
are
We
metaphors?
don't understand.
Well,
Hey, when
no,
a metaphor makes it harder to understand, that means it's working, right?
well, over here we have like these crazy meme Christians, like the Westboro Baptist Church, and they picket soldier funerals. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's disgusting, obviously, but they have the right to do it. I mean, it's just their right. It's your right to do disgusting shit like that, but you know, it's your right.
I mean, there's no
Assholes.
like actual like physical harm being done, is there?
Yeah, it's like you're.
That's
they're
the
Out
thing
your
that
way.
people, like when you say that people have the right to do it, it doesn't mean that you agree with them actually doing it.
well, no, because
You're
if
just
I
saying
defend,
that it's a
if I defend a Nazi's right to free speech, that means I'm a Nazi. Clearly.
Yeah, because
Well,
most of the
obvious.
time you're
Yeah,
doing it because
course.
if you don't allow it,
What?
if you don't allow it, it can be used against everyone.
well, it's
if
just
you
about
don't.
being consistent. You just have to be consistent in your
Yeah.
principles.
Yeah, you have to be consistent.
You
with your
can't
principles.
you can't change them on a dime just because. Like that's the thing is, I think a lot of these people don't really put themselves in a situation where they have to really think about the beliefs that they have and like, okay, I really need to think about this. Is this the right way of looking at things? Is this the right principle to have? And once you do that, then that's when you become solid in your principles.
Yeah, their
You think
sense of
about it and
scale
go, okay,
ends
yeah,
with
that's
themselves.
that's a hard
basically.
question, but
Not to get like
yeah.
super fundamental, but we all probably feel like we hear someone say something, we're like, okay, that's not going to help anything anywhere. But we know for a fact there's like I can't say myself that shouldn't be heard though. Because then
You
someone
know
else-
what's speaking about things that doesn't help? I just saw one of the dumbest tweet that I've read. Hashtag pro tip: block anyone who tells you Wakanda isn't real. They are literally trying to steal your joy. These are the same people who believe in Aslan, Mordor, Tatooine, Westeros, Krypton. You get the idea.
But the others are real.
Yeah, Mordor is real.
I've been to
Yeah,
Tatooine.
it's next to Georgia, or something. I don't know.
You know, like I would say that Middle Earth is real because J.R.
made
like Tolkien spent like half of his adult life cultivating a mythical universe.
You know, we're getting,
Well,
That's
Beowulf
an
is
interesting definition of
yeah, I
real.
was gonna say we're getting dangerously close to actual conspiracy theories here with the whole Tolkien thing. Let's not.
Well, okay, let me ask you this: have you ever proved that Middle Earth does not exist?
Yeah, burden of
Definitively.
proof.
Have you been to every part of the
Got me.
Ah.
Nailed it.
Checkmate, atheist.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Checkmate, atheists.
People who don't
Hell,
believe in
yeah.
Celebrimbor or whatever their fucking names
See,
are.
we're all gonna
Listen,
go to hell.
He's
because
wearing
it
the nine
exists.
rings.
I said exactly, but
He's
it
what?
was along the lines.
Yes, and
of,
He's
he's wearing
wearing-
the nine rings.
Yeah, he's
Oh god,
Infinite Retro
Oh,
is
yeah.
wearing the 9 rings.
he just said he can't remember what he said exactly. We're all fucked because I don't know what he said.
dude. How could you? Like, I can't remember what I said exactly, but it was along the lines of
Yeah,
like, you know, how
join the
could
club.
you
Neither can we.
disrespect your child that way, or not seem to like to give a shit about burying your child? That upset it, and
I don't know
I'm
anything
so
about
sorry for that,
burying kids.
because I was trying to.
I do.
It's a terrible thing. It's immoral. It
Right.
shouldn't happen.
He's projecting in there. Jeez.
And the same person
Well, we're burying his channel.
was able
so.
to give me the information, which I'd been seeking.
morals are
for all these
subjective, though.
years,
You
which
can't
even
just
Americans were not able to give me, except for this dude.
Not
who
his.
Oh,
isn't
yeah, his is the
American
best.
at all. And he goes, no. What happens is that if they cross that line, then it's disturbing the peace, and that's illegal. That's exactly
what? Please be specific.
Like,
Please be specific. What do you mean?
I told you, man. Disturbing the peace. What does that mean?
Like, I mean, that doesn't make sense. That would be like saying that if somebody was in a church and they said, "Hey, sorry, can you elaborate on what you said before?" And it's like, "Sorry, I'm not buying it." Oh, you're disturbing the peace. See you in the penitentiary, buddy.
I mean, look, if we're gonna
how that law could backfire. That rule.
Also, I mean, also, like, you have to put into question, like, who's at peace in that moment exactly? You know, because
but there'd be some.
I mean,
there'd be some people that are like, that didn't disturb me, and then there'd be like maybe 3 people like, well, that did disturb me. That disturbed my.
It's based on a lot of it's based on offense, which is just subjective offense. And let's put it this way: you know what was disturbing the peace? The civil rights movement.
So
I mean,
prohibition was disturbing.
Yeah,
do you know what
the repeal and
do you know what disturbed the peace? The American Revolutionary War.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I mean, if you want to...
I felt like Hitler disturbed the peace a little.
If you want to protest on a street corner, I mean, people might say that's disturbing the peace. A bunch of people standing around, angry signs. They might even have swear words on those signs. I mean...
The guy who snores in an airplane is disturbing the peace.
So you guys heard it. All of us
are
going to jail tonight after this. So
I don't think that violating somebody's comfort is worthy of being arrested.
That's the thing.
Well, you're just too right wing then.
That's the thing. You have to specify that shit. When you can't just say disturbing the peace. That's
like there is such a thing
ambiguous.
as disturbing the peace, but like I feel like he's using it way too broadly.
Yeah. It's like, whose piece, how so, how do you measure it, to what is... You know,
it's the same thing as behind the camera. He has no idea what the actual definition is. He's probably only heard it in like some weird context with some of his, like...
He doesn't seem to understand a lot of words.
Well, have you seen his video? Yes. Have you seen his video he did on Barry, telling Barry that depression is not the same as being depressed? And,
I heard about that. What did he say? I'm curious now.
I made it in about 2 minutes, but I just kind of like... I stopped because it's a retro video where, you know, he'll go on rambling for a bit, he'll stop, and then his mind will spiral somewhere else, and then he'll get back on track, sort of, and then you just forget what the video was about.
Look, you gave it your best.
I feel like
your best.
People are really bad on the subject of depression. Bullet Barry's video is really good, so
yeah.
I'm not sure what you can find to... Like, the whole idea of that series, I think, was everything is person to person. He's literally saying, this is just my opinion. And you're like, sorry, buddy.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny, okay? So I made a video about a moment of depression I went through, you know, some gay shit like that. And
that's homophobic.
Yeah. And basically, he sent me a message saying that he can relate to me now because that depression video. And, I mean, he didn't call me out for it. But, you know, he called out Barry, who he didn't even use. I don't know.
Well, Barry's a bigger channel, dude.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm a nobody. I'm a Rags clone, Dick Rider. There you go.
Yeah, something.
Dick Rag. Is that a thing? Dick Rag is a thing?
I guess. I mean, the rag specifically designed for...
Do I count as a Dick Rag if I only make movie-related shit?
I was trying to say, man.
I want to be in the
club.
So yeah. I was trying to get at, right? And I was trying to get him to see that if somebody's encroaching on something, you know, getting in your face, disturbing your peace, then freedom of speech goes out the window because now they're...
Nope. Fucking idiot. Fucking retard.
What does that even mean?
Guys, that's his opinion, okay? Can you leave him alone, please?
Oh, yeah, no. It's just an opinion. We're getting to his personal... I don't know.
Using it. And that's the problem with a lot of people on here. They think that freedom of speech is just this.
You can't abuse a right.
Freedom of speech okay. Freedom of speech isn't an easy ticket. It was fought for with blood. You know,
you're abusing
if you're obese, you are abusing your right to bodily autonomy.
Yeah, stop abusing your human rights,
dude. Annoying people are abusing the right to be
alive. I bet you want your privacy now too. Stop abusing your privacy.
You gotta show us your internet history.
Well, no, wait. That's actually kind of what he says, though. The whole anonymity thing on the internet. That's abusing our right to privacy. There you go. It's all coming together. Retro believes, I guess, that you can abuse your human rights. It's like, okay. Okay.
You know, those things that we had to kill for, you know, those things.
Oh, man. Oh, it's just weird because he, like, compares me with Hitler, sort of, in another video.
He doesn't seem to understand what a right is, though. It's an inalienable, like, a right isn't a privilege. A right is something that you just have as a human being. It's not... You can't... I'm sorry.
Fringy, it's okay. It's okay. The same thing happened to me. He broke my
feel when you have
too.
to explain basics to people. You're like,
it's like as a society, we get together and decide on very basic things that people have, so that we could function together.
You're wrong. You're wrong. His peace matters more than anything else.
A slave is disturbing the peace when he asks to go to the bathroom. When he asks the master to stop whipping him, he's disturbing the peace.
See, this is why I subscribed to Fringy, because YouTube told me to. Because of that.
Subscribe to Green Creators.
Subscribe to Fringy. He's black. Everybody, do it now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if you did.
Speaking of which, I'm racist apparently, so you're gonna have to leave.
Apparently, yeah.
So I mean, that's what I'm told.
Everyone knows dogs are inherently racist.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's like, no, dog will fuck anything. I don't know what
let me ask you something. Did you choose a bright fur or a dark fur when you chose your avatar?
Oh, which side of me are you looking at? Which side of me are you looking at?
Oh shit.
And then when people get to that point where their peace has been disturbed, they step back and they go,
"Oh my god! If it is retro, just for the record, bump your freaking microphone up, because I was crunching my snack and it's a lot louder than your freaking voice."
Okay,
I'm sorry. You want him to be louder? I would go the opposite way myself. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, Apaben, I don't think you realize how long it took for us to get him to wear a shirt. One step at a time. Okay.
And this is only like half.
Fair enough.
It's half a shirt. It's a process.
Fair enough. Give me the rings. Might as well.
Baby steps. But
give him the rings.
In a few months we'll have him like a decent member of Australian society.
No.
Whoa. He's wearing rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Rags video.
Mm-hmm.
In Valentine.
Oh,
I got a
request for marriage. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think
he wants
hentai.
He's sending the signals in there.
He wants to hate fuck me. That's what he wants. Which will disturb.
God, imagine that was like the legit truth. Like he just had a crush on you.
He wants to disturb my peace.
Barry, after Infinite Retro and Rags have their sexual moment, Rags is going to be in a dog shelter because he's suffered animal abuse.
He disturbed my peace. That's what happened.
There you go. No, yeah.
You can say that in a way that'll be sexy. You disturbed my peace.
It's like, violate me. Violate my rights. Abuse my rights.
Oh no, stop.
Also my anus.
Okay. That's wrong, that's illegal, and you're crossing the line. Except you can't sort of do that on YouTube because there's no sort of legal rules in place.
Because it's the internet.
Fringy, this person can vote in your country.
Look, no, he can't, because that's disturbing the peace. If anything, that's disturbing the peace.
When he said, disturbing the peace, sacrificing rights, all that, I was like, is he talking about his existence or whatever? Like,
I bet this guy sucks at civilization.
I think he's trying to apply the same rules for reality as he is for the internet. I guess. Like, in real life, you can't just walk away from things necessarily because, they're physical objects interacting with each other.
When the Allies conducted D-Day, that was disturbing the peace.
Have you ever questioned how... have you ever...
Oh, I was going to say, is he like a fan of the non-aggression principle or something? Like, is this like all violate his NAP?
It's a microaggression.
Well, no, because he thinks that not everyone has. He says not everybody has right to freedom of speech, but they're like everyone has the right to freedom of speech, except there's like no limits and stuff like that. I guess so.
Yeah. Have you ever wondered how he plays RPGs where you have to make choices with this kind of mentality?
I don't know. Like, man, it must be.
He can't shoot the mutants, and he can't shoot the humans. And he can't shoot himself.
I want to violate anyone's peace.
He just turns the game off.
Let's not take the right away from him to shoot himself. I think that's we should.
Hey! He has the right to drink bleach. He has the right to drink bleach.
He does. Okay. That would violate his. That would
be too quick.
Breach.
No, it would disturb the peace from.
That would
Clorox,
disturb his
actually.
peace. So we can't do that. Oh, we got.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta. Let's go back. I think someone hit it by accident. That's okay.
But the people that are doing it just call them pussies. They think that.
I think we're a little bit too far.
They step back and they go, okay, that's wrong, that's illegal, and you're crossing the line. Except you can't sort of do that on
Wrong
YouTube
and illegal are different things.
Sort of legal rules in place for being. I mean, you know, there's harassment and stuff like that, and that's why people block
Whatever
people.
that means.
That's why people report people when they feel they're being harassed. But the people that are doing it just call them pussies. They think that all of a sudden that they're cowards.
Yeah, because 9 out of 10 times you're being a pussy. You're not being harassed. Someone's disagreeing with you, or they have an opinion you don't like, so you're being a pussy. Adam Sessler, you're a pussy. All right? It's just because that's what you are. You're a piece of shit and you're a pussy, so fight me. So, I'm not the one trying to find out where people live. So, it's
because they're trying to defend themselves. And it's always the fucking bullies that are saying to other people that do it that they're the cowards. Of course a bully is going to call other people cowards when it means that their voice can be silenced and their ability
if I'm correct,
what are you even what are you talking about? The other person is trying to silence them.
Yeah, it's like you're the one who silenced me on Twitter, and you're talking about how bad it is to silence people?
Yeah, he's also calling all of us cowards because we won't show our faces.
I guess.
Remember that. Remember that.
These are psychopaths. I don't want him knowing where I live. I don't want this dude knowing where I live. He's fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
He's a crazy psychopath. He's got the fucking
and disturb their peace, right?
Right.
To disturb their peace is taken away because they thought that freedom of speech gave them a full fucking pardon to do anything and everything against anyone and not take any repercussions whatsoever for it.
No one believes that.
Infinite Retro, if I make a video that you disagree with, if you respond to me, you have disturbed the peace and therefore have broken the law.
Yeah. Disturbing the peace is anything you want it to be.
Well, how about this? Infinite Retro, you like smelling farts. And if you say anything against that, you're disturbing the peace. Checkmate.
Yeah, the 6 of 7 of us in this chat, we have an opinion. And if you go against that opinion, you're disturbing our peace collectively. You're disturbing our peace. So you're gonna have to shut up and enjoy your ban.
And I've got to thank that dude for that nugget of information because that was my point. I've been arguing for years with people. For some reason,
here's the thing people do, and I notice it too.
Think at all.
Here's the thing people do is they will give up these silly little tiny, basically meaningless points in order to give themselves some sort of credit for being magnanimous. For being.
By the way, Rags, I love that your thumbnail is basically Cyrus, and then we're just talking about Infinite Retro all this time.
Yeah.
guys, stop pausing. We're so close to the end.
But he'll admit to being corrected or to learning something on these tiny issues that are completely pointless and no one knows about, so that he can say, "See, I admit when I'm wrong," and do things like that.
He'll never admit when he's wrong.
It's something people do. I notice it.
Admit that humans die, but you're still wrong.
I thought he was too old to argue with people.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But no, it's the middle of the night. There's nothing else going on. I guess. I don't know.
I'm also.
All right. In conclusion, Infinite Retro is still Infinite Retard.
Yeah, pretty much.
I never thought of it. You know, I am bald. You know, information just does evaporate.
Don't say.
I don't think.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Right
Good for you.
I wouldn't call what leaves his head information.
I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. What?
Huh?
What did he say?
What was he saying?
That's
all
it.
the time. But I thank him for that, and I fucking admitted on camera right now that I screwed up and made an assumption about someone.
I still don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is.
Right?
Yeah, what's the assumption?
How many of you fuckers out there admit you're wrong? How many of you...
He has a very colourful vocabulary.
You get to fucking brag about it. Oh my god.
That you screwed up,
By the
or you
way,
put something in a
He's
way
kind of like
that
the
wasn't
personification of
the
Donald
evil
Trump's
intention
Twitter.
that it came out sounding, that it actually did.
When do
And
you
actually
fuckers
step
ever
back and go,
admit when
okay,
you're
look,
wrong,
man,
you
I'm
bastard?
sorry, I didn't actually mean that.
Well, I was like, I'm sorry if I'm not wrong enough for you, often enough for you. It was like, I'll try to be wrong more, I guess.
That's an excellent comeback.
I was alright.
I'm trying to get you to see what I'm seeing and feeling, but I couldn't until he said, "Oh no, I know what you're getting at. It's disturbing the peace." So fucking for that, man, I really do.
Fucking.
I find it amazing
I'm
that
willing to
he suggested that he made an argument for years without even understanding it.
Yeah,
like,
that is
it
kind
took
of
someone
strange.
else to tell him like what he was actually trying to say.
How long did it take him
So-
to get a colored camera too? Because I mean, his
I think
videos
it was
used to
like
be in black and white.
it was like a filter. He went to the discount.
Yeah, it was a filter.
Black
Listen,
and
when
Well,
he's
yeah,
gonna
I'm
say
joking,
fucking
I'm
hell.
joking.
color, you should be lucky the camera's facing the right way.
When YouTube started,
no,
it
no,
was
I'm the camera's facing the wrong way. Let's be honest.
I mean, you can't see
He
his
should,
ball.
he should be behind the camera.
But-
he should be behind.
Or maybe he
And
already
that's
is behind the
difference
camera.
between me and other
Oh, yeah, that's a
YouTubers
good
is
point.
that Not many of us here will actually admit when we're wrong because you're too fucking proud-filled. You think that if you admit
Proud? Proud-filled?
We're too
Okay,
fucking
well, where
proud
were we
filled.
Not
wrong?
pride-filled, proud-filled.
We're too fucking proud filled.
Proud filled.
Just-
Yeah,
the
literally a couple of seconds ago, I admitted that I was wrong. When have you ever admitted that I was wrong?
Okay, Fringy, I was gonna ask you a question, Fringy. Okay, over there in Australia, do you guys say I grew up or I growed up? What do you guys
Well, I mean, grew up is correct, so I
Okay.
don't see why anybody would say anything else.
say? Okay, because that is exactly what he said in one of his, like,
Yeah, he needs to read more books.
yeah,
You
he's
know,
like,
that's
I
what I
growed
would
up.
recommend.
One of his
Well,
video
is there
Is there a
titles.
deep
Michael,
south of
alright.
Australia?
Take.
One of his
Is that
video
where he's
titles
from?
was that I'm a cowardice tool, and I don't really know what that. I'm a cowardice tool, and I don't really know what that means. So,
Well,
I-
Rags, that's your fault for not reading his dictionary.
well, I don't want to ask him and disturb his peace, so I'll just I'll just deal with it, I
that
suppose.
you failed or you're wrong, that something's off. But just to
Something's
finalise on this
off?
Video, I'm not
Something
wrong
is
about
off.
Rags.
Hold on.
Did he ever like admit that he was like wrong about the whole viewbotting thing, or at the very
No,
least,
he
totally
said
unfounded?
it.
No.
He said in
He
one of
was
his
totally
videos
right
that
about
he
that.
stands by it. He said he stands
What?
by it.
But I mean, like, there's no evidence.
I
I mean,
know.
it was
Well,
just like I don't.
He wants
understand.
receipts, okay? He wants
Look.
receipts.
For the
Okay,
for
so-
the purchases that were never made.
Okay,
guess.
so I had a couple of people that were commenting on the video I did on him. They're like, "Don't you get it, man? He's trolling. He's playing around with you guys. He
No,
isn't serious."
dude. No,
And so
man.
it's
No,
funny.
he's
hold
just
on,
legit retard.
hold on.
What do you,
And
what do you
then,
call what
my,
we're doing to him?
Hold on. And my counter on that,
Alright.
my counter to that is that when I made a video, I also went over that little bit of info. I was like, from what I heard, this is all a troll or something. And immediately after I made a video on him, he uploaded a video to my video, and he says blatantly in the video, he's like, "None of this is a troll. I'm serious." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Now this is the bad boy of gaming. That's what
Yeah.
his channel says. He's the here. Let me go to it right now.
He's the
About-
shadow of fate.
Shadow of Fate.
Shadow of Fate. I am
He wears
the
all 9 rings. I mean,
I am the fucking bad boy of gaming.
Mandarin.
Fuck, dude.
the
Oh
fucking
my
Mandarin.
god.
I
don't-
feel like anybody who imposes a label like I'm like the hardcore most real. It's like so cringeworthy.
Oh man. Yeah, it's like, look, dude, you're the
Earn
fucking
that
bad
shit.
boy of gaming. I'm
You don't
fucking
even-
reporting people's Twitter because I don't like them. I guess. Ooh.
You don't even reference labels in general. His particular one is super cringe.
All right, let's wrap this up and
listen,
let's
he
have this.
single-handedly
It's almost-
brought Mortal Kombat
To
to
someone
Australia.
that always says, words have no meaning unless you give it meaning.
He stuttered
No,
there for a
word-
bit
no,
because he
power,
probably didn't.
power. Words have no
Yeah.
power.
Words don't give it. Words
You-
don't have
you have
meaning.
to-
unless
What's
you
have
give it
meaning? What's he
What's a
talking about? It's called a dictionary.
I mean, we assign meaning to the words.
Yeah,
of
you
course,
should
it's-
read that a lot, by the way.
It's like, yes, words don't have
Dictionaries
any power.
have his own
no,
personal
Frankie,
ones.
he's gonna get the dictionary banned in your
But
country too.
this
I mean,
is
like,
I talked to Mahler about this. I let him know, and basically what Retro's done a few times is say, well, you're the one who says that words have no power unless you give them power. So that means I could slander you and lie about you, and if you are upset about that or if you say anything about it, that means you're being hypocritical.
It's
Because
okay when he does it.
because this in Infinite Retro's mind is like a legit argument to make. Like that
Oh,
makes
like,
total perfect sense to
Yeah.
me.
So I would say that he doesn't seem to understand that when people say like words only have the power you give them, they're talking about like specific words.
Yeah.
And whether or not like if somebody walked up to your face and said, "I hope you and your family will die in a train crash," like nobody's
Those
gonna sit there
words
and be
have
like,
meaning.
"Well, words only have meaning that you give to."
Well,
like,
I mean,
no,
I
everybody's
gave
gonna.
the example I gave to Rags. I was like, so take the name John. It's like, well, that doesn't mean shit to any of us, really. And it's like, what if you had a son who died tragically at age 9 or something who was called John? Forever now, that word has a strong power
That's
over
right.
you.
Yeah.
Nobody
It's-
else has that feeling. They're like, who cares about John? Like, what the fuck's John? They'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's complicated.
I mean, it is complicated. I mean, language is complicated, and communication is fairly, like, it's not. I
a lot of it comes down to the substance.
Again, we're explaining a fundamental of language.
Yeah, so if
like the basics here, fam.
Yeah, so it was something. A word can be superficial, like a superficial attack on somebody, like you're fat or some racial slur or just something nonsensical like that makes the person saying it look worse than the person receiving it. That is completely different than you going out and making accusations based on that person's character, based on something that they supposedly did that reflects on them.
Yeah, it's like feeding a baby applesauce.
So there you go. Let's do that.
Oh,
well, that's
we
it.
We did it, guys. We did it.
Yay! Now we have Cyrus. More 44 minutes.
It took us 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Who else like that?
An hour and 20 minutes of that was reading super chat and getting sidetracked.
Yeah. Who else? We
gotta make entertainment on our own.
Actually, I've watched Cyrus's video. He doesn't really say much until the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting a skip?
The video is unavailable.
Yes.
He disabled streaming on third-party sites.
Did anybody else like his stock thunder sound effect that he put at the end right there?
Oh, absolutely.
That was great.
That's cool.
Cinema masterpiece.
Yeah, but he got it from sfx.com or something.
All right. I mean, I guess instead of watch together, then I'll just do it myself. I guess I don't have it. I don't really have it lined up. Does it matter too much?
No, we could all click the button at the same time. Just send the link, and then we'll say 1, 2, 3, play.
Now, if you guys start talking, I'll pause it and I'll just do that. We're not gonna get the whole thing. Oh, the watch together isn't accepting the link to this video.
Oh. Wait, what is this? What is this next one?
This is Cyrus Martin. He's gonna inject himself into drama that he has nothing to do with, and he's gonna call it letting go of old drama.
Isn't it? This is the guy that 2 years ago you made a video on.
Something like that.
Didn't stop talking about.
Yeah, he hasn't fucking let it go. He hasn't letting it go. And
where's retro videos work?
Where can I get it?
This is pretty. I mean, look. He's such a disingenuous fucking guy.
Rags, if you can't stream the video, but I can't stream the audio.
Well, it's fine. We can do this. This should work.
We gotta look at his ugly mouth.
Can you not?
Sorry, where's the video? Where?
Can you hear?
Where's the video?
So, I guess it's disabled from watch together. So, what I can do is let me see.
I mean, you could just. I mean, it takes us ages to get through even like 1 minute. You could just try another internet retro video.
No,
please no. Thanks. We're done with him. We're done. The jokes got tired. The jokes ran out.
You disturbed my peace. Fuck you.
Yeah, here, give me a second here. Let me see if this will work.
My piece.
That's some pretty.
My piece.
I mean, did he like make it unlisted or something? I can still see it on my tab because I had it open.
Oh, I really hope
you can disable third-party streaming.
Yeah, I think that's what he did because the link isn't even popping up in watch together.
Let me. You could download the video real quick.
Well, someone could download
I already did
quickly, right?
Oh,
well, Appabend, do you have it?
I already did. I had it here.
Ooh, boy.
Cool.
Where
now
is
we
it?
just stream it from the download.
Okay. Where?
Yeah, but I can only stream it in audio though.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing to fucking look at anyway.
I don't want to look at his
Okay,
face
just
anyway.
do audio then. Just
I'll
do
put
audio.
his.
Just the audio, because there's not much to look at on him anyway. So
Does he
I'll get his
still
face.
call you Mr. Rags?
Well,
I don't know.
We'll see pretty quickly how he
civil of him.
how he describes me. It's very very telling as to the way.
So
he
are we
thinks.
listening
So
through
where
Discord?
is-
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, I suppose we can.
And try to discredit them
All right.
in every way and make
So
fun
skip
of them. Whether it was their physical appearance, the way they speak, or whatever. He would do all that kind of stuff.
Skip to the beginning.
And I guess I had thought that he was just moving away from that because of the danger that puts your channel in.
Appabend.
What?
Beginning?
What's the problem? Oh, the beginning. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You want to go to the very beginning. He didn't really say much, though. Because I watched it
Well,
all the way to the 10-minute mark.
I think that it's... We can go back to that, but the way that he characterizes my channel and me is very telling.
Yeah, he's got to do something in the beginning. Right?
Okay. All right.
Hey everybody, it's me, Cyrus, and this is Video Game Virus.
We don't like this guy.
I've been really trying to focus on, having fun here and talking about video games and talking about
this channel.
retro stuff and talking about new stuff. Just talking about video games is mainly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, good for you.
And that's
he fails
what
at
I
it
want to do with my channel.
Let him try, guys.
But there's something that's come up, and I've been asked about it a lot.
Bullshit.
So I figure I don't want to slowly get dragged into a new situation.
Yes, he does.
Stop it right there. Stop it
Can we
right
put him
there.
on ×2?
Stop it right there. Okay, so listen.
What's the title of his video? What's the title of the video?
The title of his video is "Speaking to Rags and Infinite Retro," right? But in the video, as it plays, because it's on my screen right now, it's called "Letting Go of Old Drama." Cyrus has nothing to fucking do with me and Infinite Retro, and I don't even think that it's like a thing between us. It's just him being angry that I acknowledged his ridiculousness. He has Cyrus Martin has nothing to do with this. He went into the comment section and he started commenting with the whole boo-hoo, woe is me, trying to with his disingenuousness that he always does. And so he's putting himself into this drama to give himself an excuse to say he's part of this drama and he wants to let go of all the drama. Because that's what he does.
I love the idea that he assesses it all and then tells him he's dropping out of it, and my only response would be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, it's like... yeah, it's like, no one knows. Who the fuck are you?
I like the idea of him sitting in his basement just waiting for you to get into drama so he can be a part of it.
I mean, I've seen every once in a while a comment by him, but for the most part, I have literally forgotten he existed. I had no idea he was a thing. He was still around, like he was on the earth.
He always tries to insert himself onto your comment sections every now and then on a video. And he tries to write a long message trying to seem like he's here for peace.
I'm just here to bury the hatchet. That's all I'm here to do. And da-da-da-da-da. And it's, fuck off. No, you're not.
And then he just has to insert slanders into this long, like, peaceful negotiation.
Yeah,
program.
You'll see that pretty soon here. So let's get to it.
The only time that I do, I really don't want to, but...
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I just think this might be, I'm crossing my fingers saying this, a better way to do this. I hope it is.
He's also crossing his eyes.
It's like he's acting like he's in the center of this drama that's unfolding, and that's just absolute fucking bullshit.
He's the guy who waits dramas to start just to say, I'm not a part of this, guys. I'm not.
These guys are always talking about me.
They're like, I'm going to insert myself into the middle of this drama and then say, oh, I just hope this drama doesn't, I just want to let it all go. I just don't want it to, it's like he's like got some sort of a victimization complex, I guess. Mm-hmm. That's the only way that I can describe it based on how he acts and what he does online.
Remember, 2 years ago, his sub count was basically where it's still at, I think.
I mean, he clearly puts a lot of work into it, with the thumbnails and the titles and the editing and stuff, or the complete total lack of editing. As in, like this video is 44 minutes of him just sitting in front of a webcam in one single take.
Yeah, his thumbnails are okay, but like once you click on them, like the videos do not match the quality of the thumbnail. Yeah. It's that kind of thing.
It's like me, like my thumbnails
look way better. You know who to go to.
Bullet Berry has a very good thumbnail maker guy.
I don't have a thumbnail.
Well, I'm sorry if I can't be that bouge as a Bullet Berry is. I'm a poor person. I have to make my own thumbnails. I have to struggle with that myself.
Oh man, it takes me an entire 5 minutes.
Thanks, adtext.com. Like so fucking much for rich people.
Wow, racist.
Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, and me personally, it's been a couple of years now since all this started, but
still talking about it.
I was strawmanned into
a
position that he
apparently
he wanted me to be an anti.
No one else thinks that except Cyrus.
With no perspective.
Cyrus is the only person who believes this, I guess, but apparently I did.
Nobody wants to insert him into anything because he's so uninteresting.
Yeah, I don't want to insert him into anything.
Sorry.
Hey man, it's useful if you want to go to sleep, okay?
He's a useful idiot, and that's it.
things. Like,
Nothing else.
Free content, I suppose. It's like retro. He was like, "Go, yeah, sure, make it what you want. I'm not gonna take you down and stop you."
They make you look good without you having to try. That's the funny part.
I hope that it doesn't make me lazy eventually. So.
Yeah. All right.
You know, whatever. And then basically tried to sway people against me that wanted to talk to me.
So I don't know what that is.
He's non-existent on the internet.
How are we going to
Nobody
get through this video?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I just don't
stop every 3 words.
I can't help it's like it's so many things are just not right.
I don't blame you guys. I'm just saying.
When you make response videos, it's a habit that you'll stop and want to like say something. You know, it happens to me all the time.
No example. I'm trying to stop people from talking to him. I was like, sure, like I even have that power, but whatever.
I mean, I made a 10-hour response, so I know this feel.
I like your H-Bomber guy responses.
Like rags.
That's the one.
Yeah, I really actually like those.
You know,
Thanks, man.
I don't know what level you would classify Rags at, but he's got almost 300,000 subscribers.
Yeah, boy.
And a substantial following. A bunch of people donate. On that stream where he told everybody to come and harass me.
Oh, did I?
What? Rags? How dare you?
Okay. Is that what I did?
How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you, Rags?
This guy wouldn't lie to us, right?
No.
No.
He definitely won't do that now.
Only faggots lie, and you suck dick, so you're the liar.
Yeah, I ain't no faggot. I suck man dick.
He says no homo after and before. He's good.
I don't suck no faggot dick.
Still make eye contact with yourself. You're okay.
That's true. Mirrors. As long as your balls don't touch. Oh wait.
Don't cross the streams.
What about your own stream?
Right. So clearly, I mean, he's successful at being whatever he is.
He's like, don't be disingenuous. You know what I am. I know what you are, Cyrus.
Yeah, I was talking about this the other day. It's this strange thing that people do to try to like. It's like a feigned ignorance where they pretend like, oh, he's like a YouTuber or something, and he's trying for something. I don't understand it myself. It's like this weird.
That is one that I've noticed. Yeah, where they're like, I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea.
Have any of you guys received the criticism you're a wannabe YouTuber?
Well, you know, the part that annoys me is where he's like whatever he is, and he clearly knows what Rags content is.
I mean...
Yeah, I clearly know what Cyrus is. I told you earlier, like right off the bat, I was like, yeah, this is what Cyrus does. He makes these kinds of videos, and, you know, that's what he
slanders, like he... fuck it, forget it. Play it, sorry.
I'm sorry, Appabend, this is not the Reader's Digest podcast, okay?
No.
And, of course, anytime there's drama about Rags... I made a couple comments in one of the videos because I just can't help it. You know,
come on, he can edit this. Surely he can edit this.
And then, of course, everybody starts to talk to me about like the situation, and
it's perfect. Leave it the way it is.
This is your life now, Mahler. Get used to it.
I'm gonna include my breaths and my gaps just to make sure you guys get the official, long form version of this.
44 minutes. One take. 44 and a half minutes. One take.
Look,
come on.
Okay, fine.
Okay, let's try going. Let's try going 5 minutes. Let's try.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Let's try 5 seconds.
Most of them are related to video games and video game news and opinions about video games. I also do shows. I had there's a show that I've done for a long time. We're not doing it right now, but it's called Game Rambling. It's with Picky Old Gamer.
That's a really...
Literally, we just yak about video.
As long as he admits it's rambling.
Or I worked on the Epically Geeky show, on the Epically Geeky YouTube channel, and mainly talked about geek-related stuff, including video games, movies, stuff like that. But
why is it always got to be
geek?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
It's okay. Let it play.
Normal people don't watch TV or movies.
The only drama. Well, the only drama that I've really been involved in is the Rag stuff.
And that's the only reason you're known about anything. Like that's the only reason people know him.
Well, I'm a rags leech. That's
For a minute, I thought the video was playing.
Yeah, that was a spot-on imitation, man. That was too good.
I did not hit.
Oh my God!
Attack him vigorously. I'm not going to try to humiliate him. I just have some basic questions.
That's what this
can't do
44
anything.
minutes.
That's as far as he could get to try. You never could. You couldn't achieve that. You could attempt.
Oof.
Go ahead.
And I can't. I've thought for a long time about that, and I don't know what the answer would be. Maybe he doesn't either, and maybe that's why he won't talk to me.
What's the question?
I'm sorry, answer to what?
What? I don't even know.
I don't even know what the question was. The answer
this
is
mysterious question that none of us can answer.
I
don't know what it
But
is,
I
but
don't
none of
know
us
what
can
the-
answer it.
All
right.
But I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is, and I may never know. But that's the only thing I ever wanted, was just to ask him why he did this to me.
Sorry. Oh, hang on. Have we lost like 10 minutes?
What the fuck's happening right now?
You see, why did Rags make me bald? And why did Rags?
Rags is the Antichrist.
Find out, you know.
The
Find
thing
out,
is,
you know, what he really.
we're gonna tie some stones to
fuck
Rags' legs.
off, intelligent design people. There's no way that having one pipe for food and air is ever intelligent design. Fuck off. I'm good, but damn.
Find
son.
out, you know, what he really believes, because the only defense that I've ever heard.
I've never
was
lied about what I believe.
that he must have misunderstood me.
The only
And
defense?
If that's what happened, I'd love to hear that.
You're gonna hear it
But
right
he
now.
has never been willing to
Oh, fuck off.
discuss it with me. So that's fine.
He's never willing to discuss. Seriously? Did you ever contact you, Rex?
Rags one of those people who ignores us.
opened-
Doesn't
I've-
respond to our
I've-
videos.
Oh my God, my boss game.
Okay,
Open,
someone
open DMs,
who's-
open emails, ball public. I used to have a Twitter. You can, Gab, contact me on Gab if I ever check it. I mean,
So-
And you disabled it yourself, right, Rags? You got rid of your Twitter because you didn't want to respond
Oh,
to people.
look at him.
Okay, I think. Okay, so
What
we
a
can all
sad
relate.
boy.
We can all relate. Like, we've done videos on people, and they've wanted to have a discussion with us, but their reaction to those videos kind of gives us a hint that maybe
Pretty
they're not the
much.
type of people you
Yeah.
want to have a
and I've
discussion with.
done that before. I've done that before.
I've had that said about me, so
I mean, I've been in situations where it's like, yeah, this wasn't worthwhile. Like with that Grumpachi dude, like that wasn't even like that taught me like, no, okay, not every debate is valid.
And listen,
sometimes.
another thing.
Especially if it devolves into yelling.
So this one guy made a video called 5 Reasons Better Than, generic video. I did a response to it. He DM'd me on YouTube, nowhere else on YouTube. I didn't even know YouTube had a messaging system.
Yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, I looked at the
It's
message,
terrible.
and the message was him saying, "Well, I think your video was very well constructed, and you made good points. I really
I
think
don't
you
believe
should."
anyone said that about his videos.
He's like, I think you should. He's like, I think you should take down this video because I don't want people to know that this is what I said. And at that point, I was like, I'm not having a discussion with you. Sorry, it's no.
Yeah, I've had people DM me that. And but before we go on real quick, this is something that people do, especially they think that because you've made a video about them, you owe them your time. Like your one-on-one time, like in personal conversation. Like, no. You get to be on a stream.
Well, you see, yeah.
Is it complicated to say that it's like, you ask and then they say yes and then that's the contract, the verbal contract, instead of just assuming things?
I really can let this go.
No.
I really can. And there's other people out there who
Give it 2 more years.
have had way worse experiences with Rags than what I've had.
Some people
small
are.
channels that
have you ever actually had any direct contact with him?
Don't think so, really.
Like message back and forth, even in text, anything?
Some comments, some YouTube comments, I think. That's about it.
Bombarded by him and his fans, and people have been run off of YouTube. They don't even do YouTube anymore.
No, they run themselves off.
They run themselves off. I don't have the power to chase people off YouTube. I don't have that power.
Harassment and the negativity and the viciousness with which these people operate.
Words on the internet.
And he says that that's not his fault. He can't help it. He has nothing to do with that. There's no way he could know that would happen.
No, hold up.
Even though it happened.
I know that it is an inevitability. The reality is that once you get an audience of a certain size, things will happen. You just have to accept that. There's nothing you could do about that. That's just the pragmatic reality of having an audience.
You're a racist now.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I need to go by handbook. I can't remember what ism that is, but you've ismed something.
Like I tell people not to do it, and I put the disclaimers up because I mean it. But shit, man.
I can't tell you the amount of times people have come to me after someone took down a video that I made a response to, and then they put that blame on me. Like as if that's my responsibility that they decided to click the delete video button because that I had no influence over that. They decided to make that choice themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that leave their videos up and then they message me. Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, I was wrong about this, and I'm going to leave this up because I think it's a good way for people to learn." And there are some people that make a comeback.
Yeah,
and
absolutely there are.
Yeah, and then there are those who double down, and this is one of them.
I mean, would you know if you guys had a video made about you that was completely inaccurate and then the creator recognized that, would you prefer it that they take down the initial one or make a follow-up that counters it? Because
I want them to keep it up.
I want them to keep it up as well because it's strong evidence of what happened.
Once, and it's kind of a pattern, but he wouldn't know. He has no control over that.
Correct.
But those people, the people that have really been damaged, had their reputations damaged, their channels ruined, have been stopped from doing what they wanted to do.
Implying that it was Rag's mistake who ruined Infinite Retros.
Yeah.
Okay, see, NoobTube did that himself. Titanfall Princess did that themselves. Crap Gamer did that himself. JTech did that himself. Like, literally, all of them. I mean, Mr. Matty Plays doesn't seem affected by it.
Yeah, I think he just kind of recognized I think I heard that he kind of recognized the video.
He did a response where he recognized that what he said was wrong, stupid, and there's much more respect to be gained from that.
Well, yeah, absolutely. How you handle criticism, how you handle commentary says a great deal about you, and a lot of it has a lot to do with your success as a channel too, because people see that.
I don't defend everything Infinite Retro says because he's a man. He can take care of his own business and he can deal with what he says. And
is that a subtle way of saying I don't agree with everything he says because he's kind of wrong on some stuff?
Well,
without saying it,
he might as well have titled this video "Retro Didn't Do Nothing." Honestly, that's basically
Retro didn't do nothing.
Leave Miss a Retro alone.
Because they're pals, they're buddies. Cyrus and Retro are like they're friends, I guess.
Yeah, they was
deal with what he says and the repercussions of that. How he chooses. He has decided the path that he's going to take with Rags, and that's
he chose his own fight.
It's up to him and Rags to traverse. They're
Here we
gonna
are.
figure all that out. They're going to go back and forth, and
No,
I have
they're
no
not.
idea how that's going to end up or what's going to happen there. But I do understand what his message is, and the message is that Rags claims to be this champion of the truth and this advocate.
Have you actually been quoted as saying that?
I don't know.
Because
I can't remember.
Maybe
it sounds like something.
Wait.
That sounds like something I'd say.
Advocate of openness and honesty and all this kind of stuff, but is not willing to own up to when he says things that are not factual, that are, I mean, you can call them lies, like what he said about me.
For the record, that was starting from the 10-minute mark. We are on the 21-minute mark.
Dude, he puts a space between 1-2 words. He has a gap. Is it to breathe?
Listen, it's either this, it's either this or the exact opposite, which is Riley J. Dennis, which is more space between the words in the sentences than in between the sentences. Like, they'll go back to their video, and she will edit out all of the space in between each sentence. You could tell because she used a webcam, so you could see him like shift. It's like, why would you do that? Both extremes are bad. Just talk like a normal human being, please.
It's like you said, Regs, originally. He makes 40-minute long videos, but they only have about 5 minutes worth of substance to them.
This is why you should read a script. This is why unless you're like extremely charismatic, it's always worthwhile to at least have some notes.
Yeah, boy.
Or a script.
There's like a stigma against scripts. There shouldn't be.
I have no idea why. I mean, all of the best shows ever written are written They're not just people talking in front of the camera.
Well, hey, look, hey. The Last Jedi didn't have a script.
I would fucking hope it didn't. There's a way to explain that shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right.
But I do understand what Infinite Retro is trying to get at with Rags, which is you call people hypocrites.
Yes.
And you are a hypocrite.
Oh.
In a really bad way.
How so?
Because of how you've done all these people, all these other YouTubers, especially the young people. You know,
which
Rags has said that all YouTubers are low-hanging fruit.
Ooh, low-hanging fruit.
Anybody that says anything about PC that's not a positive thing is low-hanging fruit.
Okay, low-hanging fruit
means that they're wrong, though. Like, if they're low-hanging fruit, it means that they're very wrong. So what you just said is that if you don't say something positive about PC gaming, you're very wrong.
When have I ever... Job. What the fuck is the dolphin noise? I don't even fucking know what the hell is that. Oh, but the... okay, so... I've never said that the PC platform's perfect, right? That doesn't mean that you could just make shit up about it. You know?
Right.
So...
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he realizes, but low-hanging fruit is still fair game. I think so, anyway.
Well, these people These people want to dictate who we can and cannot respond to. There are rules that they will never, ever specify so that they can adjust the goalpost as necessary as to who we are allowed to respond to and criticize.
I mean, even if you didn't do a video on Cyrus Martin's channel, I don't think his channel would have gone anywhere, to be honest.
Fuck no.
I mean, and that sounds like a dickish thing to say, but just look at the quality of his videos and the way he talks. There's just... I don't think he would have made it anywhere, even without a video made on him.
If you were smart, you would never say anything negative about PC.
Don't ever start a sentence with that.
He said
if you were smart, especially if your name is Cyrus Martin, don't start sentences with if you were smart.
If you were smart, you would never say anything negative about PC.
Oops, sorry.
Dude,
I swear it's not me.
This is not part of the Cyrus Martin video.
Alphaben, do you have a soundboard?
You look at
I have.
Alphaben looks.
Yeah, that's why I'm streaming this down.
He likes.
Sorry, that was my notification. It was very convenient. That was the time had he paused.
You look at some weird shit.
Criticize anything about PC. And with that kind of a mindset,
is that really
you kind of get a picture for why he's gone this route, why he's destroyed so many young people and other YouTubers.
Think of the children. Think of the children.
So many young people.
What?
Think of the children.
I don't think.
I need to listen to that again. I'm sorry.
Gone this route. Why he's destroyed so many young people and other YouTubers who were just trying to express themselves.
Yeah, we're just trying to lie.
So many young people. Rags, are you a pedophile?
Well, I mean, some people in Retro's Discord, honestly, are like, yeah, he has a dildo in his image. He's a pedophile because reasons.
Yeah.
Who's getting destroyed over discussions about video game hype? Like, really?
The youngest people I can think of. The youngest people I can think of is NoobTube when he, NoobTube, that random little kid.
Yeah, I had a 12-year-old, and that was a video that I specifically didn't put the link in, and I was pretty respectful throughout the whole video because the kid, he wasn't doing it from a place of bad faith. He just was operating on bad information. Yeah, and he put out really common arguments that you hear all the time. So I'm like, this is a great launching point here to talk about these things because you're gonna hear these arguments all the time. So here's how you go against them.
Can I share my my Outlast videos thing with the kid that I quote unquote criticized? I got a lot of heat because I cover reviewers. So there's this one kid who's like, let's say 8 years old or something like that. The only reason I covered him, and I didn't criticize him, I laughed along with him, quote unquote. Someone in Outlast gets crucified, and the kid is recanting the story, and he describes it as someone who is getting put on a Jesus stick. And I couldn't stop laughing at it. And I was like, oh, it has to go up my video. So I put it in, and I was like, yes, he's on a Jesus stick.
He is
anyway,
on a Jesus stick.
Moved along. And a bunch of people were like, even on the Reddit thread, they were like, I like Mauler's content, but I can't get behind him thrashing, like, children. It's really fucked up that he targets children. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't do that. I was like, oh, my bad. People get crazy about it whenever you have a kid on screen. You can't do it right. You just don't do it at all.
You try to debunk another person's viewpoints or whatever. Then, maybe you should also think about your own viewpoints and your own history and your own...
I'm sure that everybody who has ever had an opinion has done that.
Whoops.
Really? Come on, Appa. That means it's dead.
You look
it's
at the
dead.
you look at the weirdest porn with the dolphins and shit. That's like, I don't even know.
That's like a hot
I'm sorry. I need to turn off Skype.
It's okay.
I don't think that's gonna disturb me though. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Following you on Twitter has been hell, Appa Ben. Like just the things you like, all that hentai you like is just ridiculous. Like
I guess Cyrus just took down the video.
Huh?
I guess Cyrus just took down the video.
What?
He did.
Wait, what?
No,
well, that's not what's appropriate then.
That would explain.
No way. I don't believe you. Let me look. Hold on.
I was gonna say. I was actually gonna ask why is it unavailable?
I think it's gone. I think it is.
No fucking way.
Damn.
Man, he spent 44 minutes working on that video. I don't want you to take
it. Really is to be continued.
It's like, look,
Guys,
I don't want you to take your stuff down. It's like,
it's gone.
And don't dare pin this on me. It's like, I don't want you to take these videos down.
I mean, I hope he doesn't do the whole like he uploads a video saying like, oh, I couldn't take the hate or something. Like I hope that's
we could always watch his cringe karaoke video.
Well, I have the video. Well, I mean, Appleman has the audio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
But he deleted the video, so.
What were you pulling it from?
Is it ethical to continue a video that has been deleted by the author?
Yeah, send that to me.
I don't think so.
I'm genuinely curious. What do you guys think about that?
Well, that's like saying, should I take down my video if someone removes the source video after the fact?
I mean, the fact is they put it on the public space, right? That's that's pretty strict.
Hold up.
Hold up.
But then again, Logan Paul also deleted his Suicide Forest video, so...
Let's put it this way. We could all have our personal response. Mine is, I'm personally inclined to let it go if the guy wants it to not be a thing anymore.
What if I told you... Wise, what if I told you that I had an MP3 file of the whole thing?
It's totally up to you if you want us to respond to the rest of it if he's decided to delete it.
It's just redundant. That's the point.
I mean, I downloaded it and I accidentally downloaded an MP3 of it.
I mean, dude, it's kind of like a criticism of you, so you have every right.
Yeah,
to
of course, it's a
keep
criticism of me. I'm gonna keep it.
I mean,
it's not like he publicly said something and then was like, "Oh, I want to retract that." It's like, well, it's too late. You've just insulted someone.
He kind of
unless the redaction is an apology, like, yeah, sorry, my bad, then that would be different. But if it's more like, I just want to conceal the
hold on now, because he delivered the pizza to the door, and just because the business shuts down doesn't mean we can't finish our pizza here. I don't see the.
We already paid our money.
I think if you make a 44,
fits.
this is an attack video on me, and I don't mean it like the attack is you know what I mean. He's like he's taking.
Well, I mean, it does seem like some sort of personal grievance.
Yeah, it's his personal
which
grievance.
is odd because I'm not sure what relevance.
Look, I'll make a feels argument. I feel bad if that guy right now is like, I don't want all this to happen to me.
He brought even though he brings this on himself and he constantly inserts himself.
Absolutely, he brought it on himself.
But it's like, that's fine. Look, and let's be frank. We've been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Wrap it up. Super chats.
Okay, let's just do super chats. Okay. The point's been proven either way, and I still have an audio file of it, so that is at my. I got that shit. Okay. So
I mean, didn't you make like 3 videos on Cyrus? It would be it'd give you a brain tumor to do it again.
No. It just been.
Wait. Wasn't it that video of Cyrus where you actually break character and you have to actually say "get over it" literally in front of camera?
I think so too. I was like, dude, just like from one man to you, get over it.
All right.
Let me go. Let's see. Pie is a wonderful fruit. I still don't know what that means. What the fuck?
Just keep saying that, and maybe they'll keep donating. I don't know.
We found him in his. We found him in his room, and he scrawled in blood this one message over and over and over again. This like pie is a wonderful fruit. What does it mean? Let me scroll down and find it here. Rokon, $5. Happy birthday, Rags. Would donate more, but college is draining me. Hope we play together in Dirty Bomb again one day. It was fun.
College is for losers.
College is for losers. And, if you play against me in Dirty Bomb, you might be a loser. But you might not be. You
with the player base of 1,000, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
college ain't ever done
you
nothing
run into
for
people.
nobody.
It's crazy how a game can have that player base and still be like financially viable.
Yeah, but I can't get into a single
Take
match.
notes, game devs.
Well, it depends on what time. It depends on what time you play. Like if it's late at night, it takes a while. You'll get in. It just takes a while. Afternoons, it's fine. I want that game to take off so much. I want. Rain169, $2. Hey Rags, is there a man woman in your life?
His name is Mola.
Yes, it's Mauler. It's the mask, honestly. It's the Star Wars commentary.
Can you blame? Can you blame?
Vanston, I don't have any like serious relationship in my life. All my guests have to leave in the morning. Vanston, $5. Trolling the Westboro Baptist Church in fursuit was great. Also, may I suggest Hazel from Bad Dragon for your birthday? I will take a look at Bad Dragon Hazel, I guess. I'll put a tab up.
Not
Bad
till that
Dragon Hazel.
sponsorship.
Yeah. Hey, it's a werewolf vagina.
Oh, there you go.
So, it's fair enough.
You gotta do a stream on DSP videos one
It's
day.
nothing weird. It's not one of the crazy ones. All right? I mean, close your
Oh
eyes.
no, perfectly normal to have a werewolf vagina.
Oh, look, dolphin. All right, you close your eye. You close your eyes, and I mean, it's like,
dolphins are very intelligent, actually. So
dolphins love
completely different
werewolves.
thing.
Dolphins and werewolves get along.
Chop cheerio.
What happens when a werewolf falls in the ocean? Brian Heidi, $20. Your vids help me stay sane at work. Well, they drive me insane sometimes, so I'm glad you're getting something out of it. Thanks very much for the $20. I appreciate that. Raced Inslee 1, I think it's how you say that. Raced Inslee 1, $5. Glad to see you back. Keep up the good work. I shall indeed. Thank you very much. Leo Moon, $2. Rags, didn't he also say you were too young?
Retro.
Retro?
I called you millennial at one point, right?
Yeah, he called me a millennial. In another video, he mentioned it as well. These millennial types, these young guys.
He also calls us beta males.
I don't.
Oh, that's a good one.
We all know that's true about all of us.
No, clearly. Yeah.
Let's just cop to it.
Yeah. Hunter Counts, $5. This is fun to listen to, so please keep going, because I'm a lonely faggot with nothing to do on Friday night. Oh, love what you do, Rags. Thanks very much. But I will go ahead and call it there, Well, let's go ahead. How do we still have 900 people watching? What the fuck? You people, seriously. It's a Friday night. Go out and...
Fuck you people.
Go do things. Oh, my God.
What is this outside you refer to?
This outside, this world, this universe. Yeah. John Reese, $2. Well, screw you guys. My name is John and I care. Yeah. There you go.
Can you believe none of my business here, but can you believe Bram, Rambo, and Geek have Cyrus as a mod for their stream, and they're just he's been on a couple of streams.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I definitely
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. There's a reason I left. There's a reason I left.
Yeah, those guys have a habit of associating with people that you've done videos on. Yeah.
Really just shit people.
Yeah, just after running their server for them because they have no idea what a bot is, or what not safe for work roles are, or what literally anything is for Discord. I mean, yeah, they're incapable. If you look at their channel, go look at the Game Talk now. Well, don't give them the views.
Oh, I think they're talking about us now.
I popped in.
Their thumbnails.
Wait, really?
Their thumbnails are awful. Their icons are terrible. Everything about them is just extremely amateur. It's like you look at how long they've been doing YouTube or whatever stuff. It's like they have no improvement whatsoever. They haven't gone up. They've only gone down. The best thing that ever happened to them is that they had Rags on their podcast for a brief amount of time. And look at them now. They're dead in the water. If they have less than a fifth of the people watching their videos now than were in the Discord when they banned me from it. That's how bad
they didn't ban me, but they thought they did, which is interesting. And they said, I don't know if it's really rags, but basically like ban him anyway. It doesn't even matter if it's really rags or not. Ban him.
The one, it's the pedophile meme chan. He was going around like banning. He was like, oh look, so and so disappeared.
Well, is he actually a pedophile?
He's actually.
He's into lollies. He's into
Are you talking about?
Hold up. Being
fake pedophiles.
Hold up. I wouldn't put those two on the same level.
Wait.
Being into lollies.
That person in the Discord you're talking about. What's his name again?
Meme chan.
Meme chan.
Like MEME.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people in my Discord
the
talking
Canadian
about it.
that whenever I was trying to do like this silly little thing with Brimstone, Cyrus, and him on Paladins, it was called Squad Day Sunday. He was constantly bitching about his CPU. He whines nonstop on his computer build, and then he goes and buys like.
So you're saying he puts the CP in CPU, is what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, in all seriousness, I want to avoid if it's like I don't know. So I don't like it when people say that against me if it's not true. I don't know, so I'm just saying.
How did you originally find yourself on that?
Brimstone just approached me one day, and he asked if I wanted to do it, and I was a lot smaller at the time, and I didn't have really anything going on. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I don't know, he came with the appearance of like some like marketing guy. Who could do like relations between companies and creators or something like that.
Let me just tell you,
like
after you left, their opinions vastly changed. Like vastly.
He's got this whole like has-been mentality. Like, oh yeah, I was once great, but he never was. He's a never was. There's nothing to him at all. It's
just
depressing. You look at his YouTube channel. Look at everything about Brimstone, and there's
great. It's subjective.
He told me he used to have he told me once he was getting close to 1 million subscribers, and then he'd channel because he's gonna be afraid about the success getting to his head. And I was like, did that really happen?
I'm a great artist, guys.
He doesn't have to worry about that now.
I won't show it to you. I won't show you any of my work. I'm a great artist, though, guys.
He never told me that. He had a channel that had like 1 million subs, and he got rid of it because he.
That's what he told me. He told me he was.
Sounds like some fucking hot shit right there.
He said he was really close to.
I feel like that's impossible to have 1 million subscribers and then like have none.
I feel like one of us would have heard of them if they had over 1 million.
Yeah,
I mean, someone would watch their video and go, "Oh wait, I know
that's
this
that guy. Holy shit!" And
then look at Medicare. Like before he was Medicare, he was Internet Aristocrat. Everyone knew exactly who he was.
Yeah, like I feel like if Boogie deleted his channel and then only uploaded videos with his voice, people would figure it out fairly quickly.
Yeah,
and then the channel would become popular again.
So like
there'd
when
be subreddits searching for him.
Medicare had what, like 4 different channels, and then all of them got over 1 million.
Like I said, like when I first talked to him. That's what he told me. Yeah, he's like, I almost hit 1 million subscribers one day, but I was afraid I was going to let the success get to my head, and I was going to betray my friends, so I deleted the channel. I was like,
that's an awful. First off, that's an extremely interesting self-reflection that you have. I don't think it'll go to my head, and I don't think I'll betray my friends because of it. I got a little more faith in myself.
To betray his friends by giving power to absolute retards in his Discord server and let the whole thing fall to shit because he doesn't know how to manage anything.
Look, there's a reason left.
You don't have to say it if you don't want to, obviously. Yeah.
It wasn't fun to do a podcast. It's not good to do podcasts with. It's like it wasn't based on like any moral reasons or anything. It was my podcast. I felt like
it was also pretty silent at times.
Yeah, I was just they weren't good to talk to for being live in a live setting to talk about opinions and stuff, and it didn't grab me, didn't catch me.
Vapid, opinionless.
Well, I mean, you would have to have disagreements for the podcast to be entertaining, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, to some.
I mean, like a podcast where someone's like, "This is my opinion." Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like an Angry Joe movie review.
Yeah. Can we all just
Mate,
say
you're
that
punching above the belt right there.
I'll just say that Derleth needs to leave Angry Joe because he just sits there and he just nods his head.
Dude, his Game of Thrones episode reviews are so cringe. Oh wait, is that controversial? I don't know.
Anyway, Toonie712. I had the Listexia there for a second. Sorry, $5 from Toonie712. If y'all want attention, you have to use Super Chat. That's true, you do. And I've been reading a lot of the chats. It's just, it's 6 other people here with me. But I do read them. There you go.
Wait, is it 6?
Well, there's myself and 6 others. There's 7 of us.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go 5 on screen. Am I retarded? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna rule it out, but maybe put the bottle down.
Is it
I ran out of alcohol. I can't drink anymore anyway.
Okay. Fox Cragen, $2. Fave ultra heavy metal music bands. Rags panel chat. I don't listen to like really heavy metal stuff. There are some that I've liked. What was it? Infected Mushroom. Some of their stuff's pretty good. There is a, but those are like exceptions to the rule. I don't really go in for that stuff. Some bands, I mean, there's some, it's not really a genre I'm really down for. Oh, the Shadow Warrior 2, original soundtrack. You listen to that shit. Getting you pumped, especially the main menu theme, good stuff. I've got,
some bits of Doom had pretty good metal/techno thing to them.
Yeah, it's like I don't like noise. It's like it could be loud and really energetic, but it needs to have this really clearly defined structure to it.
So, I mean, because there's parts, there's parts of Doom where there's like structure to the music, and there's just parts.
Yeah, he's like I don't know. Thanks, Angelica. But yeah, it's not really my genre. I quite go for. Oh, there you go. Fair enough. Let me see. There was one particular song. I wish I could remember it, but just I can't. It's not off the top of my head. Moving right along. D Fowler, $5 Canadian. Happy birthday, Rags. Sorry, all I have is leaf money. Oh, don't you worry about your leaf money. I appreciate that. Thank you. Don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hunter Counts, $5. Don't stop now. The show must go on. So do the rest of our lives at this point, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Where our ratio is basically a minute of footage to 20 minutes of stream. So,
yeah. And talking over each other.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a blast, but
it's fun.
Justin Green, $10. As a trap, I'd just like to say that most of the time I don't feel gay. Well, facts don't care about your feelings.
Well, just tell him said Papa Frit welcomes traps. So just tell him that.
He's like, if you are a trap who is attempting to seduce men, that's gay.
That's extremely gay.
If you just you don't have to be gay to be a transvestite. That just
I'm different on that subject. I would kick people out of conventions for asking such a question personally.
Yeah.
Press T for gender change.
Brendan Zimmer, $5. You went really off topic, so I watched a few of Fringy's vids and subs. Well, I got $5. You got Fringy's sub, and I think that's good. That's a win for everybody.
Hey.
Yeah.
Everybody, go.
$5. So.
Everyone pay me $5 and go sub to Fringy.
Because he's black.
Can I skip step 1?
That's only a month of Patreon money. Don't worry about it.
Papa Frit, love me. I love you, Raiden Smith.
PSP Blows, $99. Again, $2. Beep beep like a sheep.
Beep.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, it needs no explanation.
Wait, how much did he pay to say that?
$2.
Worth it.
Beep. I think so too. Paint Chip, $2. Honestly, got nothing to say, but happy birthday. Well, hey, that's something to say to me. Thanks very much. Thanks for the $2. Matter69 Turkey, $2 Canadian. Happy birthday, cunt. Thanks. Piece of shit. CadP Gamer, 125 more of that Filipino money, that Filipino currency. As a Filipino, I learned today that letting go of old drama means shit-talking about someone I hate so much. Yeah, well, I mean, fair enough.
Logic 101.
I'm telling you, man, everyone could profit from a bad example. Christopher Horde, $2. I'd rather listen to you talk on Friday night. Oh.
That's love right there.
That is love right there. And Fun Fact sent me $2. There you go. Fun fact, $2. I really am a horse. It's not a mental disorder.
Ah.
Oh my god. Oh.
What?
Trigun.
Did you just come, Applebin?
No, I was just playing video games.
I wanted to hear the dolphin noise.
I'll play it back.
Don't be the DSP.
Trigun 198.
He did it again. He did it a second time.
He did?
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
I didn't hear it.
I don't jerk off in front of my computer. Like, that's not the place for that. I have like rugs and beds and shit. Like nice, comfortable places to enjoy myself. Not like on the fucking linoleum here underneath the desk. No.
Everybody.
No.
Everybody should comment Rags versus DSP. Everyone should do that.
Trigun 198 sent $5. Happy birthday, Daddy Rags. You are welcome. And following up on that $5 from Trigun is Vladimir Dragonov again with $2. Happy birthday, best doggo. Thank you, Vladimir. Chrono. Hey, Chrono. Hello.
Hey,
$10. Yeah, boy.
DSP.
$10 Canadian. I made the super chat to make the super chat reading longer, and you have succeeded. And for that, I congratulate you. Also for the money.
Oh my god, did you catch up with the super chat?
I did. That's it. That's it. That's the end. That's it.
Yay!
Still, Rags versus DSP next. Yeah. Oops.
All right, so
Leo Moon.
3 hours and 39 minutes. We still got 840 people hanging on a almost 11 Friday night.
That's a lot of boys.
That is a lot of boys. So
all the British people are asleep by now.
Yeah, all the Australians. I don't even know what they're doing. I wonder.
It's like the middle of the day. It's the middle of the day.
It's middle of the day too.
Whatever fucking planet you guys are on. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
We're on planet dangerous animals who want to kill us.
Fuck, dude.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Hey,
people.
did you know that the platypus has a poisonous spur that if it hits you, morphine won't work for like 4 months?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Platypuses, the
I'm not.
males
Yeah,
have
seriously.
barbs
If
on their back
I see a
legs.
spider and I see a platypus, I'd be running in the direction of the spider.
Is it true, Fringy, that koala bears have a tendency to jump from trees and attack people?
No, I don't think
But
that's
they do
true.
eat babies,
Koala
right?
bears. Koalas? No, they're like they sleep for 23 hours of the day.
Man, that's the life.
No, I mean a dingo. That's the one that they say will get your baby and run off with it.
No,
Well, they're like the coyotes.
Will get you, baby.
They're like coyotes in America.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
they're like
their baby.
coyotes. Yeah, they're basically desert dogs.
Yeah, they're my wild brethren.
Do you come from a land down under?
So there is a moral to all of this. There's a moral to the story here. That
No,
we've
there
been telling. Yes, there is. Yeah, there totally is. Don't be like
Okay.
these people.
Go on.
Right?
What is it?
Okay.
The moral is don't be like these people. Just don't.
Well, oh shit. Well, that's
That's
too
very
easy. I mean, that's too easy. I don't
Be
think it's
like
a moral.
us.
Be better.
Be like us indeed.
Be like Mahler. He makes very good content. I
Don't
like this guy.
insert yourself into drama and then bitch for 3/4 of an hour about how you want to escape the drama and get away from the drama, right? Don't make up complete fucking lies about how I got fired from my job or how
The best way to drop
drama
drama is to never just to not talk about it at all.
Never.
Rags, please
ever
read your
talk
super
about
chat. Your recent
Fuck,
super
more
chat.
more fucking
Oh,
shit came in.
oh my god.
Please
Okay.
read it.
Say that you finish your super chat,
Just say it to finish.
and then it's gonna come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leo Moon, $2. It's listen to you or die from boredom at work. Fun fact,
Aw.
$2. Thank you. Good idea. Paint chip, $2. Lego Rags vs. DOP, the video game. Vladimir Dragonov, $2. $2 more from Vladimir. Or is it the end? And $5 from Chrono. Again, $5 Canadian. Fringy, don't the spiders have HP bars where you're from?
Yeah, see a redback and it's like, oh, better get the sword out. We're gonna be here for a while.
And Fox and Noodles, $2. My uncle watches me bone hams and breathes heavily.
All right.
And then,
Oh, I didn't send my message with it.
oh
end
well,
it in
you can
peace.
tell me what your message is. Fun fact. For
Oh
$2.
no. No, I was gonna put I wanted to come inside Rainbow Dash so that you would say it so I could record it.
Oh, you wanted me to say I want to come inside Rainbow Dash.
Well, lucky you didn't say it, eh? Lucky you didn't say it.
Well, I'm glad I didn't have to say it.
Oh, you already did.
I already did.
Exposed.
When?
Exposed.
I already have.
When you say, "Do you want me to come in Rainbow Dash?" You already did. When
Do you want me to
question
come in Rainbow Dash?
There we go.
I'm asking if you want me to. I'm not saying like. I'm just asking the question.
You already did.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
It's an honest question.
Yeah. Do you want me to come inside Rainbow Dash? She's the yellow one.
She's the rainbow hair
She's
one.
The blue one with the rainbow.
She's the blue one with
Is
the
it
rainbow
right?
hair.
I don't know. I don't watch the.
You know, if you
Did
close
guys
their eyes,
actually have
I'm-
a friend who
I'm-
got passionate about that shit because I did.
Yeah, he's here.
Woo!
I mean, look, if you close your eyes, they all feel the same on the inside, I'm sure.
Well,
so, I mean, just embrace it, Mahler. Embrace it. These are the people. These are the people I surround myself with.
Why would I get invested in fake Pokemon?
I don't know any of them. I think the
laser sword land.
Look, listen.
Because
The-
2D is better than 3D.
Look,
alright?
the pink one is Pinkie Pie. I remember that because the name.
I remember the cowboy one, Apple Face, Apple
Face.
Apple something.
Apple Face. Come over here, Apple Face.
Hey, Mahler, I wanted to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
What do you think of the channel Gopher?
I have not seen or heard.
Okay, all right, never mind. Because I thought that seemed like a channel that you'd do like a critique on with some opinions he has on games, which is I think it's interesting.
I'm self-admittedly, I'm a bit of a dick. I like basically like 1% of YouTube channels. I'm
Yay.
very elitist when it comes to this shit because if you've seen my videos, I take way too long, blah blah blah. So anybody who comes up with like, a 10-minute video talking about their feelings on a fucking video game, I'll just be like, well, that was pointless.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: is like I actually, I like a good chunk of H Bomber Guy's videos, right? But
yeah,
watching your response to his in defense of Dark Souls 2 has been it's been a very interesting experience. I very much enjoyed it. I think.
I mean, I've caught a lot of hate and approval for that one.
Oh yeah. You'll always catch hate from.
Well, funnily enough,
And
it's
a
like
lot of
split
people will
into sections.
defend him based on they like his politics.
Yeah. Well, I've been.
Was H Bomber Guy
you know,
defending Dark Souls 2 or he was criticizing
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2?
He was
He
defending
was
it.
trying to claim that Dark Souls 2 was better than Dark Souls 1, I think.
Look, listen. I have never played Dark Souls 1 or 2, but I've listened to Matthew Matosis talk about that
Yeah.
shit for hours,
Yeah.
and I can tell you that Dark Souls 2
Well,
is
so
not better than Dark Souls 1.
This is the thing, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was frustrated
No.
with Dark Souls 2.
No,
I
it's
played
not.
it once.
No.
That was it. And then I watched H-Bomb's video on it. I was frustrated that he actually defended the game because it's so bad, but I got a serious sense of righteous anger when he misrepresented Matthew Matosis. I was like, you did not just fucking do that for
Well, yeah,
a million
Matthew
viewers.
Matosis is like one of the most calm and collected and
Yeah.
one of them. I mean, he presents his points so
Dude,
well.
his-
in a really
his-
concise
I
manner.
His
I mean, you could
Bioshock
criticize me
Infinite
for this,
video
but
was a fucking masterpiece, dude.
It was great,
It's
yeah. And I
crazy.
feel like
Yeah.
he does it because he wants to share his ideas. I don't really get the impression he does it for views.
Yeah.
No, it's
Because his new
I
video
bought-
when he came back was like, they're going to talk about Devil Daggers, the game that nobody seems to know about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, he's talking about. Oh, this is a crazy anecdote. I got to tell it. I got to tell it. I got to tell it. Shut up. Fucking shut up. All right. So the day that Matthew Matosis came back to YouTube after like 7 months of being away, he does a review on Devil Daggers, right? And I love that game. And he says that one of the great things about that game is that it tracks your time to the 4th decimal place. And it just so happens that on that day that he came back after 7 months randomly to talk about that one specific thing in a game, I happened to beat one of my records by 0.0001 seconds.
Oh wow!
Well,
That's incredible.
I'm more impressed that he managed to make an 18-minute video out of that game.
Well,
I like Devil Daggers.
Yeah,
but
I do.
18
It
minutes.
seems very minimalist in design, but he talks about it for 18 minutes. You're like, fair enough.
Yeah,
I
and
could
then
give
we
him a
had
broom. I
the
could give him a
fucking-
broom, and he could make a very detailed video about a broom. You know, he's just that good.
Nice.
Would-
and I
I don't.
watched the
He wouldn't
shit
make
out
any
of it.
sweeping generalizations. I hope.
But yeah, we had the high-pitched, pretentious, fucking full of himself British faggot telling everybody that Matthew Matosis was tricking people, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
I got a few more super chats after Fun Fact wanted to know if I wanted to come inside Rainbow Dash. So, Christopher,
sorry, go ahead.
Christopher Horde, $2. How much to keep the stream up? Find out. Yami Fox, $2. Fringy, what side are you on the newest Splatfest?
Oh, I didn't even know there. I haven't played Splatoon 2 in like 4 months.
Oh, get fucked.
I have no idea.
Not like there's enough substance to that game anyway.
It's a good game, man. Seriously, it's a really good game.
It is, but it's very lazy. Sorry.
Anyway, Vladimir Dragonov, $2. Again, you're a clopper. Admit it. Honestly, I have no dog in this fight. All right. I do not want to. I don't mock people's fetishes. Honestly, it's just do it for funsies. I honestly don't care what you jerk off to. I really don't care. I have no room to talk.
Your fetish is to knock people's fetishes.
There are exceptions to every rule.
It's my fetish.
My fetish comes before yours. My fetish is doxing people. Vodka, $5.31. Rainbow Dash is blue with pink eyes and rainbow mane and tail, 20% cooler. So, my question has been answered. Oh, well, you paid me $5.50 to say that. So, which one is Apple Face? Tell me which one is Apple Face.
Which one is Macintosh?
She has that.
Wait, so what is her name? Out of curiosity, what was her name?
Whose name?
It was.
It's Apple something, right? Well, it was halfway, right?
Yeah, it's Applejack.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, okay.
She's the southern one, you know.
Applejack. Oh, we'd get along great. Chrono Atog, again, $5 Canadian. Well, I'm glad I could donate my Canadian money to people kind. Oh God, fucking people kind.
Oh yeah. By the way, Frankie, someone tagged me and you on with the Men at Work song.
Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw that.
All right, so B Bobson7 sent $5. Have you heard of My Little Nietzsche? Morality is Madness? No, I have not. But it sounds like it's I don't know. With a name like that, could be nothing. Could be more than nothing. Who knows? But that is the end of the super chats again. So thank you very much.
Did you guys know that MTV Decoded has a new season? It's got like 4,000.
Fringy, do you fucking think we can go on for 10 hours, man?
All right, guys. Everyone take your bathroom breaks and be back in 5. We're going through Decoded. All of it.
Heck yeah. Hey, man.
I'm done.
Hey, I've got to be up for work in 4 hours anyway. I'll go do an all-nighter.
Hey, look, if you don't go to sleep, you don't have to wake up.
Exactly.
You'll just
sorry for not rags, but not all of us
follow
can
that
be
logic.
full-time faggot.
What?
You do YouTube full-time. It's not
Are you
fair.
doing YouTube full-time now?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm
Oh,
moving to that
wow,
right now.
awesome. Congrats, man.
Well, it's easy because I've
sorry,
got
I don't-
Druid of the Wolf here to just basically support me on his own.
He's your new fucking boss.
He's my sugar daddy.
You better keep him happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Send him nudes.
Well,
if he requested them, maybe.
oh man, have you ever thought about that? What's the price of your nudes?
Who's that directed at?
Yes.
I can't. Is there anything smaller than a penny?
Who's that directed at? Yes.
I was just wondering.
Think so?
Who's that directed at? Yes.
I'm just saying. Okay. You look. Maybe you've never had 20 people a day asking for it. You know, you just look. Demonetization.
No, it just reminds me of when I asked Bethesda, "Is this a feature or a bug?" and Bethesda answered, "Yes."
What?
Fair enough.
Wait, what? Did that really happen?
It just works, okay? No,
Accidentally, there was a forum. There was a forum post of somebody complained about bugs in, I think it was Fallout or 4, whatever it was at. Somebody asked, "Is this a feature or a bug?" And somebody in the Bethesda report literally said yes.
Better PR than Todd Howard. In any event, I think we're gonna call it there. Oh no, Chrono Itog sent 2 more Canadian dollars, and he said a Canadian penny is worth less than a penny.
Okay, well that's what my nude's worth. There you go.
A peso?
Well, I'm not gonna sell myself that short. All right, I think
2 pennies at least, man.
I look pretty good. Hey, 2 bits for your 2 bits. Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, woo. Anyway, everyone, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the kind super chats, especially The 500 from Drew to the Wolf. Thank you very, 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 very
Still
much.
going to that time. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's immense. That's $500, dude. That's
Keep
crazy.
shoving it in our face. Just keep shoving it in our faces. No, we're good. We're good.
I'm
totally
so
not
much.
jealous.
No, it's fine. It's great. I mean, thank you so much for doing that. Thanks for you guys hopping on by. That was fun, if not extremely disorganized and crazy and off topic.
Yeah.
A train wreck.
But
what's a stream if it's not disorganized?
Yeah, it's all good. So everybody, see you later. Thanks for stopping on by. And remember, Christopher Horde gave $2 to say, don't forget to like,